Hey everybody, welcome to the Unity Gaming podcast. It is episode 93 and it is November 28th, 2013. It is Canada. It's cold out. I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan. We didn't call Kumar.
Shit, we totally fucking waited.
Kumar
How do we space on that?
No, he told us to tell him and then we'll add him to it.
But I like how all
we
of
were supposed to test green screening and shit.
No, we got it. I got it. Don't worry
You
about
got it?
I like how we
It'll happen during it. It'll be magical.
I like how we fucking waited for him too.
Can I start this off with something? Can we start this off with something?
We're fucking idiots.
No, that we forgot something last time.
What?
Happy birthday, Dan.
Yes. Happy birthday.
It wasn't my birthday yet. Now it's been my
Now
birthday.
it's been your but
It's your birthday sooner.
yeah, but that's not. Happy birthday, Dan. It was last Friday.
When's your birthday, Riccio?
Tomorrow, Saturday. This will go up on Friday. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. So what are you
We're live
planning?
streamers now. You don't think about the archives.
What are you planning to do?
I was actually hoping.
Sit at home, play fucking video games live on the internet.
I was.
Am I
hoping-
wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I was hoping to actually get some videos of me being a kid and playing some games and like try to be like, hey, look at this stupid shit.
Would it be
totally
all right
blanked
if
on that.
I came over with a 2.6 of rum and you just consumed that 2.6 throughout the whole
I'd be
day?
fucked on the like first little. Oh, this is good. Oh.
How about a pack of beers?
If you guys want me to drink, Devin, I guess you can provide that.
Okay, great. I'll see you at 10.
Because I have no
In the morning.
reason. Anyway.
By the way, we're
It's
getting
gonna
drunk.
be a short cast.
Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. Normally, I enjoy my birthday with a drawing that I normally try to do of my mother, and then I redo my
That's
birth.
so weird.
It's been
You know what?
Does your mom watch
Drinking
I've
is
shown
way
some-
less weird.
I've showed that, and she was like, "That is some dumb shit." Not in that voice. She doesn't speak like
I
that
knew-
at all.
I
She's
knew.
more French, but
I knew when I dropped you on your head this was going to happen. Hi, Ricio's mom.
No one listens to the podcast.
No.
these fine 25 fellows do.
Yeah, but no one we know.
24. Well, I'm one of them.
You know what makes me you know what makes me really sad?
Yeah.
We're supposed to meet up with someone from the YouTube channel on the midnight launch of the
Oh, yeah,
PS4.
and then there was 800 people there.
You get
And there were
shanked.
like 40 bajillion people there. The population of like Earth was outside that EB Games. Yeah, it was.
Also, did you actually get out of your car during the first drive-by?
No.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
why you-
no, I actually
that's
did. No.
kind of your own fault.
No, I did one drive-by at 11:30 and then I did another, like, got out of the car and like, walked around a bit because someone was supposed to meet me there. So
Mike's Hard Lemonade is good. He's
I-
right.
I went to the midnight launch of the Xbox One.
yeah, I dropped you off and you nearly got hit by a car across the street.
So I got there, and then the Microsoft, the Future Shop guy comes up. He's like, "Do you have a pre-order?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, good," because that's like we're fucking out right next to you. That's like that was it. I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm good." Somebody comes behind me, and then the dude comes out. He's like, "Do you got a pre-order?" And he's like, "No." The guy's like, "There's no more." He's like, "You don't know shit." So he waits in line for the last like 45 minutes, and the guy's like, "Dude, we didn't have any fucking extra ones." He missed out.
He was hoping that
The dude was lying to him or something.
Like-
But it was like, no, he knows the stock, I'm pretty sure. Plus, they had already given up all the tickets and shit, and him not having a ticket, I don't think it would have guaranteed it.
yeah.
But no, so I went to the midnight launch of the Xbox One, and what's really crazy is that the type of people who were in line for the Xbox One, also the line was like double size. There was like 50 or something people instead of like the 20 something that there were when I went to the PS4 one. But everybody was like super loud and like talking to each other and like just having an awesome time, littering like a motherfucker as well. There was just whenever we started going inside, I was like, man, there are so many coffee cups like everywhere, and no one cared. But
because they play Xbox.
yeah. Also,
They don't care about the environment if they play Xbox.
They just want to have their Xbox turn on.
don't
Xbox
No,
on.
no, don't. You guys are sons of bitches. Anyway, no, the thing
This
is,
is why I don't want to connect.
no, but the thing is, also,
We don't go to your house anyway.
I know the people in line aren't the what? Oh, Devin. I know the people who are in line aren't like the whole
I've
populace.
been to your new house. It's a legitimate concern.
Actually, we both haven't.
I would never expect you to come, Riccio.
I just want to have.
I would like you to come if you would like to come to my house.
But I have
I'm quite-
video
There is an
games to
open
cast.
there is an open invitation anytime you want to come to my house.
Just drag him out of here and like bring the cast in mobile form when he's just like drunk and passing out.
Also pop so many allergy pills before I go there.
We have a dog, not a cat.
I'm allergic to both.
Xbox on.
Fuck! Don't shit in. I don't care. That lights up.
Xbox, Snap
Fuck
Internet
off.
Explorer.
All you guys.
Go
Anyway,
to twitch.tv/Riccio. Sign in, CaptainBrenner.
did you mean Pink Madden football thing? I'm like,
Type Riccio's dumb.
not
Okay,
like-
good.
Anyway.
It's doing it. It's doing it.
midnight release.
It was good.
It was okay, but okay. So everybody, and I know it's not the general like everybody who plays Xbox is like this, but it happened to be the people who were in line.
See, it signed me in as the other Matthew, but it worked.
Oh, there you go. But so what happened is,
It was
train of
actually
thought.
called the other Matthew.
yeah.
Shit, that's great.
I forgot what I
Wow,
was saying.
that's really fucking good.
Right, okay, so I know that people in line aren't all the Xbox people, but anyways, they were super hateful against PS4. Like I had to, I was in line.
You
and
were gonna get stabbed.
I would probably get stabbed, but no. They're just like, oh man, did you guys see that stupid fucking PlayStation 4? It's got that little plug you can listen to headset. It sounds like garbage. And I was like, oh no, actually it's not too bad. And they're like, yeah, but it's a piece of shit. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, Xbox is gonna be real good, you guys. So I'll be really excited about the rumble triggers. Those are good in the controller. Like just trying to change the fucking subject. And so many times they're just kind of like calling it pretty much a piece of shit and
Piece of shit.
being really happy it was coming with the Kinect and
that
everything.
sounds like the Grand Theft Auto 5 launch that I went to.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tomb Raider's the worst game ever made.
I fucking need to play that. I have it downloaded. Oh my
It doesn't matter because apparently people who play Grand Theft Auto 5 say it's the worst game ever made,
Oh dear. But hiccup. Anyway,
even though it's nominated for our Game of the Year.
the thing is that like the Xbox people being like angry about PS4. PS4 didn't do shit, but also PS4 people were just like 30 people in line just sitting there not talking. So I don't know what they thought.
Super hardcore.
Maybe they're just like fuck Xbox, fuck Xbox, fuck Xbox, and I'm just
Actually, they evolved
I don't know.
to not need vocal cords. It's all telepathy. So they would have had
Echolocation.
they would have had the screecher sound from The Last of Us
What?
instead. The clicker.
I can't do it.
This is probably great for all listeners.
Point is, picked up that Xbox One. I was like, yeah. And then that son of a bitch is like twice as fucking heavy with everything in the box. Because we realized the Xbox One's actually pretty much the same or
almost
lighter.
like
than
weirdly lighter. Yeah.
the box itself. So anyway, everything packed in with the Kinect, the controller, everything in that box. Bringing it home was the heaviest shit I've ever fucking walked home with. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? And like
Someone mug me,
The
please.
paper was okay. It was the first time that I was walking home and I put the box down and I'm like, I gotta fake putting my shoes, like tying my shoes and just take a breather. This is so fucking heavy. And
What are
like,
you trying to prove?
I was trying to
Just
prove
put
it.
down the box and sit for a little bit.
No, because I was trying to make it seem like I wasn't out of breath in case I'm
We're
like,
out of shape. We know.
no,
I'm well aware
that's
of this
fine.
fact.
But if someone's walking around, they're like, that box looks like a fucking Xbox, and that dude looks like he's fucking losing his mind. So I'm gonna, almost said gank.
If they
I'm
were
gonna
gonna,
steal that.
if they were gonna
fucking-
stab you, if they were gonna yank you, they would have done it.
yeah. Anyways,
A
but
rogue just comes up behind.
I was
backstab.
tired. It was late. It was cold. It was also very
So,
heavy. I didn't. I was. Just
I
like,
just picture Riccio.
Caught
not-
Rocco.
I just picture Riccio not like carrying it by the handle, but like gripping it in a hug and just like kind of like crying while he's walking. Some dude was going to mug you and went, "Yo, that dude's fucking crazy."
I'll probably go to stab him, and he'll do some weird maneuver, take the knife out of my hand, and cut my throat. So I'm gonna stay away from that.
but yeah, no, I don't know.
Let's stay the fuck away from that guy. He's talking to himself. I can make it. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Just kneel down and pretend to tie my shoes. It's okay.
But anyway, the fucking bag started ripping, and then I had to rush home, and then I came in, and Dan was passed out. But you clearly saw I was just like
Yeah.
fucking done. I was like, Dan, it's fucking.
It took
Space
the last
shit.
out of your. It took the last ounce of your strength to take that picture, holding up the games and the Xbox.
Yeah.
Literally, the second I took that picture, you saw the flash, and you just collapsed right
Done.
there.
Yeah.
It was something to behold, actually, because the Xbox like crushed his chest, and I know you had to take him to the hospital.
I had to give him a
That
kidney.
didn't actually happen. No. However, I did go try and sleep then for the next 6 hours. Ended up being in bed till like
Riccio, you were in the hospital. That's why you couldn't sleep.
Actually, you're dead.
But what time? No.
It's purgatory time.
Your time is supposed to stop when you die or something.
Really? Who told you that?
The watch company? God, watch. See, when you die, you look at yourself. Oh, I am dead. My watch is dead. I'm dead.
Shit.
That's how they sold me on it. No, I have no idea. Anyway, I didn't sleep at all that night, and that was really crazy because we woke up
Watch your Twitter feed.
at do we start at
Painful.
8 or 9 a.m.
8.
8 in the morning.
Solidly at 8. I woke up,
Yeah.
checked Twitter, and went, Riccio's a damn fool.
Yep.
So I just kept tweeting like, guys, I can't fall asleep. Guys, I can't fall asleep. Guys, I can't fall asleep. It's gonna be terrible tomorrow, guys.
I slept a delicious 6 hours.
Yep.
So
It was
anyways,
wonderful.
we still managed to do a 12-hour long stream, just like the PS4, and we tried the shit out of the Xbox One.
And then I was like, hey, Riccio, go to bed. And you're like, okay. And then you sat down on the couch. You fucking passed out. I'm like, all right, well, I better leave because
This is
Yeah.
creepy.
passed out. And then I left. And then he started tweeting about like, hey, Killer Instinct is kind of fun. I'm like, you fucking go to bed. You literally cannot keep your eyes open
I played
all
so
night.
much
Just
more.
all night. Like until
played-
I went to bed that night.
I played like another 3 hours of Killer Instinct that night. I did like most of the trials, and I kept going.
I went to
on
bed
that.
at like midnight and you were still up tweeting about shit. I was lying in bed and a little like
30-minute
Twitter
power
thing,
naps or
I'm
whatever you played and left or whatever. That's all I needed.
You know how long that power nap was?
What?
10 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
You don't even fucking understand. You passed out. I went, hey, Riccio, you're asleep. Like I saw it the second it happened, and I poked you and went, well, he's probably passed out for good. Walked outside, and the tweet fucking appeared on my phone.
No.
You're a terrible person.
I hadn't even. I wasn't on the bus yet.
Really?
Let's picture him just like laying
like,
there.
I responded
must
to
have
the
gone.
tweet from like right over there. I could have run back over here and punched you out.
I was so sure that it was.
I can't believe that
30
you were
minutes.
just like whatever.
I thought it was 35 minutes to 40, like something.
No, it was
wow.
literally 5 minutes
That's all I needed.
to be up for like another 5 hours.
To be fair, once I did pass out that night, I was out for 12 hours. I was like,
Yeah, but like you were up the day before at like 10 o'clock
I was
until like
I was prepping for our 72-hour super charity marathon happening December 28th to 31st.
yeah.
I got that time off. I'm super excited for that.
Sweet.
We all have that time off because Riccio has no
Swagalicious.
job and the rest of us book time off.
I have a job.
It's obviously not sleeping.
It just doesn't make me.
He's doing a sleep study to see how
Yeah.
long it takes before someone
I
dies.
got paid no payment to nothing.
Is this why you hallucinate?
I don't definitely hear. Holy fuck.
Who's Devin?
Xbox saved me.
Xbox on.
No. Okay.
It's
Um,
Devin. It's Xbox turn on.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Xbox
It's
turn
not.
on.
There's no turn with the on, but the off is the
Xbox
turn.
on.
You keep talking over you.
Xbox
Xbox
turn
won't hear
on.
you. Okay. Dan and I had a hour and a half long. Fucking you push the guide button and turn the son of a bitch on anyway. Dan and I tried to use the Kinect for an hour and a half or an hour ish.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
We thought it would work.
I realized
It
very.
does kind of work.
It does work when you realize how you're supposed to say the words.
And
when.
also that we've been so conditioned to yell at the Kinect
Yeah.
because it's always over there in front
Yeah.
of your big TV.
which is like
But
10
right
to
now
15.
it's like a foot from us.
yeah. Yelling
So-
into a Kinect a foot
So
away.
you're just yelling at it.
Not the
It's,
greatest.
it's crying a little
Xbox,
bit.
go to settings.
No.
Xbox.
Delete
Delete profile to Riccio.
I'm gonna have to actually turn on my TV just to make sure nothing's fucking happening right now. I don't know how much.
Xbox Bing Madden.
Oh, it's on the fucking Wii U as well. God damn, we fucked it all up. We fucked it all up.
Front power button. What's wrong?
I don't trust that shit. Every console seems to break when you turn off. Everybody quiet. Xbox turn off.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Please. Oh, I hate you, Xbox. All right. Anyways, another thing. Dan and I made our first video in the.
Bing Madden.
I don't actually know where the fuck it is. Yeah, it's off.
It's the big one, the eject button. I asked him while we were sitting here in the middle of playing a game, and he was like, "Hey, Dan, eject the disc." I went, "Okay, where's the eject button? I can't see it. Is it this one?" And I pointed at the big white circle that is actually the power button. He said, "Yep." And I pushed it, turned the whole fucking console off. He denies saying that, but there's video evidence.
No, I was saying that I just actually couldn't see it, and I was like, yeah. I figured you wouldn't push that one, but anyway.
That's
Connect
great.
works when you
Talk to it.
talk smoothly to it when it's a foot away
it's
from
actually
your
like,
face.
Hey, baby.
talk in a normal, basic voice, and that's kind of weird because
Instead
the
of
last
yelling
one
at it?
we did kind of have to yell at.
Yeah. Or maybe we didn't. Maybe that's why it was fucked.
The other one worked when we yelled at it.
Did it?
This
Yeah.
one does not respond to us when we yell at it. It's like, hey, listen, settle the fuck down, and then speak to me again.
Yeah.
You need to calm your shit.
I think the most irritating thing about the Xbox One's Connect features are whenever it doesn't register your thing, so you try to repeat it, and it just like stops listening. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like it just stops listening in the middle of your sentence. Like the little listening thing just disappears. You're like, you did not just fucking do that to me, Xbox. You just
I
smashed me.
highlighted that whole part,
Yeah.
but it kind of like it loaded the page and then crashed my browsers. I don't know if the highlight actually took.
Ooh,
So I haven't
we'll have
checked.
to check, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely
Monumental experience.
yeah. So anyways,
amazing.
So then, Dan
Pink birth something Madden
it
2012.
didn't hear shit, and it binged. We didn't even say bing, but anyway. So then we also tried. We were messing with UI, so we tried doing the Upload Studio. We loaded up Dead Rising. We made it record a little bit of a clip.
That's the best clip ever.
Yeah, so that we put our voice over it. Or I put my voice over it. I yelled "fucking zombies," and then boo! It's real loud. Boo! I don't want to.
Why can't you just play it right here?
I could probably play it. There'd be no sound. Maybe
No.
there'd be
Why
sound.
couldn't there be?
There could be sound.
Yeah.
Anyways, so no, it's not going the right way at all. Yeah, okay, there could be. Yeah.
Told
So
you.
anyway,
I've been here enough. I know how your setup rolls.
anywho, this clip that you guys are about to see was what ended up getting me banned for 24 hours from Xbox Live, because they didn't really have any rules up to say, hey, don't say fucking, don't say fucking. That's oh no, it's not gonna.
That's a mean word.
Prepare your ears.
So it's like, don't say fucking. So because no, there's no sound.
No, it's not working. It's
There's
not
no-
working.
It's no sound. Okay. Maybe I hit the wrong one. I don't know. This is the worst experience of my life.
It's okay. It'll be over soon.
I had it on the wrong one. I had it on the wrong one. So the video went a little bit something like this. Fucking zombies. And then I was promptly banned for 24 hours from Xbox Live from being able to upload and or use Skype. To be fair, probably earned it. Starting a video that gets published everywhere with the word fucking is probably not.
It's
A good
probably
start.
yelling boom. That scares people.
Yeah, the boom probably scared people too because they were in shock from the fucking and then the word fucking and then yeah.
Big chat.
So yeah,
I'm just gonna yell big chat every
yeah.
time you take it off the
The,
screen.
the thing is that so anyway, I got banned from Upload Studio and Skype for 24 hours. Then they put out that statement like, "Hey, nobody swear, nobody swear," and I was like, "That's kind of dumb." Then I realized what happens when you do Upload Studio. So say you're playing an Xbox game and you go ahead and say, "Xbox, record that," and it does, "Bloop, no problem." And it goes like, game whatever video shared or saved. It saves it locally to your Xbox. It sends it to all of your friends' feeds and followers.
And it can send it to SkyDrive, right?
It can send it to
You have to
SkyDrive.
select that. It doesn't
Yeah.
automatically.
And then it will also send it out to say I'm playing Dead Rising like we were, and say you're going to the store page and you're
yeah,
like,
fucking
"Hey,
zombies.
what's going
Boom.
on in Dead Rising? Oh, there's DLC. Oh, there's also recent game clips," and then it'll just
Oh, it's in
fucking
their
play
store?
it. So you'll just be in the store like, "Oh, what's this? Fucking zombies!" Bah! Exactly, scare the shit out of people. And then not only that, if you go into the Upload Studio, it'll say like recent clips, and then it'll link it through like via games or just recent clips. Was probably there as well. People probably got offended. Not surprised I got banned. I don't mind that that's a little
Fucking
censored.
censorship.
Yeah.
Buh!
But yeah, anyway. After that, I don't really mind. The ban was okay. What's weird is not having access to Skype though, but I guess that makes sense. There were weird things going around.
You had a nice chat with an Xbox support person who was like, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna forward this. Oh wait, no, tech support people know about this. And then I got an email yesterday. They're like, we can't do shit. You were banned. I was like,
Great.
But it works again, so...
All right. Yeah, so anyways, I have access to that stuff again. I'm going to talk about the games at one point, but for now, I just want to say the Xbox experience, let's say, like using the UI, using the dashboard.
Oh, the new
and
Xbox
Kinect.
experience.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of super awesome. I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. There are still some super ass backwards things, like party chat being really fucked.
Broken as fuck.
I haven't
The whole menu kind of being
Well,
weird.
let's start with the party chat for just for a second. The weird thing is everything seems to be like not everything. Some things seem to have taken a step back from the 360, which is weird because party chat. Let's say you guys are on your Xbox Ones. Say if you had some, and then I would invite you guys to it. Inviting people to a party puts us into a party where if we join games and stuff, it's really easy to add, but voice chat's not activated.
Why not?
It's not on by default. So we have to go into the party thing either by snapping it or going to the app and then turning on audio, like turn on voice chat. The thing is though, apparently when you do that, you also have to make sure you're port forwarding, or else that's not gonna. It's just gonna be grayed out or it won't work. Apparently, but yeah, it's just the fact that it's not always on is probably conserving bandwidth somewhere along the line. But I don't know.
But even still, like that was kind of standard in 360.
As well as some people have been reporting that you can't manually invite people. So let's say we've got a party. Say we're all three. This is a good example. Apparently, all three of us are in Killer Instinct. I don't know if they patched this. They might have patched this. But day one, this is what was happening. We're in a party. There's three of us. We're going to go play Killer Instinct. And I go to an exhibition match. So I'm like, hey, it's a private match. It'll be a one-on-one. It'll send down an invite to player number 2 in the party. So let's say that's you, Dan. Devin's never going to get an invite. I can't go to my friends list, and there's no invite button. There's no fucking no, I want Devin to join us. Can't do that.
Really? That's really weird.
It seems really weird. I don't have Battlefield. I don't have Call of Duty. I don't have any of that stuff, the Xbox One, so I can't actually test the invite stuff and all that weird shit. But that stuff's super weird. I've also been having this weird issue with the Xbox One and the PS4 as well for just at least Call of Duty. But anyways, for the Xbox One, where to connect to multiplayer servers, you need to make a VPN to Microsoft servers to get a Toledo IP address, it says. Twitch, it says, hey, do some port forwarding. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Also, going to just put you on the DMZ. DMZ on routers means, hey, you're in the demilitarized zone.
Yep.
Which is no firewall, no nothing. You're just fucking out there. People can just ping whatever the hell IP you're giving, and that'll just be open to the world. And so I put it there, still having issues. So to allow me to play online, whether it's Dead Rising, whether it's Rise or Killer Instinct, I have to turn on my Xbox One. I have to go to the settings, and then there's a setting that says clear MAC address, which I don't know if you can. I don't think you can
Maybe
actually.
it's a virtual.
Maybe it's a virtual MAC address because you're not supposed to be able to change that. I think. You just hit clear, and then it restarts, and it works every time after that.
That's really weird.
Until it's broken.
Until it's broken again, then I have to go do that again, which can happen sometimes twice in one sitting. But it's really weird. It's just really weird. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that weird shit that I know is going to get fixed, I really like it. I actually, I'm a bit of a fan. I'm a bit more of a fan of Xbox's record that than I am with the PlayStation share stuff.
That's because your PlayStation One is broken.
I don't know
for
what's
some
happening with my share thing. It's So Xbox One, when you do record that, it'll take the last 30 seconds, and then it'll fart it out to your friends list, fart it out to everything. It's just like poof, cloud, go for it. If you what I learned though is, let's say you're playing Dead Rising and you're like record that, and you know it's more than 30 seconds ago. You're like, oh fuck. If you pin game DVR and you go record, it'll take the last 5 minutes, so you can still do that.
Can't you say record that 5 minutes?
No.
I thought you could.
I wish.
thought there was voice versions of that.
It's really.
I think you can do that.
weird
Well, can't you
there's
say
not.
game DVR 5 minutes or something
Something like that, maybe, yeah. I don't know all the voice commands. It's possible, yeah. But yeah, anyways, that stuff's not working. Compared to, for some reason, with my PS4, I learned that double tapping the share button, for me, at least the way I set it up, records, but it only starts the recording. But then hitting the share button records the past 15 minutes. But my experience with hitting the share button in the last 15 minutes, for the past 6 or 7 videos, let's say 5 for sure, I know, has recorded a random 15 minutes, which was not.
Well, it was prior to it, but not.
It was prior, but maybe a minute before. Then it was the 15 minutes. I don't know. It's really weird. I was perplexed and angry because I just, prior to learning that you had the share button to record the first 15 minutes,
Dan, you were just.
Dan made me realize that that's how you do that. Because I've been, every time something cool happens, I'd be double tapping to start the recording. Be like, yeah, I want to remember that.
But actually, that is start recording from this
No.
moment.
Yeah. So I went back to all of my Killzone things, all of my Battlefield, all of my Call of Duty videos, all my Need for Speed stuff. And it was just like the 15 minutes after I had done something cool as fuck. So it was just me like in a pause menu or sitting there or just doing nothing or looking at like other shit. And I'm like,
Wow, that's kind of shitty.
The Battlefield one is the best.
Yeah.
You're like, look at this boat. Wait.
I was playing on...
It's like already crashed and you're just looking at it from far away.
I was playing on, I don't know what the fuck the mission is, but where there's like heavy rains, torrential rains, and then a boat comes smashes into the island. And I had like an experience where I was like, holy shit, is it this map? And then I 180'd and the boat just fucking just smashed into the sand and exploded past me, but close enough that like I didn't get hit and it just kind of happened. I was like, oh, that was so cool.
And then you double tap.
And I double tap to share to record it. So then you just have me after kind of looking away from it, running after the exciting experience and turning around and be like, that was cool as shit.
Hey guys,
Being really sad. But
this kind of sucks.
Your aftermath videos.
I deleted all of them out of anger. I was like, fuck you, god damn it. But yeah. Anyway, point is, I'm actually enjoying the Xbox One. Would I recommend people? Okay, so many people have come into my channel the past week being like, hey, now that you got both, which one do you recommend? Which one do you want? Which one, like, I gotta know. Honestly, they're both so alike. It's so many features.
They're so comparable. It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. I've been telling everybody, like, figure out which one your friends want or which ones your friends have and get that one. Because currently owning both of them, as much as it's
There's
cool,
only like a 2 or 3 game difference.
yeah, as much as I'm glad that I got to play Dead Rising 3 and as much as I'm glad as I got to play Rise, not worth the money to have both of them because you're experiencing like the same features just split across 2 platforms now. So now I'm sometimes like, do I want to play PS4? Do I want to play Xbox One? And I'm just like, this is... And then I'm kind of reminded, like, man, I spent like fucking $600 on this thing or $500 on this thing.
Better play it.
I'm like, yeah. Anyway, had I only had an Xbox One, I'd be super happy. Had I only had a PS4, I'd be super happy. So
I only have a PS4. I'm super happy.
Yeah,
you go.
that's the same. I'm really happy with my PS4.
So yeah, if anybody's wondering which one to get, honestly, figure out which ones your friends are going to get or are excited for, and line up with who you're going to play online with, because that's probably where we're going to have the best experience. Fuck all the resolution shit. Fuck all the weird frame rate crap. Just go with what your friends are playing, because that's how you're going to have fun. Because, like I've been saying, if it comes down to like, oh man, my Call of Duty's in 1080p, my Call of Duty's in 720p, that won't matter, because it's going to be like, I'm playing Call of Duty with my friends. I don't give a fuck.
Pranked.
Yeah,
Also,
pranked. We're all getting
Call of
pranked.
Duty kind of looks like garbage anyways.
Yeah.
That was just, yeah, anyway. That was the only one I could think of that. Oh, well, I know Battlefield also has resolution differences, but
Battlefield's fucked on everything right now.
Battlefield's fucked on everything. Everybody's getting the same experience. It doesn't matter. It's fucked.
So I want you to tell your experience of Battlefield 4 last night when we tried to play.
Honestly, I don't even remember. It's just so like every other time I
So,
try to play Battlefield
like-
right now.
I asked you to join in and send me a party invite,
Oh, yeah.
and you were like, "All right, let me just back out." Oh, Battlefield crashed. I killed my PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So Battlefield, it got a patch, and it's still super fucking busted. They said it reduces the amount of the crashes that happen, but it still seems to happen about the same amount. Conquest servers are open, but only 64 player, 32 players not available, or I can't seem to find any matches.
All right.
They said they'll never, or so far they're not working towards ever putting in like squad joining and then going to find a match anymore. What they want you to do is join a game together
great.
and try and join, because if you end up on the same team, it'll auto squad you. Why doesn't it happen before? I don't know. What I haven't tested, however, is going onto Battlelog on BF4, because you can still, like, on the actual, let's say I'm on my PC, if I go to Battlelog, I can still create a group. I don't know if that group will make it so it's like, oh, Devin, join in, and then I'll fucking choose something through the browser, and we'll see what happens.
That could be cool.
I don't know. That's yeah. Actually, okay, to answer somebody in the chat's asking, why would I choose 32 if you can 64? 64 so far, they've just randomly put it out, also with all the weird shit happening. 64 has like a limited frame rate, let's say, and if you enjoy on the current servers kind of running forward and like being like, I'm just gonna, it's, I don't know. It's
Crazy
really,
ass rubber
there's
banding.
a lot of rubber banding. It doesn't happen often, but it happens enough that you kind of get annoyed when it does happen, and then like the game will crash out and you're like, I'm gonna go play some Rush.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat is asking if it's crashing for PS3 and Xbox 360 as well.
I actually don't know. I know it's still crashing for PC a lot because I've heard the PC version is it's a bit more stable now, but it had like a rough launch. I don't actually know about the.
I don't know of anyone who owns it on the older generations.
So I wonder how theirs are actually doing. I don't know, but
I guess those have been out longer. And I know what my roommate kind of plays Battlefield 4 like every fucking night.
have you heard him complain at all, or just no? Probably it's probably
Maybe
okay.
it's okay on those ones because
they're dealing with smaller servers and
yeah, that's true.
So there's maybe that.
Not the influx of people.
There's less on-demand patching for those consoles as well. So maybe they were trying to get out a more finished version at launch for those two.
But
because PC's just like whatever, just patched every fucking day. PS4 is kind of the same way.
Yeah, PS4 they're taking a little bit.
Where their cert is like super fast or something.
Yeah.
Just like day 2 Assassin's Creed, like, hey, we're just gonna address all these things.
Yeah, it's 1080p patch. Let's put all this shit out. Game looks amazing. Still runs at 30 frames. Works awesome. And yeah, that's pretty good.
Like based on user feedback, it's like
Yeah.
How? What? It's been out a day.
But yeah, I don't know. Battlefield's still pretty busted. They put out a patch which I was excited for to try the single player, but apparently people's save files are still corrupting, so I'm still not going to play the single player.
Yeah, I've been holding off on playing the single player on that.
But the multiplayer seems to be working. I've managed to play enough multiplayer and not get crashed out to the point where I'm having a decent amount of fun before it dies, and then I don't mind so much that it crashed because I just had a few good matches there, and this Battlefield's pretty fucking sweet. Because honestly, when it's working, holy shit, is Battlefield 4 so goddamn good. It is just.
I'm really excited to play it
So goddamn
because
good.
I liked Battlefield 3, so 4 just seems like the next.
Seems really good.
Yeah, it's a good step forward.
But yeah, anyways, before we go too far ahead, I just want to finish up a little bit of Xbox stuff. Or do we want to just talk about what we've played? Because that's pretty much.
Yeah, finish up your Xbox stuff.
That's
well,
Xbox
is the Xbox stuff
pretty much
about
what
the
I've-
video games?
Yeah, it's about the video
Okay,
games.
well,
There
let's
we go.
just-
Oh, okay. The controller's really sweet on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
When I first
I
picked
haven't
it up,
held it yet. You
Here.
should let me hold that shit.
also I'll just show it.
The
real quick.
bumpers suck.
Yeah, the bumpers kind of suck, but now I really like them. So the
I
Xbox
don't
One
know how
controller.
you can. Devin's gonna notice right away.
Ugh, that's weird.
You can't click them in the top
Click
parts.
them in like how would
No.
See?
No.
All right, so here's the main thing. I picked up the controller the first time and I was like, "Ooh, this is really weird. The analog sticks are kind of a bit smaller. They have like this weird edging that kind of cut into my finger for a little bit. Now it seems to not do it, so I'm guessing
That's
maybe I
'cause they're
smoothed
worn
it out.
out.
Yeah, I worn it out a little bit.
Yeah. It was a rough die cut.
No, not that. I mean like just the
The
actual
rubber?
the weird. There's like a weird kind of like tread mark around it.
Texturization.
But anyway,
It really feels like that thing is a Forza controller.
yeah,
yeah.
it really does.
But okay, so prior to picking up the Xbox One, I had that whole week of playing PS4 stuff where like day in, day out, I was PS4. Picking that up, I was like, oh, this feels really weird. It's like heavier. The bumper's kind of weird. The analog sticks are cutting my fingers. Like, what is this? Once again, after that 12-hour play session and then
What
continuing
the fuck? 100 million on the controller design for the Xbox One.
What do you mean?
Someone is saying that's what they spent.
Oh, wow. 100 million. Jesus, that's crazy.
Couldn't get the bumpers right.
It couldn't
no,
get
so-
them bumpers right.
So here,
They had nobody that plays that clicks in the middles of the bumpers. Really? Like
No, so here's the thing. Have been playing it for a while, and you kind of get used to the controller. It feels really good. I'll take it for a second just to show something.
Yeah.
The analog sticks now feel really good. I feel really precise whenever I was trying to shoot things in Dead Rising, and Dead Rising has some pretty bad aiming. And I was
the rest of the controller's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So-
just not the bumpers.
so the bumpers are garbage if you're used to kind of either. I'm gonna try to move my-
pressing the whole bumper.
So if you either used to play with two fingers and you're used to pressing the top of the bumper, or if you were used to switching a lot,
I switched a lot.
so that's what it's crappy with. Except for now, when you get used to it, like in Dead Rising, you'd use this to switch your weapons or to sprint. You can like sprint and aim and shit because you can kind of I'm pulling the trigger down.
you could do
tap.
that on the old one too.
You could as well, but this one it's even easier to do that, which I kind of like. So it's really easy to kind of like not have to move your finger a lot and have access to
not a
both
big
buttons.
bumper jump.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that picking it up. That's the first thing. Like, same thing. Like Chris came over, another one of my friends. The first thing he did was like, "What the fuck is wrong with the bumpers?" Because they don't actually push in on the corner here. They only push over here and kind of in the back.
Like I wish they just.
if you look at the
that
triggers,
issue
the sort of-
would be a non-issue for me if they made the pressable area the whole button.
Yeah, that would
why
make
do
sense.
why do they have to make
I'm not sure.
the rest of the like non-pressable part of it
That
look
is weird.
like it's part of the button?
That is pretty
right?
weird, yeah. No, I get you on that one. Like, why is it so
Why does
stiff
it look
there?
like I should be able to press it, but I can't?
It's really weird. But anyways, the thing is that it does feel really good once you play with it for a while. And the thing is to compare here, the triggers on the PS4 are kind of small, and they're really good though. I love the PS4 triggers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm getting
the
really
DualShock
I'm getting a
4
lot
is
used
The triggers on
as good as the Xbox 360
the
controller.
Xbox One are fat as hell. They're so awesome though. Like
Let's see.
they're cozy. They're really huge. They're really huge compared to the PS4.
I feel like this would be really good for Halo.
yeah. So
The way that they're angled, like they're not just a straight trigger out. They've got
No.
a nice angle on the
yeah,
on the sides.
they're really cozy, I guess. But either way, PS4 ones, I'll use them for like 12 hours straight. Never hurt. Xbox One never hurt. I had a weird cramp though in my palm with the Xbox One controllers after playing the 12-hour session.
because it's smaller.
Yeah, hasn't
So
done
you're
that since though. I
gripping
think
it
I think
more.
my hand just needed to get used to it.
That's really fucking weird.
but-
We'll also notice on this is a problem very specific to Riccio's friends. The DualShock 4 retains his sweat more than the Xbox One one.
Xbox One is very easy to wipe.
It's that matte.
What I will say though is the Xbox One controller and the Xbox OS or dashboard, there is no way in hell to know how much battery power is left.
Really?
Really?
What happens?
Wow.
There's no indicator anywhere yet. What will happen, however, is I was playing Forza and then my vibration cut out, and I was like, "Well, that's fucking weird. I hope my controller didn't break." And then I just kind of, give it a quick Google. Why does my vibration not work? Is it busted? And they're like, "No. Whenever there's like 20% or something when it's low power, it'll just turn off the vibrate until your controller is just fully dead." So to me, that tells me vibration's gone. You're gonna change the goddamn controller. You're gonna change the batteries because
So the whole thing out.
the whole
buy a
fucking
new
controller is garbage.
Just-
No. The vibration in the Xbox One controller is the craziest shit compared to the PS4.
Except it's only kind of used in Forza. So far.
It's only used in Forza so far. It was a little bit in Dead Rising, but nowhere
was
near
just for
as
the gunfire,
pronounced.
right?
Yeah,
It was just-
and a little bit of like weird shit, like you're getting hit. It was, but when you're playing Forza, the triggers, the vibration, the triggers. First of all, I was like giddy as hell feeling it for the first time because it feels really weird. It's like tickling your finger. It's really weird. Anyway,
It is really
but
weird.
what's insane is I don't know how many vibration things, spinner weight things are inside the controller. But if you're playing Forza and you hit someone head on, it seems to vibrate a lot in the triggers and in like the kind of top half, like
Directional vibration.
yeah, like the top half part of the controller, and you kind of feel it when you're holding it. Like, oh, that's weird. And if people are ramming you from the side, it seems to like vibrate like only on the corners, and kind of if it's harder, it'll almost like echo through the controller in some weird fucking like, what is this magic in my hand kind of way. But that's also pretty cool. One thing to also mention with the controllers is that the battery life from people, what they're saying is one pair of AA batteries seems to last about 30 something hours, which is a bit longer, which is longer than the PS4's DualShock 4, but
It's 8.
it's
you
8
don't
or
have
so.
to buy batteries for.
But I don't, I don't have to buy batteries for the DualShock 4, and plus, I'm really close to my PlayStation 4, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just like,
I was pulling it in at night and with
standby
the,
mode, yeah, it's
Yeah, whatever.
I actually just have mine constantly. I hardwired mine into my PC.
Yeah.
And I have a really long cable, and then I just unplug it, power it on so it connects to the PS4, and then plug it back in again.
the PS4 charge, like the DualShock 4 also charges pretty damn fast.
Yeah,
I've had it where I'm just like, I'll plug it in for like one. Let's say I'm playing a match of Call of Duty and I realize it's low, or Battlefield. After 30 minutes, I'll kind of unplug it and it's good to go for like another few hours or something. So it's not that bad. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the Xbox One so far. It's a really cool console. I was sort of not expecting it to
Be this
hype me as much as it was the night before, but yeah. The OS though is super fucked. That tile Windows 8 shit is.
It's almost as if they made it intentionally confusing, so you'd have to use the Kinect. to
Yeah.
navigate.
It's almost impossible to find a lot of things right off the get go until you're just like, Xbox, go to settings. You're like, oh, there we go. That's awesome. But what I don't,
kind of weird.
okay, so the PS4, like Devin, let's say you're in a game and you go to like the, I don't know, you check your friends list or something.
Yeah.
You know, you can double tap the PlayStation button and it like flips back to what you were doing.
Yeah.
So many times playing the Xbox One, I'll double tap and I'm like, it doesn't fucking go anywhere.
You know what the double tap does?
Swaps.
Found out. It switches focus.
Yeah, on the
when you're
snap.
snapped. Yeah.
I really wish it would swap back to what you're doing because sometimes you'll kind of hit the guide button, which just kind of pauses the game or like makes it smaller, and you can go do the other apps. But everything is apps. Like the Friends list is a full screen app. You can I think you can snap that or you can't snap it yet. Checking messages requires you to do some weird stuff. But I don't know. Also,
Everything just seems so cluttered. That's my problem with it.
it is.
But maybe that's because I just came off of the very simplistic almost minimalist PS4 interface.
Yeah, it's
Where it's just all your games and apps are down here, all the other stuff is up here. It's just sorted into text menus. That's it.
What's weird though is that the 360 is the console that first introduced achievements, and achievements were fucking crazy. Everything started introducing that.
Yep.
It's almost like the PS4 did a better job with trophies than the Xbox One did with achievements, because PS4, say an achievement pops, there's no real easy way to go to it. You still have to go through the menus and whatever. But going through the achievements, you kind of have percentage of oh man, you're part of the 2.1% for this one. But this other one is 1.0% of all people who own this. You probably you want to be one of those prestigious people with it or whatever. The Xbox One, you get a little achievement and it's hold the guide button for notifications, which then brings up to the notifications, which doesn't give you any information on the achievement. It just says, do you want to go to the achievements app? It's okay, sure. You go into that and it fucking kicks you out of the game. It doesn't close the game. It just kind of puts it away and then brings the achievement interface to the forefront. And then we'll go to the game and gives you a full screen picture of it that you're just I don't give a fuck what this picture is showing me. Just tell me what achievement I got. Because, I don't know, I felt like with the 360, you get an achievement, you hit the guide.
They removed the guide.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And then going through the achievement interface, if you're just trying to see which ones you have unlocked, it all tells you the point percentage until you go into it and get that full screenshot. Those full screen screenshots look really cool, though. But there's also only 8 achievements on screen at once, and you're kind of shifting, and you're trying to, I don't know. It seems really clunky to go around. To the point where on the Xbox One, I'm almost give me all the achievements you want. I don't give a fuck about them. But every time I get one on the PS4, I go and check ooh, what percentage am I? Oh, sweet, that's a rare one. I got
and
kind of
it's really
excited.
easy to navigate because it's just PlayStation button, go up because it's not a game or app.
Yep.
Trophies. Okay, here everything is. It loaded basically instantly. There's no weird pictures or anything. I can see the rarity, and then I'll just double tap the PlayStation button and go back to the game.
Exactly.
I don't have to say Xbox go to achievements.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is I don't like the double tap. I wish I could do the double tap, and I don't like how it's not there on the Xbox One. But say if it was in the achievements,
I think the Xbox One is meant to be more of a hey, do a bunch of things at the same time.
Yeah.
Whereas the PS4 is just that's the main difference between these systems is the other thing. Whereas in the last generation, you had to if you wanted to play games, you probably get an Xbox 360. If you wanted to do media streaming and all this other
You did the
whatever
PS3.
stuff, you get the PS3. But now it's kind of the reverse of that. If you just want to play games, you get a PS4. But if you want to do all this other weird connectivity stuff and get the snap and watch stuff at the same time you're playing games or whatever, you get an Xbox One for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's a weird role reversal coming out of it, as well as the.
also the Xbox One's more expensive, just like the PS3 was.
And Sony kind of went in with the mentality or the general mentality towards Sony was it's kind of the underdog for it. It's being nice to the little guy. You've got all the indie games. You've got, we're focusing on gaming, not TV. I read an interview where I can't remember who it was with, but he said it's kind of going back to basics where it's a gaming system first, everything else secondary. Whereas I feel the Xbone has kind of put everything else to the forefront, and it plays video games. So it's
we tried to do a bunch of different stuff with the Xbox One and mess around with it. Even the Watch TV thing, we plugged PS4 into it just to see if all this weird different features would work. On the PS4, what do? We played video games and watched anime.
Yeah,
just because it has Crunchyroll on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all we've done with the PS4. We didn't even we messed around with the little add-on features.
We go through the settings being
there wasn't a lot, but it was very basic.
One thing the Xbox One does have over the PS4 currently is the ability to mute the Kinect as an in-game microphone, but the PlayStation 4 still doesn't do that. So
I'm sure that's not that's not a system seller.
No, I know. No, I was just joking. But the thing is, I feel like in a year from now, once Xbox One has gotten its first major UI update, and the PS4 has gotten its first major UI update, or not major, just the features that people want or
the next revision.
Yeah, the next revision of it. I think these systems are gonna be fucking awesome. I'm bothered by the little things on the Xbox One, but the overall experience is still really awesome, and I'm like, this is fucking cool as shit when it's working. The thing that records clips the Xbox Record that is probably my favorite feature right now, because I've had it sometimes where I'll come sit I'll get a bowl of soup or fucking cereal or just have a sandwich or something that I don't want to start using controllers. I don't want to get grease over shit or just I don't want to have stuff get dirty. And just being able to sit here and be oh man, what do I want to watch on Netflix? Or oh, do I want to try YouTubing stuff? But that requires a lot of clicking. Instead, I'm just Xbox on, and then it'll turn on, and I'll just go like, oh, go to my friends list, watch recent clips, all of them, and I just get to see. Because that recording feature, people trigger it by saying the words, or an achievement will trigger, and then it'll record the last 30 seconds. So, or if people play Battlefield, you get the last 30 seconds before they rank up until they rank up. So I kind of just sit there and I'm just eating, watching like, oh sweet, that guy ranked up to like level 15 or something today, or he did a sick fucking kill, or Dustin did a sweet combo. And I'm just sitting here like, this is sweet. And then they're really short bursts of just different videos, and then I can just go back to stuff.
I think the thing that Xbox really did get right, and this is not even a knock again, like. The PlayStation 4 feature works.
They're both
for
amazing
me,
consoles,
so I'm happy with it. You're not, because it's weirdly broken. On
the
PlayStation
share thing
for some reason.
Yeah.
The ability to just get it in your head to just say Xbox record that whenever something cool happens is way easier than because when we're playing the game, I've already conditioned myself to not press share.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's not the select button anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm pressing the middle of the pad.
Yep.
And so when something happens, I kind of have to go look down at my controller and go, right, I'm pressing share.
Yeah.
But I don't always remember to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the mental conditioning to just say, that was cool. Instead of saying, that was cool, you say, Xbox, record that. It's got it.
To be fair, I've had it fuck up so many times. Something cool will happen. I'm like, Xbox, record that. I'm like, Xbox, record that. Record. Just trying to, like, not sound excited.
30 seconds are running out.
Like, you just gotta fucking record that. And then, like, you'll have, like, the clip be me pause, just yelling shit for the last 10 seconds. Well, you don't hear me, but you figure that out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's, I don't know. Both systems are so awesome that it's, I don't know, like, last generation, what you were saying is somebody would ask you, like, okay, which console should I get? You'd be like, well, you're going to play online with your friends a lot, probably go for the 360, or you're going to play more single-player stuff, do more media stuff, go for the PS4. Now you're just kind of like,
what?
I don't know.
They're pretty even.
They're pretty even. Other than that $100
especially
difference.
at launch.
Especially at launch. It's
And
so many
nobody
people ask me
has
that.
a year head start.
yeah, that too.
There's
Well, the
none
Wii
of
U
that.
does.
The Wii U does.
Well,
Wii U
Well,
does.
now it has good games.
Yeah. But like
Even
nobody
Mario's
had
good.
that crazy, head start on it.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I think that's what makes me excited is that people will keep asking like which console should I get, and the fact that I don't know what the fuck to say is like, man, in one of these years, one of these consoles is gonna do something fucking crazy. I hope, and it's gonna be like, holy shit, that's the one to get, or like I don't.
But then the other one's going to match it because they're constantly
Exactly.
competing with each other.
And the fact that they're easily upgradable and not like upgradable in terms of their dashboard and all the features they can do. They can easily just patch things in because they're more like PCs now. Is awesome. I don't know. I'm so fucking psyched to see what's gonna happen.
It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked about it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good new gen, I
Yep.
guess. So yeah. Anyway, want to talk about that stuff. I'm really having fun with both of them. It's also weird to have like I've been casting so much, and to do a whole week of a PS4 and then a whole week of Xbox One, you kind of have those random people coming in like PS4 shit, and it's like, no man, like you
No
gotta see both.
console
You
war.
gotta see both of them. This is look at this shit, and they're like, whoa, and just people
It's
just not knowing what to
you
say.
know
It's just
what's
like
funny? It's just you've always had that no console wars
Yeah.
rule in your channel, and I've always looked at it and been like, why the fuck is this here? Like no one ever fucking says this shit, but no, at console launches,
it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. It's. I don't. I'd almost want to ask anybody who actually has been watching the channel these past 2 weeks, like, what have you guys thought about it? Because I don't know what to say. But anyway, yeah. What have you guys been playing this week for video games?
only the game of the year,
Oh,
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag
really?
Yeah.
on the PlayStation 4 home video entertainment system.
Ooh.
It's pretty sweet. I'm still playing it on the 360
I
though.
can't.
Oh,
You know
that
what?
sucks.
It kind of doesn't matter.
No, it
Like,
does. Zero fucks are given about it. To be honest with you,
It's just straight up fun.
Yeah.
You can't.
Seeing you guys play that and hearing like my buddy Drackle also play it, just saying some cool ass shit about that single player, and I'm just like, man, you know what? I gotta finish Dead
can't-
Rising.
You know what? You just finished Dead Rising, so now you're supposed to play Assassin's Creed 4. That's it.
I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish Knack
No.
first because I'm already like
No.
3/4
there
through
was
Knack.
there was this
No.
there was this crazy moment where
Knack you can go back to because it's just
The story though,
yeah, no. Go with AC.
but it's an action game.
You kill me. You kill me.
you're not allowed to play Battlefield till you finish Assassin's
Fuck
Creed
no.
4.
No.
No, that's the rule.
But it's 100%.
I don't care.
XP.
I don't care.
I need this week.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's gonna wipe your save anyways.
Well, single player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play multiplayer.
It's like I said before, it is a pirate game with Assassin's Creed thrown into it. And I kind of had this moment today where I was playing it and I got sick of the driving my boat around.
I was like, wait, I'm also playing this Assassin's Creed game.
No, it legitimately was this moment where it was like,
I can go land on this island and actually do some fucking shit on land.
yeah, I fucking rolled into a port city and was like, oh yeah,
There's high points and
there's fucking, collectibles.
I can run on these roofs
And
and air
3
assassinate
hours
people and-
disappeared. Where I didn't do anything except for chase down fucking shanties, which are
I'm just
I
gonna,
hate those things.
I'm just gonna stop you right there. Kumar's in the chat. Nobody said Goombar. No one cares.
No.
Kumar. No one cares, Kumar.
But
Wait,
seriously,
don't you need to video call him? Isn't that what we're doing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna try to video call him, but we're gonna get him in here. We're gonna see what we can do here.
yeah.
Kumar.
Yo,
Hey there, buddy. Also, no more ringing because I bought a part for my computer.
fantastic.
So you ready to be video called and green screened in here?
Yeah. We have a great idea.
Definitely not.
Kumar, just let us do it.
This is definitely not going to work.
Just let us.
You don't even understand my setup right now is so ridiculous.
Please, just let us.
So my laptop is actually my camera's not even facing me, so
Please,
you'd
please.
be looking at my mouse pad.
Please, just let us.
My laptop is, how do I explain this? It's between the fridge, a cutting board,
What?
and a loaf of bread.
Okay, well,
it's
can we see the loaf of bread then?
So what's the problem? Are you
there's no,
are you
like-
wearing clothes?
yeah.
Then
there's no
okay,
fucking problem.
then just
even if I
fucking let us
wasn't, I
do
wouldn't
it.
care.
Let us do it, Kumar.
You're actually not going to see anything.
Just,
we
we
I
don't
can't-
care.
if I
We
move
don't
it-
care.
The worst part is that if I move it, then my entire power cable gets pulled out, and I'm at 3%.
Okay, just
Then
fucking
don't fucking move it. It's
Yeah.
fine. We're trying to test something live here.
Oh, if you're testing it, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you fucking drunk.
Audio listeners are not going to understand this, so maybe just go check out the YouTube channel for this part, or just skip ahead probably like 5 minutes.
All right, Kumar. You ready?
Crap, how do I do this? I don't really have to do anything, do I?
You have to accept a video or like whatever.
Hang on.
Add
share,
video.
Share video.
Where is it?
All live, you guys. Okay, cool. So then let's go ahead and let's try this.
What does that fucking say?
I
Well,
have
it
no
fucking
idea
works.
what you're seeing. You might be. Is there like a reflection of something?
It says foundation of
Health.
health.
Oh, it's the little Popeye sheet that I have, right?
Okay, can you tilt it up?
I can't even.
Why not?
It's like everything's on top of it.
Just tilt it.
And if I tilt it, my power plug comes out. My laptop's gonna go and hibernate.
Okay, no, it won't. Just tilt it
The battery's
up.
dying.
Just tilt
no,
it
you
up.
don't. You don't even understand. It will.
Tilt
Like,
it up.
There's nothing more. There's
Just-
nothing more for me to tell you about this.
All right, we'll leave it then. Leave it.
But if it works, I'll be able to actually video in next time. I'll
Okay,
be I'll
well,
be
it's-
prepared.
Well, it's fucking working, so I don't
Yeah.
know what you're looking at.
Fantastic. I can't see anything. I'm looking at my laptop.
Can you
with it.
wave in front of the
With it.
camera though?
Probably.
How do
Can
we
you see
know
my-
you're really here?
Yay! All right. Worth it.
Can we paint this wall green?
Sure.
Here, guys. Here's something for you. Hang on.
Oh. What is that? Oh, it's a car. There you go.
That's a Toy Story
It's
car.
RC from Toy Story.
Yeah.
From Toy Story. Wait.
Oh, there you go.
Badass motherfucker.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say it.
Great.
It's really dumb that we can just put this on the wall behind us.
Yeah, I like this.
is just...
Green screen. You
We were
guys.
talking about Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
Man, what a fantastic multiplayer suite that game has to offer.
You haven't even touched the single player yet, have you?
I haven't. No, not even
Good.
a little bit.
Great. It's
You're gonna love it.
even
Well,
better.
I hear the single player is just as fantastic. So I mean, Zombie's been talking about it for weeks. So
It's fucking amazing.
you find that are you still? I think you're like 40 hours in or something, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm actually only like
He's at the same story point that I am.
but I'm like 40 hours
I
deep.
played for like 12. I don't know.
Yeah. I like driving my ship
Boats.
around. I
Boats.
spent 3 hours.
Wind Waker on cocaine
Yeah.
is that game.
Yep.
That's...
I spent 3 hours whaling. That's all I did. killing
Nice.
sharks.
Did you kill a white whale?
I have
Those are
not found,
tough.
I have not found the white whale yet.
Really? I found a couple and I've shared them because they're like social things.
Oh, really?
Or are you not connected to the Uplay thing? Because then you're not going to find white whales.
Yeah,
Can you do me a
I'm
favor?
connected.
Can you wave
Okay.
your hand in front of the Connect thing, to the front of your webcam?
The connect.
I am not a Connect user, you
Look
asshole.
how awesome that is. That there's something blocking it and it's still capturing that thing.
That's
That's
great.
great.
OBS. OBS.
All right.
Sompy,
I
what happened with your whole? I want to call it a
Five-year-old.
conquest to basically steal every ship you possibly could. Are you still doing that?
Yeah. Okay. So there's
You're
just-
adding them to your fleet?
most of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So
The
there's
rest of like the little ones you're looting, I guess. Or?
yeah. The little ones I'm looting, or I've gotten to the point where the little like schooners, which are just above gunboats, they're like
Yep.
level 2, like tier 2 ships.
Yep.
I just fucking roll.
Tier 2 in the sense that you can't ram them and they instantly die.
Well, no,
Or
I'm not
now
even.
these you can.
I'm not. Yeah, I can. No, I can fucking ram these things, and they die. And then as soon as I ram them, they sink. All their
And
loot
it's just
drops.
loot.
They just loot.
Yeah.
So I came across.
Ram them, hit square a bunch. Yeah.
I came across a group of 5 of them, like they're in a convoy, protecting a larger ship. I just fucking ran through 3 of them and shot the one ship and was like, aboard that. Thank you for your shit. All right, take this ship as mine now. All right, let's keep going.
There's something to be said about the way you develop your naval attack strategy in that game, because mine is full sail, go straight for the side of this ship, and then right as I get close, I'm gonna fire my chase cannons, which fire chain shots,
Yeah.
and so those will hurt the masts a bunch, and then you
gotta-
ram into the side of the ship, and then depending on which way your ship turned after hitting theirs, you turn fully that way and then hit R while you're still looking at the ship and fire your heavy shot.
Yeah.
And then you keep.
You've got the flaming heavy shot now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there are these things called legendary ships.
There's 4 of them.
There's-
one in each corner of the map.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're badass motherfuckers, is what I
Like
can say.
so badass. Like
Are they part of the story though, or is it just something that you can kind of do on your own?
they're basically collectible.
Yeah, they're events.
Okay, cool,
They're
cool.
events. And so the ship that I rolled up on was called the HMS Prince.
Okay.
And
Which corner is that?
southeast.
Okay, yeah.
That ship is like a
I
man.
went to the northwest one.
Okay.
That one's giant.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's just as fucking big. It will shoot like one volley of the side cannons will take out half your health, no matter what you're at.
Yeah, because it's got 800 cannons on the
Yeah,
side,
just-
right? Yeah, it's just the same as the other.
There are cannons strapped onto cannons, which shoot little cannons, which then shoot more cannons. Like
Yeah,
it's
in midair, it's crazy. I
It's
don't know how they
fucking-
did this in Pirate Times.
crazy as shit.
So that whole business that wrecks your health, is there no way that you can defend against that?
You can brace, but it still fucks you up.
It's like a guard. It's
Yeah.
not like like doesn't negate the damage.
Yeah. There's no repairing either.
But these, I don't even know what you get out of Lender.
You get a fuckload of money. I got 20,000 like that, and then
but you can loot convoys for
But,
10,000.
but here's the thing: I killed that legendary. Then fucking right beside it was a convoy, so I went and fucked that up. So I got
you
30
must get some
grand.
sort of like cool collectible. from
Yeah,
like
you get a
these shops.
collectible and you get some other like loot for that.
I think you get a picture in the multiplayer that you
Oh,
can
really?
put it as your
Oh,
profile.
really?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You have to still buy it with the multiplayer points, but
You
That's
get
fun.
the ability to buy it.
Yeah. So
Those
this
legendary ships seem tough because the
They-
Jackdaw is like this little, like it's like a small size ship. It's got like
Brig.
one row of cannons.
yeah,
And, well, 2 if you upgrade it, but
you actually end up with like. I think
no,
like-
I know. I've got like 16 right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. But it's like 3 stories high. It's not that big.
Yeah.
But then you ride up against this legendary ship, and I only tried this once because, I'm not an idiot. You ride up beside that legendary ship, and it's like its base where its cannons are almost as like fucking tall as your mast,
Yep.
and it's just like fires into you, and just like, oh, I'm fucking dead.
It is-
literally a cannonball hit every piece
Square
of
inch.
surface.
It's
of my
fucked.
ship.
It's but like this one, the HMS Prince shoots mortars, and it's not like like you shoot one group of mortars. This motherfucker shoots at 6 at a time, and it has these like little aiming reticles, and you'll have to fucking maneuver through these like this mortar zone, and that's where like hitting
Sweet Jesus.
like using the speed. There's no travel speed when you're in the like combat
combat, yeah.
phase, so it's just like you fucking
Yeah, so what we should explain. There's three levels of speed. There's half sail, full sail, and travel speed.
Yeah.
and you can't travel speed when you're in a restricted area or if you're in combat or
Yeah.
you're in with interaction range of anything because it is just like a gunning it.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is like you'll see these mortar like lines come like the reticles kind of go over and they'll hit the ground and then they'll go red when the cannonballs are hitting it. But you'll see like 6 of these circles
And it's like,
come
I
fucking
can't avoid
right
these.
at you, and they come in like lines of 3 or like 6. And what they'll do is they'll go on either side of you, so you have to like maneuver directly through this area to get even close to the ship to hit it. So it's like dodging this minefield of like zigzagging across, and like you try and get behind it because if you go in front of it, their chase cannons fuck your shit up. Or if you go beside it, then you're fucked anyways. But it doesn't have fire barrels, so what I ended up doing was kind of coming at an angle and just bumping up against the side of it and just shooting it with chase cannons. And then like it would try and get away, but because the Jackdaw is faster than it, you just like fucking get up behind it again, ram it, keep bumping it.
The Jackdaw is not faster than the one in the northwest.
Oh, really? It's faster than this
could
one.
not get away.
This
I was like, this is not going to go good because it's taller than me. And I tried. Nope, chase me down.
this one is pretty slow, but the cannons are pretty beefy in it. I was really stoked because I thought I could capture this ship and like use it in my...
you can't?
Nope, that shit just sinks and it's like 20,000. There you go. But I was super excited because they're level 78 and the most intense thing I've ever taken out was level 68.
I've only been tackling, like, I think Man of War's level 30s.
I-
35s or something.
Frigates are 35s.
No, frigates are 28s.
Really? I thought they went 28s to 35s and Man of Wars were 35 to 43.
All this talk is only making me more and more excited to start up the...
No, this... Okay.
You don't understand. This is boat simulator.
Like... But here's the best part. Like, I was getting...
1832,
Yeah.
whatever fucking year it is.
So I was getting bored of the sailing today, and I was just kind of like, all right, let's get wherever I need to fucking go. And then I went into this port city, and then it dawned on me that I don't have to just sail. I can now explore this fucking port city that I've never seen before, which is the size of like 2 of the original Assassin's Creed cities combined. Well, shit. What am I going to do now? 3 hours went by, collected all the collectibles, then did a mission. Like, it's this fucking weird, like, oh, I'm done on land? All right, I'm going to go sail around and collect some shit and fuck up some other ships, or go to this other point and...
You know what my favorite part about that entire game is?
What?
In the other games, you are actually like kind of embracing the assassin
Oh, yeah.
lifestyle and stuff. In this game, you're just like, I'm wearing the uniform. I got blade, but
I don't
whatever.
give a shit what else you
But-
guys are doing.
But I feel like that factors into the way I play in the combat because I'll be fighting someone, and the second someone like kind of like I miss a counter or something, so I was like, fuck it, take out a pistol, shoot him in the fucking face. Doesn't fucking matter. I'm a pirate.
So I didn't
It's great.
realize it,
Just
but
break the rules.
you know the counter then stab and counter and break and stuff?
That's actually I keep hitting like counter square because
Yeah.
I'm used to it, and that's throwing. That's like the shittiest thing to do.
So what I've
Doesn't
been
do any
accidentally
damage.
doing is I accidentally hit Y on the 360, which is triangle on the PlayStation systems.
Does
He
that
just
do something?
okay.
I haven't tried.
I found this shit out.
because squares throw, circle is like
Stab the
Wait,
shit.
it's,
is the
it's like
combat,
kick,
is the
and
combat
X
the
is
same?
like punch.
Yeah. So triangle is shoot your
The
gun.
combat is way different from what you've played,
Yeah.
Kumar. Like
Okay, so
completely different.
again, just to remind everyone, like last Assassin's Creed game I played was 2.
Okay, so
and that
this,
was back when you stood in the center of enemies and waited for them to attack you, and then press
This
X.
is now
Yeah.
like active. This is a really active dynamic combat. Like if you're fighting more than 3 or 4 dudes, it feels really fluid.
Yep.
You can quickly move around from different opponents really easily, or like
and also
Dan
if you
said,
just rapidly tap pistol, you go and the camera switches and you pull out another pistol and,
and you
shoot
just
someone else.
like,
It's
but
fuck-
you
it's
drop
fucking great.
you drop that other one and grab the one behind you and shoot some other dude. So
Yep.
I did this like I misclicked and kind of was pissed at myself until I realized what happened. You hit counter and then you hit the shoot button. And what he fucking does, and this is the only one I've seen so far, is he counters, grabs the dude in a headlock, pulls out a pistol, and jams it up against his face and pulls the trigger.
Can we talk, by the way, on that
It
note,
is
can we talk about
fucking
how ridiculous
amazing.
the multiplayer
Yeah.
death, or not the death story, but the multiplayer counters and shit are so
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, it's just people getting fucked up in that multiplayer.
So,
have you tried it yet?
The
Dan?
best part
No, I
though is the
haven't.
discovery of it all, right? Because you're not expecting it to be.
You're just
and-
like, am I? So this guy's just gonna stab me if he catches me. Oh, he's jumping on my fucking head and just like,
Have you guys ever seen I Know What You Did Last Summer? Like, I was asking this last night to some people.
Yeah, back when we
Yeah.
were like 5.
You know, like the hook that goes into like the dude's jaw and like comes out his mouth and like fucking like wrecks him.
Yeah.
There's one of the characters in multiplayer that has the hook, and like I was just playing and then like
It's like the pirate
yeah,
looking
Oh no,
guy,
Isn't
right?
it it's the Night Stalker guy?
it's a chick, I think.
I thought it was
Well,
a
one of
pirate.
them. Well, let's say the chick has it as well. Then, so I think
Okay.
there's more than one person have it. She just fucking guts you in the stomach, and then it like pushes up to your neck, and then to your mouth, and then she pulls out, and it just like fucking explodes blood, and you fall over. I was like,
The character I play is called Lady Black, and she doesn't have any sort of blade. It's just dual pistols.
yeah.
The character that I
She
play as
can't
is
use them
Kumar.
as ranged, really, but
Yeah.
she just like all the
Okay.
executions are like just fucking.
So,
Captain
Dan,
motherfuckers.
you know how you like those executions? If you hit counter, then the
gonna
shoot
start using
button,
counter triangle,
It
'cause it's-
legit, like he just fucking. I've seen two of the grab the heads,
Can it even kill like the captain level dudes? Great.
but like he fucking put him in a headlock, shot him in the face. The other one, he just grabbed his hair and stuck it in his
You
face
reaching
and
for my
shot
hair?
it. Like that.
There was one.
is
There was
vicious.
a gun execution that I did by mistake, and that was literally like he blocked the sword and then just. And I was like, yeah.
That's like.
But I don't know how I did that.
So it's just counter then triangle, and it just fucking does it. So, like with
Fucking
the
fantastic.
old
Everything
Assassin's
about that fucking game.
with the old Assassin's
Fuck
Creed,
Assassin's Creed 3.
you felt like it like he had like the combat, as weird as it sounded, like it wasn't overly vicious, like he still had respect for the other person kind of deal. Like this is just like, hey, you're in my fucking way, I'm gonna fuck your shit up, doesn't matter what you are.
Not to spoil anything in 4, but is there any actually things where you like stab a dude and you kind of slowly putting him down and like having that
Yeah,
weird dot?
well,
is there any parts like that still, or is it like
He doesn't
Money!
say he doesn't say
Just-
Requiescat in Pace. He
No,
doesn't say
he
that
just-
because he's not fucking Italian.
that's too
But
bad?
so the one kill that I got was that was like you were supposed to jump off a mast, like it was how the sequence went.
well, it's the like 100%ing
Yeah.
thing. Is like air assassinate this guy.
Yeah.
I actually thought I was doing it, and I came down right beside him and stabbed some dude beside him. I was like, oh.
So at that moment, Dan, what I ended up doing,
And then I pulled out a gun and shot him because he was staying right beside me, and I can't assassinate him anymore.
so
'Cause I'm a fucking pirate.
what I ended up doing was the dude fucking walks over to the railing, and as I'm climbing up, I was just hitting X to like as soon as somebody pokes his head up. Didn't realize it was him. Just fucking stabbed him in the throat, pushed him over. But then
Oh,
it
and then you're in
it
the,
goes
like-
to that sequence, and it's like the dude's corpse is upside down, and he's like talking to me, but he's like just completely upside. I'm like, this
Imagine you're on a 360, so I'd have been like
this
share and
this
double tap
isn't-
just in fucking case.
it just was so fucking weird that like he's upside down talking to me, and then you go to like touch his face to like close his eyes, and he like puts his hand through him. I was like, all right,
Just
Gucci.
broke.
It's great. That's honestly my game of the year.
Like everything about the
awesome.
pistols is so perfect.
Yep.
That's my. I love that because it's you either get the like cool like super agent moment where he pulls out one and then the camera switches to like follow his other arm and he's shooting someone else, or if you because a lot of the bigger guys can take like a couple of bullets to take down. So when you're it's such a vicious animation because you fire one and then if you keep targeting the same guy, he pulls out the other one and like holds it up with the other one, just fires again, and his whole body like pushes backwards. It's just fucking ending this fucker. It's
Like,
so great.
You know in the trailer.
I feel like I haven't talked about like the viciousness of those games since
No.
like Brotherhood when
Yeah.
I added the quick kills.
Yeah,
Like,
it's this really weird, like, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like, you're in his way, he's gonna fucking kill you. Whereas before it was kind of like, with Connor, it was like this weird, like he hesitated. It felt like he was hesitating when he was attacking
also
someone.
the game was broken.
Broken as fuck. This one, just zero fucks are given. He's a pirate. He fucking knows it. He's only in this shit for the money. Doesn't give a fuck about your cause or the Templars or whatever it is. He just wants gold and bitches, and that's about it.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, I don't know. As well as, okay, you know the areas where they're like you're not the restricted zones.
Yeah.
This is just how I've been playing it, where you can choose to go through this whole area without, like, you can pillage these warehouses, and they give you a lot of stuff to
You have to
sell.
like find the guy with
Yeah,
the
you have
key.
to find the
And you
key.
can sneak around and do that.
Yeah.
Or you can just fucking roll in, double kill the guards, and just start fucking shooting people. And you see me, come on, bring it.
Okay, so what ends up happening is you can sabotage these bells, and they call other people over. I always end up sabotaging the bell and then being spotted beside it. So some dude just fucking rolls up to be like, I'm gonna ring this bell. And then they just kind of stand there like, oh my God, the bell's been sabotaged.
And
And
they're dead.
right as they're doing that, I'm fucking running out of a bush, just doing the like running melee kill. Fucking some dude sees me. He's trying to come at me as well. Shoot him. Shoot the dude up in the tower. Just fucking kill everyone. It's ridiculous.
It has brought back that like enthusiastic Assassin's Creed play that hasn't
not that
been years.
Yeah, not that slow, methodical. Like, okay, I got to be stealthy. I got to do this. It's, hey, you can just fuck up everyone at all if you want, and there's no, because you can't attack civilians now. There's none of that weird like lock on, and then you go to like assassinate a guard, and you accidentally stab the woman beside him, and then it flickers like
I feel
didn't
like
kill civilians.
I
And you're
feel like
didn't
in
mean to.
Revelations and 3, the double assassinations never really worked properly.
These ones are
But in this one, it's just like if there are two guys kind of near each other,
they're highlighted.
they have animations for that. You know, if they're staying right beside each other, you'll take out both your because you have 2 cutlasses or whatever swords you buy, and you'll just stab them both and like throw them to the ground. But if you're doing a running assassination, and I know this was in 3, but I feel like I can never get it to work, with you'll jump on one guy and stab him, and then like push off his head and then stab another guy, and that's
I've
just
only
so great.
found that if I was running along a fence and they were within the path of the fence, then I got that like stab in the head, bounce, stab another.
Like
dude.
I know it was in 3, but I feel like the programming never quite
It didn't click.
got there.
Okay, have you looked into your inventory? Did you have one throwing knife?
No, I know when I pick them up, and I always
have-
it auto switches away from your gun, so I'll go to shoot someone. Let's go. It just sticks in their neck. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
See, I've yet to find another throwing knife except for the one. And that one throwing knife, I was just using to kill captains, and then I go loot it up again.
Yeah.
But I made the mistake of killing a fort commander with it. That body just
it
fucking disappears,
yeah, you
and
go
it's
to
like,
cutscene, and then it's like,
but
no.
I've been trying to assassinate those dudes in way more creative ways than just like.
Did you know you can pick up the giant battle axes? Yeah, or the running assassination with that is just like a full-on jump through the air overhand swing. It's like you could just sidestep out of the way of this dude. Like there's nothing stopping this.
Or as well, do you notice that after you've done completed a fort mission, that when all the like you're going to go kill the commander,
I gotta pick up a gun this time because
no. You can go kill every one of the other guards who like.
That's a Devin thing.
I didn't mean to. I was running, hit X, and I just double stabbed 2 dudes who were.
I love how
wrong.
we've heard Devin say, "I didn't mean to" a million times.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And the reality is that he doesn't mean to, but he also doesn't care that it's happened.
I might have, after found that fact out, every fort that I went had to be cleaned of guards before I went and killed the commander. What happens if they started an uprising? Can't have that.
True. This is very true.
No, they
It's a
need to
video
I
go.
don't think
game,
that's
that
in
would
the
never
coding.
happen. Yeah.
Dan, it's okay.
You guys want to talk a little bit more about the multiplayer though? So I know
I haven't
Kumar
played
and
that
I,
yet, so
Kumar and myself.
Yeah, we can
Dan
we can
and-
talk about the multiplayer. Just we cannot stress enough that single player is just
Yeah.
Wait. Just one last question for you guys. Like, how far into the actual story are you? You may have answered this already,
I'm
but
34%.
Yeah, mine's about the same.
And
so have
I
you
am-
just been kind of getting sidetracked with all like the awesome shit that you can do on the side?
Well, the thing is that you can fast travel in that game, but not
Okay.
until you've been to a place. And some of the
So
places
it's like Borderlands kind of thing.
Yeah.
but some of the places they ask you to go to are in like for the first part of the game where you have your boat, you're kind of sailing around the kind of top like north middle area for most of it. But then you get a story mission that's like all the way to the
West.
west.
Just
And
right
so
at
you
the
have to,
fucking edge.
you're sailing through like 4 quadrants to get there, and you're just kind of doing stuff on the way. But it's
Just
it's
because
like,
it happens naturally kind of thing?
yeah, but you need the thing that makes you kind of want to stop and engage these other ships is because in the old Assassin's Creed games, you pretty much just upgrade everything with money, right?
Yeah.
In this one, money's kind of not of a problem because you can just loot it from corpses, and like you can get it in all the same ways. There's tons of treasure chests and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing you need to upgrade a lot of your ship parts is you need metal, and you
Cloth.
need wood, and you need cloth.
and they're a little harder to come by.
you can
So,
only
so what
get
you
them
end up
from
doing is
different-
when you're on your boat, you have a spyglass,
Yeah.
and as you're just sailing around, if you use your spyglass, you can see what the other ships are carrying.
Yep.
So if you know you need a certain resource, like that ship has 200 metal, and metal is like
Oh,
the hardest
so-
thing to find. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
veer like 1,000 meters that way
To take that
Yeah.
to
fucker
take
out.
that ship out, and then
And
I'll
you
get
find
back
that you
on
just end up
course.
sidetracking because of that.
Yeah.
And then what'll end up happening is you'll go fuck up some other ship, and one of its sister ships will be somewhere near, and it'll come and try and fuck you up, and you'll end up fucking it up, and it's just, or you'll end up on the wrong side of an island, and they're pretty fucking massive islands, and it's like 5 minutes of actual sailing to get around it.
Okay.
Within that 5 minutes, you're gonna run into other ships, you're gonna run into whales, you're gonna run into fucking hidden coves with like
there's forts that you have to
cliffs
take
and
down,
like so you end up like what would normally take if it was just an open area would be 10
or if
minutes.
you if you were running on foot in an old Assassin's
yeah,
Creed game.
what would normally take 10 minutes will easily take you anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half.
And that's if you let it.
If you let it. But like
So are these? So you know how in I'll keep bringing up Assassin's Creed 2 just because it's the only thing that I can kind of relate to. But is it one of these things where using Assassin's Creed 2 as an example where you could go and, for example, like do side quests for someone who needed help, or if you wanted to go look for Petruccio's feathers, or if you wanted to do something like that?
There are all
those
kinds of
what's-
collectibles in this game.
Yep.
There are side quests. There are contracts. There are assassin missions. There
the
are
thing I hate the shit out of the most though
everything.
is the shanties. They are
because they're like crackdown agility orbs that run away from you.
oh, I hate those things. I hate them because
My one problem with them is that you can't just chase them infinitely.
No,
they
they
will
fucking-
fly up into the air at some point,
And
being
then
like, "You chased us
disappear.
for too long. Go restart it." It's like,
Or the
oh,
worst is
fucking hell.
you
I
won't
just
be
went across the
dir-
entire map
yeah,
trying to catch it.
or you won't be directly pointed to do a jump, and he auto locks when he does some jumps of just like I'm gonna go for that ledge or that ledge, and if you're not pointed directly at it or you're on a slight angle, he'll just fucking hoof it off to the left.
Well, Assassin's Creed has always kind of been that way.
So-
Like you find yourself running near to a wall, and then all of a sudden your guy will be like, "Well, I'm going to try and run up. No, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run up. No, I can't.
So-
Okay, I'm going to let go of R and stop sprinting for a second.
And then
Get back on
readjust.
course,
Yeah,
and then
but
keep running.
by that time, the shanty's like, try again later. So
So without spoiling anything, how are the characters?
fucking great.
It's pirates.
It's pirates. Blackbeard, my favorite.
But I mean, like, I'm not even talking your character. I'm talking NPCs and everything are cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackbeard is the favorite. They have this really not so subtle overlay about slavery.
Okay.
And they do a really great job of humanizing NPCs that you meet throughout the story.
In terms of you just giving a shit about them.
Yeah, like you kind of feel for them a little bit. Like
Yeah.
your main character clearly says to a guy who was a freed slave,
Yeah.
"Are you going to go back to Africa?"
Jeez.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Mind you, at the same time, I mean,
That's
the authenticity of the game is part of its draw, right?
oh yeah,
So,
it
and that
certainly
shit was
does.
happening back then.
But at the same time, when he asks that question, you're like, no, I really like him. Don't
Don't piss
Send
him
him
off.
away.
piss him off. He's really nice. So you kind of end up having a feel for the characters who are the side people, and you kind of
Yep.
get to know them, and your character thinks of them almost like family. So
Yep.
you end up thinking that way as well. And
Yeah, you grow attached to them.
yeah, so it kind of it colors your opinion on other NPCs you meet along the way. Though
Nice.
I find
I like that shit though. Like that's a really good way to keep people caring about the other characters.
Captain Kidd, I do not like the voice actor for him. I know it's a woman. I just
Yep.
don't.
That's the
It
whole thing
doesn't
I'm thinking the entire
fucking-
time. That
if they should have gotten a younger person to voice it, not a woman. Nothing against women doing voice acting or anything. It just doesn't fit the face. It's
well,
too.
it's kind of. I feel like that character's meant to be ambiguous.
yeah, but the actor they have didn't do a good enough job being
Nah,
ambiguous.
I think it's fine. I feel like there's gonna be some like weird like game reveal like, oh, this
she
kid's
was a woman all
or something,
along.
but
But
like,
like
yeah, of course, because the voice actor.
yeah, so that's the only thing I don't like. That's the only thing that really grabs my goose is that one voice actor. Everything else, great.
Do you know why it's bugging you though? Because there's a good entire sequence where it's just that person talking.
Oh yeah, and it's
just
like,
okay, I'm done listening to you now.
shut up, please.
I want to go be a pirate.
More
again
Blackbeard.
for a
I want
minute.
Blackbeard
Yeah.
to sneak around with me.
I want to
in
go be a
bushes.
pirate again.
Yeah. They still have those stupid eavesdrop missions that.
Oh, where you can just sit on a bench and listen?
It's you have to follow them.
And well, these were introduced in 3.
Oh, okay.
So Kumar hasn't
All
seen
right,
any of
so
this yet.
these-
So it's like a radius around these two characters that you're following, and
Okay.
so long as you're in the radius, you're hearing what they're saying,
Yep.
and you have to hear a certain amount of it to kind of like complete the mission.
Yeah.
But then
They always
they always like they'll like in a following mission they'll stop and turn around and look to see if anyone's there. Luckily, they're in the cities. There at least seems to be enough of like the dancers that you can hire.
except for the one that I'm doing right now, which you're gonna run into.
Okay.
Where you are about maybe 7/8 done of the meter filled, and they walk through a big fucking pile of guards. And I have not found a way yet.
Do you know what the fucking fantastic thing about the new dancers thing is? The courtesans. You only lose one to attract an entire thing of guards instead of one per.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking great then. All right.
So the hoes are less expensive.
Well, you remember where they're 150. So prices on dancers have not inflated in the times of Assassin's Creed.
Fantastic.
That's pretty
Absolutely
great.
awesome.
But in Assassin's Creed 2, that's when they added them, right?
Yeah.
Because in 1 it was just walking around with monks, right?
Yeah, it was monks only. 2 was
You couldn't really
dancers.
control them either.
Yeah,
No,
you
they
just
just,
kind of have to follow where they are.
full chicks from a brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though the hide mechanic I'm finding is to be a little bit weird because NPCs are moving around a lot more in this game.
Okay.
Sometimes you end up hidden beside one, and it's like, I don't know if this is gonna hold up really.
But what'll end up happening is you get a group of 3 people and they'll be walking and you're kind of walking with them hidden, and then one will just be like, all right, later, and just walk
And
away.
then it
and
de-blends you, and you're like, oh fuck.
that happens a lot to me. So at that point, smoke bomb, hidden blades solves that problem real quick,
But
and then
in
all the NPCs freak out.
In Assassin's Creed 2, when you were walking with your courtesans, whenever you were trying to get into a guarded area, you'd always lose one per guard out of your blending crew to distract them, and you could walk by. In this one, there can be a guard row of 6 people. As you're walking up, one of them will go distract them, and you'll still have 3 more. So it's more of a resource to it's more valuable to take them with you.
Yeah.
Which is
Also,
good.
they'll,
because
free
before
run
I
over
just
stuff
wouldn't
now.
use them.
Yeah.
They're slower at running over stuff than you are, but they'll keep up with you.
Yeah. The gold mechanic is still there, but you don't lose money. At least.
In terms of throwing money on the ground?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've
never used it. I just
I spent 5 minutes throwing cash at one of the fort commanders.
Well,
Yeah.
to actually tie this into the multiplayer, that's one of the things that you use to distinguish NPCs from actual players, because the NPCs will bend down to pick up the gold, the player will not.
Yeah. The sad thing is that animation does take a little bit too long. Because you'll be like, the dude's stunned, and then you just run away oh, motherfucker. That multiplayer's pretty sick,
In the
though.
tutorial, it seems like, oh, that's a cool thing
That's
you
a
could do.
smart
In
idea.
practice,
Yeah.
no.
I just want to answer Bronwyn's question
Yeah, I
right
was
now.
going to say that.
That game?
So hold on, whoa. Let's say the whole question. So Brian was asking in the middle of our conversation. Brian, I hope you're still here. He said, "Quick question, guys. I've got Sleeping Dogs on my Steam, but it's a PC and it's really far away, and it's on sale on 360 on Xbox Live. Should I get it?" His question was because he doesn't know if he's going to replay it on PC after. Or is it yeah?
I'd say don't.
Yeah,
If he's
I-
already,
if
did
you-
he say that he's already played it?
No.
Well, I think
No,
he
he's
just
going to play it on one, but he won't replay it on the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I think he's answered the question for himself.
I
I'd
feel
say
like-
don't play it again.
Yeah, I'd say Sleeping Dogs is a one-time through it.
It definitely is a one-time thing.
And also, it's way more fantastic on PC.
yeah, don't.
Depending on the power of your PC,
Yeah.
that is.
I recommend playing it. I don't recommend buying 2 copies of it.
Here's my thing, though. If you're not actually going to ever really play that Steam version for a really long time and you might forget about it, if it's, let's say, on sale for $5, because the Thanksgiving sales on
Yeah.
Xbox, if it's $5,
Go ahead.
Even then, though, I'd still say it's $5 that you could be spending on another game that's $5.
Kumar, stop being so frugal.
Achievements.
Yeah, how are your 10 PS4s doing?
They're good. I had one guy sends me a message. Hey man, I'll give you $450. I'm like, okay, do the math, will you? On $399?
oh yeah,
You're an
that's the
idiot.
tax,
I was
yeah.
like, why don't I just go return it? You're so stupid. Why would I go out of my
How
way?
much was it with
to come-
tax actually? Just straight up.
With tax, it's $451.99.
Oh wow.
So it's in fact, you're taking 2 of my dollars. You fool. What the hell kind of a?
You should just
what kind of an
pirate
offer is
him.
that?
You should invite him over and just fucking counter and hit the triangle button.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is real good, you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the multiplayer a little bit.
Just don't buy Sleeping Dogs. Just buy Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. That's
for
really
triple the amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it's worth
Well, actually,
that much more than
if
Sleeping Dogs.
he's
I
using a
think.
360, right? He just bought a 360. It's going to be Black Flag is going to be on sale for $34.99 tomorrow.
Yeah,
You
actually.
fucking go.
So
Yeah.
I'd say, I mean, put the $5 towards that if you're debating between which game you want to buy. And I actually told him while he was in the chat that right now is probably an awesome time to jump on the 360 or the PS3, considering the libraries that they both have.
Yeah, that is true.
So, I mean, I'd say that's one of the games that, I mean, if he's considering it, even in the short time that I've played the multiplayer, I'm sold on it. So
I'm just gonna say this. Bronwyn says it's £6 to buy Sleeping Dogs, which means they might not have any like Black Friday deals there that he'll be able to take advantage of.
Yeah.
If it's £6 for
Sleepy Dogs.
I'd say that's probably worth it.
Yeah.
He says he won't. He might not have a computer for a good few months or maybe a year. So maybe that
Yeah.
$5, that $6 is
If it's $6, then yeah, I would do it.
be worth it. But no, I just want to talk a little bit about the multiplayer for Assassin's Creed, just because I played a little bit after as well, and even solo. That game is like the easiest thing. I don't want to say mindless, but it's easy to just kind of, you don't get pissed at it easy.
Well, it is very simple in its concept. It's just walk around, try and stay hidden,
kill people
and
who are
kill the thing in the bottom right corner of your screen.
Yeah. But yeah, you quickly start unlocking some stuff that can make the game really interesting. Like right now, I just unlocked like the throwing blades and such, but you kind of get like weird things where if you know you're being chased, you can kind of lock onto them and hit triangle.
wait, are these perks though? Just sorry to interrupt. Are they
no,
are they actually perks or is it like items?
You get perks, and then you get the triangle, which is your range thing, which can either be like a throwing blade or
the
like
first
a
one you
weird
get is like
spell.
a disruption thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
So disruption thing was really cool. Is if you know someone's chasing you, you can kind of just lock onto them, hit triangle, and as you're running away, their screen just starts like flashbanging
and they'll
and
lose
doing
the
weird.
target. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the thing is that if they like, you can still see. So if you still see them running away, you can still sprint up to them and kill them. It doesn't actually slow them down.
Okay.
But you can like do that and then like run and sit on a bench real quick, and they'll be like, "Oh fuck!" Like where did? Then yeah, it's kind of cool. But there's a really interesting mode in that game because what we played is like what was it, Wanted?
Well, do you want to talk about what we started
We
with?
played
Yeah.
How
Wanted,
ridiculous that was?
Deathmatch, and
Domination.
Domination. Yeah.
That's what we did. So Wanted is
all of
that's
which were
classic
really-
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed.
So you're usually trying to kill one person, and then the higher up rank in the thing, there's up to 3 or 4 people trying to hunt you down while you're trying to hunt
that
only one
entire
person.
mode. That mode was the entirety of Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
Brotherhood multiplayer.
And it was fun.
So
And it
is that
still
where
is
the
fun.
is that where the multiplayer began? Like that's what it
Yeah,
first
that
started?
mode was that like when they added multiplayer in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
The entire thing was that mode.
Nice. I'm
I'm
Bronwyn
trying-
says he's gonna try to get Sleeping Dogs this week, and he'll get Black Flag pre-owned next week.
Nice.
That's probably that'd be
Black,
good.
Black Flag is honestly like I haven't been happier with the purchase.
So I'm really torn right now because I have so much time in my 360 copy. Should I get the PS4 copy, or
I'd
should I
say
just?
don't.
Well, I would think if we end up sticking with multiplayer, the other
Yeah.
thing is your fleet stuff will carry over
Oh, it will.
because it's a Uplay thing. It's not a
Uh,
game
yeah.
save thing.
I'd say don't, Somps.
If it's on sale, maybe. But
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for it's on sale, and then if we're still playing the multiplayer, then jump into it. But
Sure.
otherwise, it's just stick. With
Only
the
reason being is because I feel like it's a game that's
stick
not
with your
different
awesome
enough.
free Ubisoft review copy.
Yeah, I'll stick with that free Ubisoft review copy and play the shit out of that.
got lucky. But yeah, no, let's talk about the multiplayer. So we did Wanted, which was that thing. Then we tried Deathmatch, which was pretty much Wanted, except for in a small
4
like,
cubic feet.
with like 8 players just being like fucking stab, and then like
There's nowhere to run. It's just like he sees. Jesus Christ.
and like you'll run up and like kick people in the face when they're down and shit. There's some fucking crazy stuff.
The best part is
Yeah,
when
'cause
go-
you end up
when see
killing
someone
someone.
come by
You
and
end up
just kick
killing
the
someone,
guy
and
you
there's just like
murdered.
there were 3 other players here the whole time, or you'll just be walking by because in that game you're only allowed to kill the person you're
target.
assigned to,
Yeah.
and you can stun someone trying to kill you,
Yeah.
but you can't really interact with other players. So that the deathmatch area is so close.
Yeah.
You'll just be walking by trying to blend, and you see like some fucker come out of the crowd and just fucking kill another player. There's nothing you can really do about it. They're
There's
not involved with you.
There's one of the moves I actually got yesterday is it's a decoy. So say you're in a crowd of people, you'll tap like L1 and it just like turns somebody in the crowd, or if there's already somebody in the crowd that looks like you, it'll start sprinting forward. So
Oh, really?
The second I'm locked on, I'm just like, I'll just keep like
'Cause
locking and I just do
I
that.
killed a decoy once.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that person was sprinting. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
it's-
didn't really know what it was, but that's interesting.
It's kind of cool and it is interesting. Like a lot of times like I'll do it and then people like you, like they don't know that you'll like you see them stab you, you're like, stun, and then you just run and you have
It's
like
like
60
the
seconds.
beginning days of Halo
Yeah.
Reach with hologram, where it's like everybody's just shooting that fucking thing because they don't know any better.
But yeah, that multiplayer.
That's pretty great, actually.
And then we played Domination after, which is pretty much like
you
domination.
were kind of complaining about it because they changed it a little bit.
They changed a
from
little bit of
3
it.
when you liked it. Yeah.
I played more of it, and if there's a lot of communication, like had we have been all in the same team, there's some crazy teamwork that can go on in domination. Like just
Yeah, but I feel like that's true of every mode though in that game.
yeah, but there's like this weird aspect of keeping one dude to like a capture point that you have, but then if there's 3 of you going into a point, if like 2 of you bunch up and are walking among a crowd, one of you might get stabbed, but one of you like there's this weird shit that I started doing. Yeah, there's this, like you'll just be running around the domination circle trying to capture it because it doesn't matter if there's 4 of them in that circle. If one of you are in there, that capture bars.
And then you just have to try and grab you. And
so you're
kill
just
you.
like sprinting. You're sprinting. You're using all your fucking thing, like throwing coins, like just jumping around and shit. And then the second it flips to being your territory and you can start killing them, there's
It's
some
over
bullshit.
because they can only stun you and try and get away.
So understanding the changes they did, I was like, you know what? Okay. I was trying to play it the other way, but now that I get how this mode is supposed to work, it's pretty fucking cool.
Do you think it's an improvement over what it was before?
I think it can be. It's definitely. The other one was just kind of like go around and then like you'd see somebody trying to capture it, you just stab them anyway, and you just start capturing it.
Yeah.
This one there is a bit more teamwork and a little extra something to it, which does kind of make it less mindless, but equally fun and a shit ton of experience can gain from it.
Pretty cool.
Me and Kumar, when we got put on the other team from you when we were playing that, we still had a ton of fucking fun, even though
Yeah, we
your
were
team was
wrecking people.
annihilating us.
Yeah, and then there was another mode that I played, which is probably the most interesting thing for Assassin's Creed. I think it's called Assassination.
That's where you.
Nobody
what was it?
is marked. There's like you don't.
Oh, really?
Anybody is a target, but it's a whole map filled with just the 8 people, and there's 8 people that are players, and you choose whatever person's you.
There's AI, right?
There's AI
Okay,
moving around as well,
yeah.
but it's like anybody's a target. So you're walking around, you're like,
Does that
guy, and you'll stab him, and then it's just like, no, that was a civilian, and then anybody who's around you who just saw you stab a guy, just like
knows that,
and you fucking it is the most like heart pounding thing, and you still have there's no circle, but there's still
that's
arrows.
kind of what I've always wanted out of Assassin's Creed
thing is
multiplayer. So
Pretty great.
But you know that circle that tells you where the dude is? In this one,
Yeah.
what'll happen is that it still has arrows telling you where there's people, and it'll kind of fill up, being like, hey, the person can see you, but it's not exact at all. So you're just kind of like, that dude was a player, but he's moving really weird. And then you have people throwing out decoys, and then that just fucking attracts all sorts of attention and shit. But what's crazy is when you locking on means you can kill that person. So say you spot a player move and you lock onto him first, that means you can kill him. If he locks onto you, he can only knock out and run away. So it comes, sometimes you're walking up and you'll have somebody like nudge something. Then you're just like, fuck, I gotta lock onto him first. And then it's
so
like,
that he can't get the kill on you. Okay.
So you try to hit L1, it's like, no, you're the target. And you're like, oh, fuck. And then you just get the hell out of there. And then other people are trying to lock onto you and shit. And you're like, it's fucking insane.
It's a pretty
retarded.
robust multiplayer mode this time around. There's a lot of different options.
Well,
and they have that
spent,
cooperative
I spent a
wolf
good
pack
like
thing.
10-15 minutes looking through the menu.
But
That sounds pretty great.
yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome.
Next time we play, Devin, I'll stream it. You can watch. Then you can make the decision whether you can watch
Yeah,
the PS4
sure.
version or not.
Yeah.
Like, because I've already got so many hours clocked into just fucking exploring and being a boss. I kind of don't want
Don't want to lose it all.
Yeah, I'm at this, like, I'm right at that point where it's like, I can either just go full fucking bore into this 360 version and just give her.
Or I'm at this point where I'd probably do this all again.
Yeah, or I could probably do this whole fucking thing again. And
But you know what? You'd keep your fleet progress. So you'd be earning money like fucking crazy. You'd only have to hunt down other ships for resources.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that, like, yeah.
Don't give in, Swamps.
Well, the decision is really based on the multiplayer.
Shit.
If you like the multiplayer, then you can buy it to play with us.
Yeah.
There's been some weird sales where the PS4 version of Assassin's Creed is only $49 right now. I think if you look like Amazon because of Thanksgiving stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
maybe
Amazon is they have their digital PSN store now, so
check that out maybe. But yeah. Yeah, so what else have you guys been playing this week? I know we just talked a shit ton of Assassin's Creed.
Skulls of the Shogun came out
Returned,
on iOS.
You came back. You went back to it there, Dan.
Fuck yeah.
How's it playing on iOS?
You loved it on PC, right?
It is near perfect on iOS. The only one complaint I have with it is that you can't just tap to move guys.
No.
You have to drag them there. That's
Okay.
it's playable.
It still has that like radius where you can move them, so it doesn't really matter if you accidentally drag.
Yeah, you just move
seasonally.
them back. Like
Cool.
it's not like it fucks you over.
Cool.
I would still rather just be like tap this guy, move here.
Yeah.
I would rather that, but I mean you can't have everything.
But it's good. And you said it's also got cross-platform play.
Between PC,
Oh, well, not Xbox.
no,
Okay.
That's awesome.
It's still neat. Still neat.
and it's just by signing into your Skulls Anywhere account. Which
Oh, Dan,
I
you wanna
think
play
I
each
have
other then?
What's that?
I have it on PC.
Yeah, sure. I mean that's like the Hero Academy, like submit a turn, your turn, submit a turn.
I'm
thing,
cool
so-
with that.
Yeah, it's on iPhone as well. It's cheapest to buy on iOS because it's only $5, whereas every other version is $15.
Okay,
What if it's
so
actually on sale now? On Steam?
I typed in Assassin's Creed 4 digital PS4, and my fifth result was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Ezio Auditore roleplay gauntlet.
Don't stab fools.
Thanks, Amazon.
Let's go to Shogun $7.49 right now during the Steam sale. That's lasting for the next few days.
But you know what? Being able to play it portable is way more valuable than.
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't have any frame rate issues or anything on fucking iOS. So
Does
you
it
know,
run in
it's-
1080p though, Dan?
It runs in 1024 by 768, and I love every pixel of it.
Nice. Oh yeah, right.
Do they have a
I'm a-
digital
I'm a
store? I
pop-up
can't see
too.
a digital store.
It's only on the US.
Can I order from the US though?
I don't know. Maybe.
The codes, yes, but you need to have a US address. But the codes are redeemable in anywhere.
Sure?
North. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's how Lego
for
stuff.
PlayStation Network stuff, though.
Yep. Games will work. Not months and years of PlayStation Plus, but the games will work.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Actually, I think PS Plus does work.
I thought you got a plus code from someone and it didn't work. Didn't you?
Well, I
already
heard.
Try that?
So here's what I heard. I asked a buddy of mine in the States, and he said the only thing that didn't work because he travels between the U.S. and Canada quite frequently, so he gets multiple codes from different places. So he was saying that the money cards don't work
Yeah.
if you go if you jump between borders, but PS Plus does because it's North America.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. We get the same like PlayStation Plus rewards as the United States does.
Yeah. So he said anything that's North America related is gonna work regardless of which country. But
so the Plus would work, but the money wouldn't, right? That's what
Yeah.
you're saying?
exactly, yeah.
I would be willing to pay someone to pick me up a PlayStation Plus somehow in the
It's
US.
on fucking sale in
Well,
Canada as well.
I have an
Really?
I have
yeah,
a US
they're
address. and if
$30 in both places right now. In fact, that's the only Black Friday sale that PlayStation is carrying over to Canada
Whoa,
right now.
whoa! Oh, that's PC.
What?
Oh,
What?
It's $34.99 for Black Flag.
Oh.
That's the PC one.
Did you guys hear for this Thanksgiving sale, Battlefield 4?
Fucking bought it.
Did you guys hear for this Thanksgiving sale, Battlefield 4 is only $20 on PC right now? That's insane.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
And then for to buy it with premium, because premium is also super on sale, so it's only fucking $60 or something stupid. I still very much enjoy the PS4 version.
My other-
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So
The other option I have is buy Assassin's Creed 4, get the $10 from PSN, use that $10 plus another $10 I have for Battlefield Premium.
Yeah.
Richie,
so-
wait. What were you saying
Starting
about
to
Plus
feel
again?
dirty.
So were you saying that you need a U.S. address for it?
Well, I was gonna just try to get somebody who could get me one, and I'll pay them for it. So I want
Like,
to
it's
get.
in
I have a
Canada.
U.S. address that I can give
It's
you.
in Canada.
Yeah, but
though.
it's in Canada as well, so I might just do that.
Okay.
The reason being is that
How much
having
is it on
Xbox
sale?
Live until 2016 kind of prepaid off via weird things is kind of making me happy. I would like to do that for the PS4 as well, so I just kind of forget about it for multiple amount of time, especially if it's a good price.
For multiple amount of time? Yeah.
For multiple amount of time.
You can only stack 3 years of Plus.
Yeah, same thing with Xbox Live. Yeah,
Is it on sale this year?
More on live.
How much is it? a year?
prepaid, no, apparently. But if I were to keep buying years or something
Like
of it,
putting
it would,
codes
it would
in?
do it. Yeah, which is weird. I don't know. There's
Oh,
so
Only
much.
give it weird.
What's the PS Plus 1 year on sale for right now?
$30. Yeah,
It's regularly 50.
Where?
it's
It's
Thanksgiving
gonna
everywhere.
be that's what they're doing.
Anyways, to move on to
It's
actual.
gonna be on
PlayStation
PSN too,
sale,
right?
So every retailer is going to do it.
Yeah,
It's probably it's going to be a PSN deal as well. They're also going to be a bunch of.
is it going to be on PSN
deals.
the actual?
Yeah, I think so.
PlayStation
That
stuff?
was what
The only
they
reason
said.
I'm asking is because I have a credit with on the in my in my wallet there.
Yeah.
So I figure I may as well just use some of the cash from there.
If it's on PSN, then I'll do that. I'll buy a year of it straight up from there as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, PlayStation's actually the sales on the PlayStation Store are looking pretty awesome. Diablo 3 is going to be actually. You know what? Let's do the. I'm going to open up Calc here. If it's
Have they already announced what all is going to be up there, or
well,
is
they
it
announced
still
4
up to-
things. But the thing I was thinking of getting is Diablo 3 is going to be on the PS3. It's $60 and it's going to be 65% off, which leaves it to be what 35%. So it's going to be $20 for Diablo 3 on the PSN.
They announced the new PlayStation Plus games too today.
They
That's
did.
right.
Coming up.
A good group too. It's a good group of
Borderlands
titles.
2, Dyad.
Oh wow.
What was the other PS3 one?
Grid 2.
Grid 2.
Was
that
it Grid 2?
it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then Vita was, I'm blanking on it. There were 2 I don't
I
have.
forget.
Oh really?
Yeah, everything is this month is stuff I don't have except for Borderlands.
But yeah, anyways, the sales that I'm thinking of getting are possibly Diablo 3 for the PS3, just because apparently when the PS4 version comes out, it's going to be bundled with the expansion when that version comes out, and your character from the PS3 version can get transferred to the PS4. So I figured maybe I'll do that. So I would like to try it, and $20 would be
Is
pretty
it
neat.
still always online, even on the console?
Nope, no, it's not always online. So
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm trying to see plus December update. So once again, the games that we're mentioning are on the US store or the North America store. There's Borderlands 2, Grid 2, and Dyad on the PS3, and Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed and Urban Travel Freestyle on Vita. I'm hiccuping and like weirdly burping. It's odd.
Apparently, the Sonic game on Vita is pretty okay.
I've heard just a lot of good stuff about that Sonic game in general. In fact, I think MCP might have gifted it to me for Steam, and I'm sorry.
I have it
MCP.
on Steam as well.
Okay, perfect.
It was like $3 one day, and I was like, fucking whatever. I've heard not terrible things about it, and for $3, you could do worse.
Yeah. It seems like the PlayStation Plus is only going to be at retail. So
Oh, it's only retail.
Still,
Oh.
like, those cards are unlimited.
I'll just go roll to an EB Games and pick up
fuck,
2.
It doesn't even fucking matter.
yeah.
They're probably on sale right now, even though it's not fucking Friday yet, because everyone has Black Friday weekends like Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, what else have you guys been playing this week? I know you said you only played Assassin's Creed, Dan.
Well, we played a little Call of Duty
Shogun.
Ghosts.
Yeah, we played a little Ghost.
Yeah.
I played a bunch of Ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kumar,
I
tell us
played a
about your
shit ton of
Ghosts.
Ghosts. So I finished up the campaign.
Yeah.
It was actually not as bad as everyone's been kind of saying, which I was pleasantly surprised with.
Riccio has been saying.
I thought it was shit because of Killzone was good, but that was.
Well,
I
I
wouldn't
was
say it
gonna
was
say
shit. It was just.
And it's
underwhelming.
funny you say that. I was just going to say I don't think it's a game you should play after one of those other first-party shooters,
Yeah.
because I feel like those are always much better done. Like Activision likes to shit these games out, so
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting a different experience.
Yeah.
Well, it's
regardless of your
weird,
expectations.
but this is the first kind of entry in the series that I've felt is like the one that's been shit out, because it
Yeah.
feels like a step backwards.
Just
it's not,
weird
it doesn't feel
performance
as,
issues.
Yeah, it doesn't
just
feel as innovative as Black
Yeah.
Ops 2 was with everything.
missing some features.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of weird.
just-
The
stuff.
dog was nice, but you got to use it
Squad.
like what, twice?
Riley's the best part of this game.
Yep. And then it gets shot.
Jesus, Devin.
Yo,
Spoilers.
spoiler alert, bro.
That's
Jeez.
how many fucks I give about ghosts.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Devin, that's strike one.
I don't even know.
I'm already at strike one
What do you mean that's strike one?
for spoiler. If you hit strike 3, then Dan just kills you.
Oh.
What spoiler did I just missed?
It's okay. Don't.
Well,
don't
you
worry.
played
Don't
the
say it
game,
again.
so it probably didn't affect you.
Dan,
I'm not going to say it again.
I've been playing a lot of the extinction mode as well.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, there's a couple of buddies of mine who are in a different time zone, so it works out well, just in
Cool.
terms of our schedules. And it's fun. Like that's, I mean, it's a good mode, but at the same time, I still feel like it's so watered down comparatively to the zombies mode from.
I feel like the
from Black
zombies modes have like way too much in them now.
Yeah,
I still-
it's like if you weren't playing in World at War, like what
Then
is
you're
even
screwed.
happening right now?
Yeah, then you're screwed because you don't know what the hell to do. But even then, like I feel like they could have struck a nice, happy balance between it. But this, it's like once you've finished it, there's no real reason for you to go back.
Yeah.
It's just the
Oh,
same
you
shit.
can
over and over
finish
again.
it.
Yeah.
It's
there's-
not just like survive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
forever?
There's a end
Oh.
game, quote unquote.
Oh.
Kumar, can I ask you a question?
And,
oh, sorry. Cool.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh no, you played Black Ops 2 and such, right? Like the zombie mode
did,
of that.
Yep.
I know Dan has this not issue. I have the same thing. Like the zombies when you're shooting them in Black Ops, I find that they feel like they take too much hits, and it's just kind of like they don't feel as what
It's the
you.
same
It's like I
character.
put 6 pistol bolts in this thing.
But
like,
It's the same shit here.
But the thing is, whenever Dan and I played Extinction, I felt like they had a good balance of like, well, the starting aliens at least weren't too
That's
tanky.
not the thing, though. It
Yeah.
gets so
It gets-
stupid, and even then, you get as you
once it
progress
gets to the point
through-
of like the scorpion
Yeah.
things that shoot the like goop
Yeah.
and stuff, then it's like I am just shooting these
Yeah.
things. Like I am
Scorpion-
just
hey, get
running
this.
out of ammo.
Scorpions look like jokes comparatively to the hunters and the rhinos,
Jeez, okay.
which
well,
are just dumb. But the way that you progress through extinction mode is as you level up, you unlock. So you have basically, I think there's six. I want to say there's six different little things that you can pick from.
Yeah.
The first of which is your class. So you can be a medic, assault, which is just better with weapons, a tank, which just has a whole lot more health, and then I can't remember what the last one was. There's a fourth. Oh, engineer.
Yeah.
And again, the premise behind this is that to get a good balance within your team, you should probably. I don't think you really need an engineer, technically, if you've got good players.
Yeah.
But you should try to find that happy balance, right?
Yeah.
And then as you go through the different levels, you can
What
change.
does the
your
engineer
loadout.
do?
The engineer is good for your drill because basically you have a laser drill and you have to go through and destroy hives. There's 15 hives, and if one of these aliens is a bastard and jumps on your drill and messes it up, you need to repair it. The engineer just repairs that a whole lot quicker than someone who isn't.
Okay. That makes sense.
But
Cool.
again, I feel like if you're paying close enough attention, you can make sure that no aliens jump on the drill. So the engineer is almost like a shit class, realistically.
Well, it's more like a beginner class, really.
Not
It's
even
like-
that though. I'd say from a beginner class perspective, you may as well just take the tank because then you have more health, and let the people who are higher ranked do a lot of the other damage for you.
What has been your rollout?
I've been playing a medic because there's more people that suck at this mode than I care to even comment on.
But I mean, let's say when you're playing with your friends, what's the like? What is everybody? What is your good? What's the word?
So
like,
here's where I feel like
matchup?
they messed up hardcore on the
Okay.
balancing because
Okay.
even when I'm playing, so I have three buddies of mine who we've beat this every single time that we've played.
Okay.
And the beauty of when we play is that we all have the exact same loadout for the most part.
Oh wow. Okay.
But here's how we make things work. So one of us, for example, is dedicated to throwing down ammo. Another one is dedicated to throwing down armor. Another one is dedicated to throwing down. It's something called Feral Instinct.
Okay.
So it lets you see enemies through walls and shit.
Oh, that's smart. Cool.
Man, there's tons
and
of stuff.
then-
I haven't seen this mode yet.
And then the rest of us keep putting down turrets. And if you level up your turrets enough, right to the max level, then each of you can put down 2 turrets. And so you'll have 8 turrets in addition to 4 players. So if you position them properly, you can hold back just about everything. So I mean, you can play really well, but again, we don't care about any of the other classes. We just use medic.
Okay.
Because the maximum rank within the medic class is that your health, like you heal quicker regardless of where you are on the map,
Oh wow.
and you heal your teammates quicker regardless of where they are on the map.
So you guys just take like a few hits and then just
And
not
on top-
take damage and boop.
Well, it's not that you don't take damage, but you just heal a whole lot quicker. And then
Cool.
the beauty of it is also that if you get downed, you can't take damage. You're invincible while you're
Oh, wow.
reviving your teammate.
Oh.
That's
So
Okay.
again, it's OP in a couple of ways. I'd like to say.
but if it works,
Well, it's just at that like high level point, it kind of doesn't matter what the other classes do because so long as you're surviving,
Then you're good. You can
Yeah.
get to the end. And
it
so
doesn't
and then on
matter
top of that,
because we just have unlimited money to throw down ammo
yeah.
because we can just keep killing these things.
well, again, we manage the resources really well, right? So not everyone is buying everything, and that's the only reason that we succeed because we can put down turrets as much as we
Well,
want.
I have to imagine that you guys also do the challenges.
We do, yes, and that's
which,
where
if you jump into an online match,
no one does. They just don't. And it's so stupid because it gives you an extra skill point every single time.
Really?
So by the time we
start
get
off
to,
that first round, hey, melee everything.
Yeah,
great.
everyone just
Thanks,
shoots.
online piece of shit.
and the beauty of it is that we're usually maxed out at what we need to be by the time we hit like the second or third hive.
Oh wow.
So if one person is doing ammo, that person's maxed out on ammo pretty quickly.
That's true. We did get a lot of points whenever Dan and I tried it. Like,
Yeah.
if we did like the first.
If you're just
2
putting it into one thing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're paying attention, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, I played a little bit of the multiplayer. I like some of the new modes. It still feels like Activision usual kind of crap, where it's just the same game again.
I feel like what I explained with, I think I was talking to Dan about this, is that as much as the game is super similar, now that they kind of also had to adapt it for the new consoles, there must have been, because they technically have 2 years every time between them. Like, Infinity Ward has 2 years, Treyarch
Yeah.
has 2 years.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe a lot of that time was like spent learning what you can and can't do on the new gen consoles. So they probably just made it up to a certain point to be like, okay, this is Call of Duty. Then let's try to work and see, like, then they try to bring it over the consoles, or something must have happened where they had to dedicate more time to figuring that shit out instead of innovating or bringing back some features that like were pretty good.
Even
in
then,
that
though, like
phase.
they haven't innovated since Modern Warfare.
I think Black Ops 2 did some neat stuff
No,
though.
Black Ops 2 did some really good
Yeah.
stuff.
It did, but again, like that's arguably a different
Innovated,
it's a completely
though,
different
yeah.
studio, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely different studio. I'm talking specifically Infinity Ward here. Infinity Ward has had the most time, and yeah, I know like more than half their team is gone realistically.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, they still have a lot of talented
They still have
developers there.
Neversoft, and they still have all those crazy.
Yeah, like they have a lot of really, really talented developers.
Yeah,
there.
that
Stuff
skateboarding
great.
level in Ghost was
Yeah.
really
great.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Great.
Ghost-
Tony Hawk
Ghost
is in
was
there.
expected to be it was supposed to be the next Modern Warfare, and instead it's just the next Call of Duty, which is really sad to say. I know that sounds really similar, but it's the reality of what the game is.
It's to the point where now I feel like the only, once again, quote unquote, real Call of Duty games are like the Treyarch ones because they're still.
It's still the only ones that actually do something different.
And I feel like those ones feel more fun.
Well,
Like
what
they kind
the-
of just go wild with some stupid shit.
the customization that they allow you in Black Ops 2 multiplayer and the way that story
The story thing was really
goes
interesting.
is like that was a first for Call of Duty. None of this like fish moving out of your way, dog bringing none of that.
Some of those
garbage.
fish are actually shitty sprites that you can just
I don't
swim right
even
through. That's
care.
fun. Yeah.
The Black Ops 2 storyline was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like just
Even Black Ops was good actually. Even the first one was.
oh
good.
yeah, Black Ops. That was a good Call of Duty campaign. But
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 actually, I feel like, innovated on the formula.
Yeah.
And like just like almost did that kind of Spec Ops: The Line thing, which is like choices through gameplay. But I feel like almost it really does branch the story more. Like there are tons of different ways that story can end up at the end.
I should probably finish that campaign.
The
Oh
weird,
God, Kumar, you will not. You will hate every other Call of Duty one you've played.
the weird thing is, I feel like I've played through. Well, I've played through all the Call of Duties so far, and they've all sort of just been. I can't remember what the fuck happens in the middle. I just remember the end. Like there's gonna be maybe like a gun thing and like or a knife
There's
being
going to
thrown
be a
in an
mission
eye.
where you're sneaking around as a
Yeah.
sniper. There's gonna
Or
be,
Actually,
something similar.
you know what one of my most memorable Call of Duty moments is?
Yeah.
I want to say it's the second mission of Call of Duty 2, when you bomb the building, when you detonate the explosives in the building, and you see the
Call of
whole
Duty
like
2?
yeah
Okay.
in Call of Duty 2.
The World War.
It's
World War.
exactly,
Not
yeah,
World
no,
War. The World War
2.
II. Sorry, is what I want to say.
yeah, it was World War 2.
Yeah.
And so what ends up happening is you hear everyone yelling, and there's really like subtle orchestra in the background.
Yeah.
And then it all just goes quiet, and you hear the explosives go off, and you see the entire building collapse, and the smoke
Yeah.
effects were just stupid in that
Yeah, I
game. Like
remember
they were so well done. And that was
Um,
again, that was one of my most memorable moments of Call of Duty, and it's kind of sad that game was how long ago.
Yeah. That would have
So,
been.
like, how much time have they had
2005 or something.
to
Yeah,
to-
5 sounds right because it was on the 360.
yeah, it was
But-
one of the like first games out, was it not?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it was. Yes,
yeah.
it was like the.
It was
First
on.
year,
It was
first
on
year.
like both.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
one of those games. It was like Ghosts.
But no, what I want to say though about. I've played through most of the Call of Duties, and there's always been like that. Well, the recent ones and the old one, yeah, Call of Duty 1, 2, United Defensive, all that stuff,
Yeah.
all had some cool.
Are you
points.
talking about post 4?
But yeah, post 4. I've all kind of had that same sort of shit going through it. But I feel like Black Ops 2, going through that storyline, yes, the little changes were interesting because whenever I would talk to you and be like, oh, dude, like that dude got his face burned a little bit, and I had to burn, like, I remember that shit now because that was like
Yeah,
unique
it's
to me.
it's different
But not-
things throughout the entire story.
But not only that, you had like that one story, that mission when you're playing is like, say, the enemy kind of, and you go through that thing. I don't want to say because I think Kumar hasn't played and he wants to go through it. But that mission really stuck with me because it felt like really different and it,
oh, that mission.
yeah, when you just kind of fucking.
Man, that mission is
I
crazy.
know. But I feel like there's nothing else that's ever really like Ghost. I can't think of any memorable moment other than
I
going
will
to the
say
end and
this.
being like,
I have a
That,
so
I
there was one mission in the campaign of Ghosts that made me say, okay, guys, I'm willing to forgive a couple of things.
is it the one
mission
animation
in the fucking
space?
very
or-
beginning? Yeah.
No,
No,
there's.
fuck the whole bullshit.
Can we
fucking
spoil
basic-
an animation? Like one animation?
Which one are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
the Riley one.
So we're sticking his
Which
head out of the
Riley
door.
one?
No, so you're in a like area
Yep.
that is semi wide open, and you're kind of coming up steps, and this helicopter kind of swoops by,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
and Riley sprints up the steps, which are not that high, fucking launches himself or herself. I forget if Riley's a dude or a chick. Like 10 feet into the air.
Riley's a boy.
It's a boy. 10 feet into the air, bites the fucking driver's neck out, and just rips him out of the fucking helicopter, and like the helicopter goes and explodes. Like it's just like,
It's funny because how vicious he is, but how cool he is too. Like if
But he
you're
jumps
trying to
a helicopter.
See,
Like, what
I
the
was
fuck?
sprinting at that time,
Mm-hmm.
so he like ran out beside me, and I just saw like the helicopters like kind of spinning to the ground beside me. I was just like, "What the fuck happened back there?"
It was really retarded. Like it looks like it was weird.
can I
the
can I
Riley
mention
animation I was going to talk about is I think like earlier in that mission where you're driving in like Humvee.
Yeah.
And he's just sticking his head out the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's
that's
got
great.
both hands up.
Yeah.
part's
You know
great.
what I kind of like that they
If Black
that they made
Ops
him-
2 had Riley, it'd be game of the year all years.
What were you gonna say, Kumar?
I was gonna say, you know what I kind of laughed at, and I figured that they were gonna pay very close attention to him just because, but I didn't realize it was gonna be this close.
Yeah.
So if you're crouched and you're reconning,
Yeah.
you'll see him like keep his ears down too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he'll get really really close to the ground and he'll put his ears down.
Yeah.
It's just like there's subtle details like that I feel like they did really well, but then it's like you shit on the rest of the game. So
Okay. The one part that
it's the sequel to Fable 2 is really what we're trying to say.
Pet the dog.
yeah.
I do have to talk about this too though. There's a mission that is very covert at
Yeah,
the beginning
okay.
for the first half.
Yeah, that I was
I
just going
don't
to mention
wanna-
that one.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because it's actually worth getting to and worth playing.
That
But
mission,
The
that
opener
mission-
of that is just like, oh,
Are we
okay.
talking about
here's
the
where we
E3
go.
mission then?
Sorry,
yes,
which one?
I guess.
The E3 mission?
I don't know what they showed on E3. I never watched the.
Cold.
Okay, well, explain what you're gonna say, and then we'll.
No, because explaining it is.
Oh, I thought he was gonna.
Explaining it, yeah, it kind of ruins the. Like, you know how sometimes there's moments in Call of Duty where. So I'll use the Modern Warfare mission for example,
Yeah.
where it starts off and you're in the ghillie suit.
Yeah, it's
And
that.
you know how like that beginning, you're just like, oh shit, this is gonna be such a good mission.
Yeah.
And it's the
It's one
beginning
of
of this where it's just like it's almost like a misdirect, and then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we're going. This is great.
It's
Yeah.
a complete misdirect. But I will say this: that whole mission, or at least that first half of the mission, rather,
Yeah.
plays out just like you'd expect in like some Hollywood movie. So they always go for like these action movie set pieces. They got it really right in that mission.
which I really like that part because I actually got tense during that moment.
It was cool, huh?
Like
And
I
if you
got
play with,
I
play
actually
with
have no
that-
idea what the fuck mission you guys are talking about at all.
We can explain it after. I
Yeah.
don't want to spoil it for
Yeah.
anyone because that's a legitimately cool part of the game.
Yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
arguably one of the coolest, if not one of the only cool moments of
I
the
mean,
game.
what do you guys said, like text me explaining with that? So I'm just like, yeah.
If you haven't played it yet, you're in for a treat.
No, he's
No, I've
beaten
beaten the whole game. I just don't
Oh,
remember
okay,
what the. Somebody texted to me maybe, so I can go like, oh yeah, because I'm
Devin's writing it right now.
good. But what do I want to say?
Other than that, actually, what was your takeaway from the campaign? Did you enjoy it, or did you think it was just kind of lame?
Mine?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But
I give it a 6 on the Goombar scale of entertainment.
I was enjoying where it was going.
Can we make that a thing, by the way?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Goombar
why not?
scale.
The Goombar.
Black Ops 2 is going to be a hard 10, by the way,
Oh,
because
I'm excited.
So
Yeah.
so I was enjoying it. I was like, okay, this is okay. This is going crazy. It's pretty crazy. It's going pretty crazy. And then I beat it, and then the ending played out.
Yep.
And then the satisfaction for that game just fucking went away. I was like,
It just went
that
right
was
at
a
the-
shit story then. And until you guys have finished it, I won't explain it. I know, Kumar, I think I've kind of told you.
We haven't had that conversation yet, but I know
That's the
exactly
one?
the
Yeah.
feeling you're
no.
about.
That's the one that I like.
No, we're talking about the very early one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's the other one.
but
No, I like that part.
that part's okay. I don't know.
I like that because I like stupid action movies.
Yeah.
And for me, that was like
Okay, yeah.
the stupidest
lines
action
and stuff,
movie
yeah.
thing ever.
Was it like Expendables, but video game?
Almost to that level of like ridiculousness of like they had stormtrooper syndrome
Yeah.
real fucking hard there.
Anyways, before we spoil too much about this game, it's only been out for like 3 weeks.
This is true.
Yeah, let's quit away from the single player talk.
I was kind of shocked at how short it was and how easy it is on veteran. Like it's a whole lot easier than previous Call
Oh
of Duty.
man, I
It
played
turned
it
into a
on.
rail shooter for me of just, all right, these guys are going to come out of these doors here. All right, stop. Let my NPCs walk ahead. All right, they cause
So-
the enemies to spawn. Shoot. Keep walking. Like,
So I will say this: I always play Call of Duty games without aim assist. So you know how you can just keep tapping the left trigger and you'll just automatically zoom in on everyone.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I play without that. Like I play with that off, and it still wasn't bad. Like the other games, I've had a pretty significant amount of challenge from time to time in certain missions.
Yeah.
But in this one, it was just like it was pretty much just a shooting gallery. You have to be careful in terms of how quickly you run around.
Yeah.
And
But
don't
there
shoot
was
your
maybe
teammates.
like I can count on one hand
Friendly
how many
fire will not
times
be
I got
tolerated.
stuck.
I played it on hardened, I think, and it was decently easy, except for the parts where you were trying to aim at people and the fucking weapon kicked back up into the air made me want to kill myself. Because it was going like, oh man, this is actually not too bad. To like, fuck this goddamn, like, just want to break my DualShock 4.
The gun that I found that did that the least was actually the heavy belt-fed machine gun that you picked up off the
It's
enemies.
got the lowest recoil.
I
That
don't mean
thing-
recoil.
No,
I
no,
mean
but, like,
getting
it-
shot. Okay.
Like that thing had no fucking recoil,
Oh.
so you could just legit point it at a door that you knew people were gonna be running through, and just
Oh.
hold down the trigger. And then when you reload, normally by that time they're all dead, and you're like, all right, let's keep moving, boys. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, look, Mario for this purpose.
yeah, just clearing people out.
But
Ridiculous.
anyways,
There were definitely some cool set pieces, but I think that's about where it stops
Yeah.
in terms of its impressiveness.
I feel like it's pretty dated now. I feel like they really need to.
Yeah, the formula just isn't. I mean, mind you, people don't buy it for the campaign. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like, our argument here is
the thing
pretty
is
moving.
that because of the, I feel like I'm enjoying multiplayer, but because
It's so
I'm
fucking
not enjoying.
broken, though.
Well, the reason because I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Black Ops 2's multiplayer right off the bat, I kind of went into the single player hoping that it would be better and just be like, okay, you know what, this was worth it. But similar to Dan, like I'm kind of feeling that, man, this wasn't worth my purchase. Kind of like
Because
I read
Black
this the
Ops
one.
2 was
Did you
fucking
actually buy it, though?
Amazing.
Yeah, I bought it.
I paid
Oh,
$10
I
for
thought you did
mine,
trade.
and I'm happy with mine.
No, I bought.
Yeah, see, I got mine completely free, so I don't mind.
To be fair, I got mine for only 34, 36. So Dan's the only one who got shafted.
If
so
I had paid the full
but-
$60
You know what?
for that
I'll
game,
make money through the campaign eventually, and I'll
Yeah.
play some extension
still-
mode. Now
it's still fun.
I'll feel
Yeah.
happy when I purchase because I like the Call of Duty
Yeah.
campaign. So
yeah,
it's not,
I just
Wait, Dan, did you say you haven't beat the campaign?
no,
Okay, so then I shouldn't send anything to the group chat.
no.
did I spoil something for you?
No.
Okay.
I don't want strike 2. Actually, he did spoil something for you, Dan. What are you
Well,
talking about?
earlier, yeah.
Oh, but you gave him a strike for that?
Yeah. He gave me a strike for
Wait,
that.
Devin, did you finish the game fully?
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
finished it.
cool.
Damn right.
And
Anyways.
the part where you stab that octopus and it takes over your ship,
And it launched
and
into
you're
space.
fucking harpooning it, and it's just like
Okay,
the craziest
How did this
shit.
become a thing in our like group? By the way, to just make up stupid fake spoilers.
Just to avoid a real spoiler is what it is.
Man, you can really feel though. Not to. Never mind. This game just decided to.
The end of that
every other
game was
blockbuster.
shit. That end of that game was shit. I was super. That game made me fucking angry. Not
What?
like angry, like, oh, the game's over. No, I want more. Like, I put down my controller and said, "Fuck you." No, fuck
Ghost-
you, and turned
Ghost
it
did?
off. Yes. The end of that game
I can
bothered
believe
me.
Did you finish Black Ops 2?
No,
Okay, Devin and Kumar, you both need to play. Black
but
Ops
like
2.
it's just that end of Ghosts.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to do something with it that they really shouldn't.
No, they should
I'll
have just
leave it at
left
that.
it the fuck alone. Should have
Yeah.
not done what they did. They should have just.
Dan, if you have
Ugh.
4.5 hours to kill one day,
If you want to jam an
Well, if
ice
we get
pick,
home reasonably, I can play it tonight.
if you
Well,
want to
Liz
jam
is-
an
Liz
ice
is
pick
gone
into
tonight,
your
so
head, slowly
I won't keep her up.
yeah.
play Call of Duty Ghosts.
Anyways, moving
No,
on
let's
from
go
Call of
play
Duty.
Black Ops again.
Moving on from Call of Duty.
I'd like to watch one of you play Black Ops 2. Anyways,
I'll play it during the
we can
marathon.
move on.
What else have you guys played this week?
Played some more
I
Resident.
got Star Citizen. I cut
You didn't
Kumar
play
off
it.
there.
Oh well, I guess you kind of.
I
you didn't
went
hang
into
out.
the-
Walked around in your hangar.
Yeah, hell yeah, I fucking did.
Which you already told me, but
I got like
what'd you spend?
I spent $80. I got this like
Slayer would be proud
yeah. He actually helped me with that.
if we
So
were here.
big fucking
Didn't
shout
he,
out.
I was gonna say, didn't he give you something?
Well, what ended up happening was you could buy it, then gift it to someone, and someone who was an early backer could then gift it back to you and get lifetime insurance.
Yeah.
So you actually have to buy insurance into this game and crazy shit like that.
Is it on your ship? Like, is that what the
Yeah,
insurance?
yeah, insurance on your ship, and you can insure cargo, and you can insure all this other crazy shit.
Yeah.
And me purchasing that game also took away about 8 hours of my life and about 4 hours of sleep because
Nice.
I delved really deep into like the forums and like was reading all the crazy development blogs. It's pretty fucking intense. So what ended up happening was I just ended up sending him the PayPal money, and he bought it and then gifted it to me.
Okay.
And so I end up with like lifetime insurance plus these extra credits and all this extra bonus stuff that I would have not gotten if I had just purchased it myself.
Does lifetime insurance mean you never lose your ships?
Pretty much.
That's craziness.
So I kind of want to do dogfights, especially because some of the stuff I was reading is people are hoping there will be Oculus Rift support, and from what I hear, there's going to be Oculus Rift support.
Did you watch the video on their website? Because he talks about Oculus Rift.
I didn't see all of the video. I watched some of the live stream.
Didn't
Right,
delve
right at the end
deep
of it, he
enough.
talked about
I
it.
skipped the intro stuff.
Show me the goods.
But
I
no,
just
no.
want to climb around my ships.
Okay, so the crazy thing about this is you've seen Iron Man 3, right?
Yeah, I've seen Iron Man 3.
Okay, so you know the HUD?
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy who designed that
Must have worked on
is
Iron Man 3.
is designing all of the HUDs in Star Citizen.
Oh, really? That's actually like legitimate.
That's fucking. And I was like, bullshit. He's not fucking doing it. He's not. And then like some dude in the forum was like, watch at like 3 hours and 7 minutes of their latest live stream, and it clips to them like showing this production video that they have, and it's the guy being like, hi, such and such, whatever his name is. You might know my work from Iron Man 3. And then it clips to like Iron Man 3 showing the HUD and like crazy shit. And then it shows in game, and it's like that same crazy style of like rotating reticles and like gyrographic gravity stabilizers and like having your wings and stuff. And it's fucking crazy.
You know what's really crazy about it all, though, is that it's all explained. Like there's detail behind every little piece.
And the part that I really like about it is the ship is not just one model. The ship is actually made up of almost completely like working parts of it. Like everything's designed that it has to work together like it would a real ship. So like they were talking about it in their live stream, if you get shot with like a projectile, your wing can, like your stabilizing rudder can get jammed at a certain position and you'll just fucking spin out. And you'll have to like either eject out and then go salvage your ship after, or like it's crazy detailed. So if there's gonna be Oculus Rift support in that, that's gonna be fucking great. And I'm gonna like, there's people are talking about getting like joysticks to match their cockpit and like making custom made kits to match whatever they get.
Yeah,
So
people are gonna get really into it.
Oh man, it's gonna be it's
I'm going to enjoy watching videos or streams of that game.
it's gonna be first person Eve, pretty much of what it is. Like there's gonna be full trading economies. There's you can do mining planets where you can actually control how you're mining and different stuff like that.
The
Like
sound effects are going to make that game. I don't know.
it's
Care
gonna
what
be
you say. It's got to
fucking-
have the right like sci-fi.
from
engine
what I hear of it,
He worked on Wing Commander, and he worked on a lot of crazy titles from way back in the day. So I can't imagine that he won't be making everything really, really good this time around too.
and they're having so much money thrown at them. Like it's retarded.
Well, they're at
like,
$5.5 million, man. They asked for
they're
half a
at
million. They're
30.
at 5.5.
They're at 33 million.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're
Because they're still taking backing money.
Oh, geez, yeah.
they're
Never mind. I thought they had stopped at.
nope. Their last stretch goal.
Can you
was,
believe that they asked for $500,000?
Yeah.
And look at where they are. That's craziness.
Yeah, like this game is gonna be fucking insane, and I'm super excited to be able to see it kind of be built, because everything they're doing and everything they're releasing to the community, everybody's tweaking, and what they don't. So they're trying to design it to the point where when the game comes out, there's not going to be like, I hate the shit out of this part. Like there will still be bugs and glitches, obviously, but it's not going to be fucked. And,
I like how they're taking it really seriously when they say that they want people to actively contribute.
oh yeah. Like they're taking a big page from CCP or the CPP. CCP. They're taking a big note from CCP about letting the users kind of control what's going on. And with every stretch goal they're getting, they're adding more features that are just improving the game more. Like they're adding a travel system now where you can move ships, you can move yourself, you can move cargo if you're traveling with it. Like it's going to be pretty sweet, man. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's going to be awesome.
Is there an actual release date for it? Or have they just said a
2
year?
years from now.
There's a
So 2016?
yeah.
Yeah.
The hangar's out right now. The gunfighting module should be out by December apparently.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Which from the snippets of what I've seen of it looks pretty fucking sweet.
I hope
That's
runs better than
December-
the hangar module.
Yeah.
December as in like
This
3
December.
days from now? 2 days from now?
Yeah.
Well, not start of December, but in December at some point.
Oh, okay. But like this year, right?
Will you be able to have other players on your ship firing guns from your ship?
In the full thing, yes.
Yeah.
Great.
So like
Actually, on like different, kind of like different, whatever,
Can I have a ship
Not
with
just
a
cannons,
quad laser
but-
cannon on the top and a quad laser cannon on the bottom?
And one dude on
And
shields or
And
something.
when you no, just quad laser cannon on top,
Okay.
quad laser on the bottom, and then the hyperdrive will always be broken.
You could actually just be a quad laser with a rocket on it. Just shoot that out of space.
But like
you're not understanding what I want here.
the crazy thing about this is they're adding so much detail into it that your ship will be customized to your ship. Like I want to buy I'm actually thinking about buying a second revision of the ship I currently own that is a stealth version. And so it's meant to kind of go into unknown areas. It's completely undetectable to sensors and stuff like that. If you control it correctly, like, so you have to be able to adjust your thrusters and like bring burn down, and it's crazy in depth about how you operate this stealth ship, but you can get into anywhere, and so you can see like opposing factions areas and like go explore and do crazy salvage missions or like find black boxes, and they've talked about some crazy stuff like that where this stealth ship is like kind of the key to do it without being caught. Or they've talked about having like wrecks of large ships that were blown up in like a battle or something like that, and you actually have to go into this kind of debris field and pull out different weapons and crazy things like that, so that it's like you can improve your own and customize it to your own needs, where like you kind of have a base, but you add and you customize it to how you think you're going to play. There's not like a perfect, like this is the optimal way to play. It's however you think you want to do it is kind of how they're pushing it and opening it up.
I just hope with all the crazy talks and like all those documents and videos and stuff they've made, I can't wait to see like the actual finished product. Hopefully it all works good, I guess.
Are there going to be voice
Sure, it
commands?
will. They're already pretty far along, and then considering they're spending another 2 years on it.
The thing is that like if they can make it work as good as they want, but the second you throw players onto it and everybody's kind of doing their best to cheat the system and kind of break shit as much as possible, how much of it's going to hold up and still make it a fun kind of experience, I guess.
I think it's going to be pretty crazy because I
I'm
don't
still
know.
psyched, though.
I don't know if this is an actual thing, but there was talk of like, because they're putting a big emphasis on exploration and trading and dogfighting and like forming your own kind of, not corporations. They had a different name for them.
Can you smuggle?
Yeah, you can fucking run guns and like crazy shit like that.
Can you make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs?
I guess maybe.
Are these Star Wars things?
Yeah.
They were all Star Wars
Yeah.
things the whole time.
So because they're adding all these things to it, there's talk of them not opening the full universe up and having kind of like the Eve style where it's like you kind of gotta go explore it and kind of discover things. So with that discovery in mind, they can kind of adapt the system to how players are trying to break it.
I think it's a smart way to do it.
I see you like shooting on one part of space, like not built yet. Just the wall just appears. And,
But like kind of doing it that way where it's this adaptive system to like if somebody's fucking just breaking the shit out of this, then they can kind of quickly react to it and adjust accordingly. So it'd be pretty sweet. I'm a lot more excited than what I originally was now that I've kind of like delved into
Walked
it.
around in your hangar.
Yeah, just fucking walked around my hangar and
you've been hangering around.
hit F and walked up my ladder and then sat in my chair and the controls came out and everything booted up and then hit a button and my controls went back away. It's great.
Yeah. So Kumar, what were you saying that you were playing before?
I just played a little bit more Resogun, and
Yeah. Even though you've platinumed it, son of a bitch.
man, the game's just so good. It's so good.
Now he can just focus on leaderboard score.
You playing on Master all the time?
not even that. Like I've literally just been playing it just because kind of thing. Like it's just a fun game to play. And I know it's more simplistic than the other titles that are available at release, but man, it's like such a fantastic way to embrace arcade games, period. I feel like this is the game that Geometry Wars wanted to be.
Well,
And
it's
game
the
that
next step.
Stardust wanted to be.
What if the Stardust people ever picked up anybody from Geometry Wars after?
If those two studios teamed up, like what were they called again?
I can't remember. It was
It was
Bizarre
something with a G,
Creations.
right?
Bizarre Creations. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Bizarre, something with a G. I'm an idiot.
You literally
Gotham.
know G in
You're saying
those
Project
whole
Gotham
long
Racing.
words.
If Bizarre and these guys teamed up, I think the game that they'd create would be just
It's
ridiculous.
too bad that Activision made Bizarre make a James Bond game and then fired them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck
I hate
Activision.
when they do that to studios.
That shit happens like all the time, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really something we'll be able to get away from because it's just unfortunately a
There'll
part
never
of
be
the
another
industry.
Geometry Wars. How do
There'll
you guys
never
feel
be
about
another
that?
Blur.
There won't be, but at the same time, if there is,
Only you and Dustin care about that.
Actually, I really like that game. Played it on
was
PC.
Blur a racing game?
Yes.
Yeah.
The most amazing racing game. The most amazing racing game.
Shunt, wasn't that the main thing? Shunt.
Yeah.
It's the red thing. That's the red shell.
Fucking
Basically.
bunch of shunts. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't like Blur a Disney thing?
No, that was split second.
That was Split Second.
Both came out on the same day though.
Yeah, that's why.
Maybe
they're
I'm thinking of
confusing.
Split Second. I like that one.
I remember.
was
I remember
fucking
playing
shit.
Split Second. Dan, do you remember it was on the demo?
Man. Oh, I can't believe we never told this story before. Okay. So we had, when we worked at Future Shop, we had a PS3 that we'd set up, and I'd load demos and whatever else I wanted onto it because whatever, I was the gaming guy. And I decided to put the brand new Split Second demo, which is only the first track. You can't pick any other cars. That's it. It's just you press start on the demo, it starts the track, you race, whatever. But it keeps your leaderboard score as long as the demo is on.
Okay.
So we had people from other departments just constantly coming by, and they would just slowly form this like gathering of staff around the Split Second console, just playing this first mission over and over again, trying to get the best time.
And the best thing is that because it was completely like it was an adaptable environment kind of thing in terms of whether you took a particular shortcut or not.
Yeah.
So people would find new shit, and seeing that whole like discovery.
And
kinda
but
come
there's
through it all.
like 8 staff members standing around. It's like, oh, he found it. It's great. It's great. And then the boss walks by, and we're like, we're not playing Split Second. Go away.
Everyone was just there asking questions.
Yeah. I
Just
think
cross
I think we
department
probably indirectly sold a lot of copies of Split Second by playing that game, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Because anytime any customer would walk up and be like, "Oh, what game are you playing? This is Split Second. Yeah, give it a try. Oh, it's amazing. Where is it?" And I was smart enough to put the Split Second copies right beside the fucking stand. So
Which is funny because they didn't actually want him to do that.
no, they told me to take that stuff down, but I would put movies and I'd play them. But like I just put a Blu-ray,
Yeah.
whatever, and I'd
Which
put a
is
stack
the
of
right
movies
way. Like
beside the
by
fucking thing.
every definition of marketing, it's the right way to do it.
Holy shit! What the fuck happened before this? I gotta buy this now.
I would actually do it with movies that we had a lot of copies of if I owned them. Like I brought in Sherlock Holmes once.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just put it in the Blu-ray player as my copy, but I put the like giant fucking overstock of Sherlock Holmes beside it. It's empty by the end of the day.
My one
I was
problem
an
with
amazing salesman.
my one huge problem with Split Second was the shitty rubber band AI that always
You know what?
I hated it
Demo
so much.
didn't fucking
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Sold out of copies of Split Second. Whatever.
So what else you guys been playing?
Man,
Played-
that day in video game, May 18th, 2010, Red Dead Redemption, Alan Wake, Split Second, Blur, Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands.
It
Lest
was a
we
good day
never
for all of
forget.
us.
What's that?
Lest we never forget.
No, I heard you. I didn't hear what Kumar said.
No, I said it's a day that it was a great day for gamers. Like it was just a
Yeah. I
fantastic
had
day.
3 days off starting on that day.
Never played Forgotten Sands. I bought it for $4 on like a last Xbox 360 sale.
It's okay. It's more plays on the nostalgia for Sands of Time, but
Xbox on.
Oh, you fucking dick. It did do it. Okay. I played Dead Rising 3
You beat that, right?
on
you-
your Xbox on.
on my on my Xbox One.
On.
No. And that I played it to completion. It was
Was
a
it really good?
17-hour experience for me because I kind of went in a little bit completionist about certain things. First of all, that game is super open world. It's like Dead Rising 1 and 2, except for this one is super open world without loading screens.
Would you say it's out of the box? Would you say it's Xbox on?
Fuck you.
Well, that makes no goddamn
Shut up. I was
sense.
going for out of the box, on the box.
What? I don't
Fucking Xbox on.
Shut your mouth. No. Anyways.
Xbox.
No.
On.
Anyway, so there's in the open world. You son of a bitch.
Did it actually turn on?
Yeah.
Turn it off. So I don't want to keep doing that. So I don't want to.
All right. Xbox off.
I know it's off. Anyway, in the open world, there
Yes.
are survivors to find. which will be side missions to be like, oh, there's some crazy chick over there. There's psychos to go kill. There are speakers that you can go shoot down because they're like spouting nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
Propaganda.
It sounds like some sort of like get chipped because there's like chips that shoot Zombrex automatically so you don't become zombies. That's like the start of that's just the story where it is now. There's blueprints you can find around the world, which are how you learn to craft stuff. And I think there's also Frank West statues that give you PP.
They give you PP?
Prestige points. It's PP
Oh.
Yeah,
everywhere.
you-
They always,
when
they
I
always
tuned-
reference it as PP.
I tuned
No, they just
into
make you have to
your
pit.
I tuned into your cast, and all I heard you saying
Gotta
when
get more
I tuned
PP.
in was, "I love PP."
I have so much PP right now.
And I was like, "What?"
It's just weird. Yeah, no, anyways. So I didn't get all the speakers. I didn't get all the blueprints because some of them were in really weird places. I didn't get all the Frank statues. But for those 3, I'm missing maybe like 4 of each, not even. Out of like 70 or 80
wow.
or 100 or whatever. But I saved every survivor I could find. I killed every psycho I could find as well. And yeah, when I beat the game, we got the S ending, which is like hey, you fucking did a pretty much perfect run. I was super happy about that. I got a sick unlock, and now if you do that same thing on nightmare mode. Okay, wait. Getting ahead of myself. There's 2 modes. There's story modes and there's nightmare mode. Story mode is there's 7 days of in-game time passing by before the game ends. I don't know if it actually ends at the 7 days, because 17 hours in, I was at day 3. So it just passes so fucking slowly. Or no, I was at day 4 maybe. But anyways, it passes
Maybe
so
it
fucking
runs faster in nightmare mode.
I don't know what nightmare mode does, but in nightmare mode there is a time limit. Oh, unless there's no time limit, but in normal story you can save anywhere. Doing little things as autosaves. In nightmare mode you have to go take a piss or go to the bathroom somewhere, and it'll save like in other ones. So that's kind of a bit more intense, but even then I never died, I think, going through my entire playthrough on story mode. And I hit max level. I hit max level, and then you can keep leveling to get points, but then I put points in everything, and then it just kept giving me points. So I beat the game with 25 extra points, but at one point it just stops giving you points, except for when you beat a chapter it gives you a point. So I'm just like, can I prestige and just get more or something? Like I don't know. Anyway, I got a lot of PP, a lot of skill points. It was weird.
Would you buy and replay Dead Rising 3 off the record? Starring
Dead Rising
Frank
2?
West? No. If they made Dead
Oh.
Rising 3 off the record starring Frank West, would you buy it again and play it?
I would
Yes.
buy an
Yes.
Xbox
Wow.
for that.
That would I'm actually going to restart that game on nightmare mode and just go through it again because
You enjoyed it, eh?
I enjoyed it so fucking much. In fact, like
I weirdly hope that that's now going to become a tradition that
That'd
they
be
just
cool.
release
the Frank
Dead
West
Rising off the record of each version, which is
That'd be
Frank West
cool.
in it for like no goddamn reason.
I would
Right?
cover wars.
and you
know?
find like the Nick character as the main character, you just find statues of him instead of Frank West everywhere.
Yeah, just
Or you find Frank
just
West ones,
Frank
he's
West
like,
is like-
yeah, look good, and then
for like no goddamn.
Yeah.
I need to play Dead Rising 2 off the record.
But
I heard
yeah,
it's
same.
great.
I haven't played it either, but I heard it's good. But yeah, no, Dead Rising 3 so far, honestly, I know Assassin's Creed's gonna be really good, and I can't wait to play that because I haven't played much of it yet. Though, Dead Rising 3 so far is, I think, like my favorite game of this year. Like, it was 17 hours long, and at no point did it feel like it was becoming a grind, except for there's a final mission where there's like a 10-minute. The final chapter, sorry, there's like a 10-minute mission where it does the one thing the one thing that's never in that game ever, and it's just like, I need you to travel from one side of the map just to this side of the map. Oh, you're there? Why don't you go back? Oh shit, now that you're there, go to this side of the map. Oh, this side of the map. Oh, it's not this side. You gotta go. I'm like, what the fuck is this game doing to the last part of this game? And it was real dumb.
Were they purposely trying to throw you off? Or?
No, it was just purposely being a shithead. And there's like this shitty little bar. It was so stupid. It was like, that was the one point I was like, what the fuck's happening with this game? But the prior like 16 hours and 45 minutes, I was constantly smiling, being shocked by the fucking weird blueprints you can get. And in Dead Rising 2, I think when you got 2 items, if you wanted to workbench, even if you didn't know how to do it, you could just mash them together and it would make whatever the hell you want.
Yep.
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 And
this
then
one-
you got the recipe
Yeah.
for it.
In this one, you need to find the recipe first, from what I can tell.
Well, it was
Do they
like
actually call it a
if-
recipe,
if
or is
you-
it called
It's a blueprint.
It's like if you
Oh.
just made them,
Yeah.
they would work.
Yeah.
But if you had the blueprint and then you made them, they'd have like better durability or something
Okay.
like that.
So what happens in this one is you get the blueprint, you mash it together. So also, if you go around, you just like, say there's a hanger on the ground, you just pick up the hanger. Then just the act of picking it up saves it in your locker, which you can just put any item out. So if I go ahead and make a combo of like 3 different items, I go to the locker, it's just hanging in there. And you can summon, let's say, or create out of the locker like 8 items of shit quality, 2 or 4 of just a combo, and like the super combos are the craziest ones. I can get 2 at a time before it has to restart regenning, which I don't know how long it takes. It'd always be full by the time I got back.
Couldn't you take 2 of the big ones and then 4 of the medium ones and then just craft them and then?
It would end up being that it would be smarter to get 2 of the big ones and without upgrading it.
Oh, you mean it's not? You can get 2 and then 4 and then 8.
Yeah,
You get 2 and that takes out.
The chunk, like just a fucking huge.
You take one big one, it takes out 2 of the. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I got it.
That made it really fun because then you get really cool combinations, and then you'd actually use them a lot, or you could mess around with a lot of shit because.
You don't have to keep going to look for that lightsaber wherever the hell it is. Yeah.
But also the game does a cool thing where in Dead Rising 2 you'd find a baseball bat and nails or something, and then that was it. That was it. Yeah. In this one, I should probably use another one, but in this one, let's say, not to ruin one of the things, but okay, I'll use a super shitty one because this one's not as exciting, but there's other ones that get worse. So this one's like, hey, you got an RC plane, awesome. There's an RC plane with machetes. And you're like, oh, you just put a machete on the blade, now it's a tactical chopper because it can go around and cut people's legs off and faces off or whatever. And then you kind of find another blueprint. And it's like tactical chopper with a machine gun. You're like, oh, that's really cool. So you put a machine gun on it, and then it's also shooting and cutting people's heads off. Then you find another one. It's like, now there's grenades on it. But if you choose to put the machine gun, then you don't put the grenades because it's a different thing. So then it's dropping bombs instead. Then you'll find more that just like, now they're combined, and now they're doing more shit. And it's just like, you find another one, you're like, no, no, you're not going to do that to the, oh my God, what the fuck? And then, so you sometimes find these weapons that are so awesome, and then you get something that's like, oh, now it shoots lightning out of it, or now it's just fucking got more explosions just coming out of it, and it's attracting zombies, and just like,
Does it feel like it's going backwards, or
no? It's so fucking amazing. The whole like, it's, it's like you get an item that you already think is amazing, and then they'll just keep doing more, and they'll keep doing more, and they'll keep doing more, and they'll keep doing more, and you're like, there's no way it's gonna get crazier. Then you find another one that's just like the ultimate version, which is just everything of that weird weapon that you've been enjoying so much, just mashed into one. And it just, you'll hit fucking like X to swing it or do whatever, and it'll just do everything at once, and just like fucking, just hundreds of zombies just die instantly, and you just feel like a boss, and it's, that game.
And you're telling me the helicopter path of this is one of the less boring ones?
Yeah, because it kind of controls like shit, and you never really end up using it much. But there's, like, my favorite is one, I won't say what it does, but one that's called Freedom Bear, and it was just the dumbest shit.
You know what? That's all I need to hear.
Yeah,
Freedom Bear.
That's pretty much it.
That says
amazing.
That says all it needs to say.
And it was just great. It was such a great game because the story was actually really good. The combat felt really good. The frame rate dipped pretty often. Sometimes, especially at the end, as you got towards the end of the game, it seemed like they were spawning in way more zombies during the later parts. But I feel like Dan and I had this talk where back in the day when you had like an N64, you were saying that you'd play 4-player and you'd give everybody rocket launchers and GoldenEye, and it would just like the frame rate would just shit, and you felt like it was awesome because you're like, we're breaking the fuck out of this.
The game can't handle the ridiculousness that I am submitting it to.
Yeah.
So it's weird to play something like Battlefield and then have the frame rate dip, and then you're like, oh fuck, like this. I wish it was staying 60. But then playing Dead Rising 3, and when the frame rape.
I want to clarify that.
Is that what he just said?
Frame rape is what he said. Frame rape.
Free-
Freudian slip? I think so.
When the kind of sort
God
of.
damn it,
He
Riccio.
just
When the
wants
frame
to shit
rate-
on people's faces. Okay.
Not this again.
With
Don't
the-
bring it back.
With the PVC pipe. Just
Okay.
aiming it at people like a cannon.
When the frame rate would dip, it was usually when there's
It was
so
screaming.
much shit going on. I hate you guys for now. I can't even say shit. So what would happen is there'd be like, honestly, like 1,000 zombies on screen,
Just everywhere.
and I just ram a car into it, and then the car would just do something, let's say, that I won't spoil, that just explodes so many fucking zombies, or just weird shit is happening where there's pieces of zombies flying everywhere and cars exploding around me and just shit chain reactioning, and the frame rate's dropping to like 5 frames. But instead of being sad or pissed about it, I'm just like, this is so fucking amazing. Like, I'm breaking the shit out of this game.
I think that's a lost
The feeling of,
a lost feeling, because people are so concerned with performance in games these days. It's like randoming into a 007 Nightfire match on the GameCube, and it's all rockets on the smallest map, and that game is fucking exploding, and the GameCube is about to burst into flames because you were just you somehow randomed into both weapons being rocket launchers, and it's just
Too much.
that feels so fun and great. It's just yeah.
Do you guys remember Agent Under Fire? Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yep.
as good though.
No, those Bond games were not entirely great, but at the same time, for the time, they were.
Yeah.
Good
fantastic.
innovation. Good innovation.
The best Bond video game is Everything or Nothing. None of you probably ever played it.
No.
Everything or Nothing.
Nightfire
like-
was.
it's like
It's a
GoldenEye.
third person cover based.
Oh yeah.
James
no,
Bond.
I never played that one.
Oh, really?
It's fantastic. It's
Tomorrow Never Dies was like
full-on-
that on the PlayStation.
full on cutscenes. Like it was like they made a James Bond movie separate as a video game.
Oh, really?
Who's the
It was
developer?
fantastic. It's only on the GameCube,
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. I've never actually played that.
and it has an arena mode where it's just like top down, and you have up to 4 people running around. You're just picking up guns and it auto targets. And you're
Oh,
just,
no way.
It's great. It's great.
But yeah, no. Dead Rising 3.
We should find some footage of Everything or Nothing.
should play it.
The disc is at my parents.
Marathon.
I could get it.
Marathon.
Marathon,
I
yeah.
could get it.
Marathon. Let's do it.
We need more GameCube controllers, though. I only have
I
one.
can get some.
I have one.
I got some at least for myself. But
I've got one at home, so
So bring your own GameCube controller to the marathon.
yeah.
Okay, I'll bring the games. My GameCube is still here.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring my Ouya.
Yeah. Fuck you, Devin.
You're gonna be too busy playing Black Ops 2, Heavy Rain, and 007 Everything or Nothing.
And beyond.
I don't know.
I thought it was just gonna be Heavy Rain.
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know.
Heavy Rain's because Heavy Rain is what we want to see
Yeah.
them play.
But anyways, not to go too far off track. I just want to say
Marathon
No, yeah.
coming this year
Yeah, coming into this year.
in exactly 1 month.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Shit. Anyways, Dead Rising
Fuck,
3.
I'm excited.
If anybody's got an Xbox One, Dead Rising 3, I can't recommend it enough because
That's like the game.
it's
right?
The weird thing is like I never even played any co-op. In fact, somebody randomly joined my game. I was like, oh, I'm gonna quit now because I didn't quit. I kicked them out, but still an asshole. I don't want to ruin my
Such an
shit.
asshole.
No, the thing is that I play that game really weird. See, like anybody who watched can tell that I was going into like a map or going into an area and just being like, all right, I'm already not doing this main mission. I'm gonna do this side thing. I'm running towards it. I'm like, but there's a blueprint right there. Getting the blueprint, finding the blueprint, but like, oh wait, but there's a statue over here. Oh, but what if
You
I?
were- okay,
what is
You're
this?
You're
exactly
going to-
describing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's-
You're
which is what I- how
describing
yeah.
how I play that game.
Yeah, which is what I was already doing when I started Assassin's Creed as well. So that's why when I get that, I know it's. I'm gonna have that because I know you guys are saying that Assassin's Creed is already so far like your game of the year or whatever.
Yeah,
or
it's
what
my
you're
game of the
thinking.
year.
It's gonna be hard for me to try to compare these because if Assassin's Creed at any point makes me unhappy, it's like Dead Rising's winning. But
You
anyway,
will be happy with it.
yeah, I know. But the thing is, okay, anyways, so Dead Rising, so fucking awesome. I managed to beat that within launch week, so I got like the weird 7-day trial thing, not trial challenge.
Oh, really?
So there's that. There's another one that was also to
Wait,
beat
was
on
that an
Nightmare mode.
achievement or
You get like a
what-
picture.
Oh,
It's like it expires after this week and you can never get it again or something. But there's also one of those for Nightmare mode, which I was gonna try to tank in like a few hours, but I won't do it.
Try it.
No, I don't have to be done by tomorrow.
Well,
Not doing
you
it.
can do it.
Start now, man. You'll be okay.
Don't do
You've
this.
got
Don't.
about 30 minutes.
Don't. No. Yeah. But
See
anyway,
what you can do.
Dead Rising was really good. I also played through Rise, Son of Rome.
How did that game go, by the way? I wanted to watch it, but
Very good. The thing is,
I'm not gonna. That's not a game on
Yeah.
my list to get when I get an Xbox One.
That-
So I just kind of want to hear all the story spoilers. Same with Dead Rising.
Oh, I'm
3.
not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say
You're
here,
not on the podcast, no, but I would like to know.
Rise was something that I can't tell if people because I was streaming. I streamed everything. I couldn't tell if people were enjoying watching it as much as I was enjoying playing it. Because playing it, you do see the same animations a lot. That is definitely no word of a lie from everybody complaining about that. I didn't mind that though, because playing it, being in control of what was going on, and the little random tactical things that you do, like trying to stun 2 people so you can do the slow motion kill on 2 people, and then trying to balance which kill was going to give you what stat, like more health, more focus, more experience, and all that such, was really cool. But to people watching, it was like, oh fuck, there's that animation again. Okay, there's that animation again. Oh, there's that animation again, and it would just, that would probably go on. The game was about 7 hours long, and I found it really enjoyable. The story was definitely the main interesting point about that game, and it was pretty cool. I don't know if they are planning on making more stories in that, let's say, universe, but they definitely leave it in a very
Open-ended way.
sort of interesting place.
Immediately after this podcast ends, I would like to hear your
Cool.
spoilers.
I would too, because I'm not gonna play that game.
Very neat.
That game,
yes.
there is something to be said about that game, about how nice it looks.
Yeah.
That
looks
game is
good.
one of the nicest looking games available right now, I think. Just
Good because they want to be able to show off the hardware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's it's like that and Killzone are
The two
the
prettiest.
two prettiest games out there right now.
I agree with that, yeah.
Battlefield looks pretty. From what I've seen of the gameplay, it's a pretty close second.
Battlefield 4 in action, when it's working, when the frame rate's holding up at 60, is
When
like
it's working.
is some of the most insane
Oh,
shit.
actually, what's the deal with the patch that they released this week? Did it address a lot of the issues, or
No, it fixed some of them. It crashes
Okay.
less often. However, people are still
Yep.
losing their save files, and it still crashed me out multiple times this week. So
But they're giving you double XP.
they give us double XP, so all that missed out crash out time.
I'm gonna play that
definitely gaining
tomorrow.
it back. Yeah, I don't know. It's still really fun. I like it, but yeah,
I was gonna get it because EB Games still had that whole $10 upgrade business
do
going
it.
on.
I'd
Yeah.
do it if you have it. Do it.
But yeah, they ended it the day that I was gonna go pick up
no.
the PS3 copy. Yeah, so I was like, well, forget that. It's not a game that I want to spend $60 on just yet because I'm still
No.
enjoying Ghosts.
Definitely.
And then on top of that, I've been told that I'm getting Killzone for Christmas or something.
Oh, you mean
Oh, yeah.
Rise and Fall?
Rise and Fall.
Yeah, Rise and Fall. Yeah. So actually, I may as well share this story. This story made me laugh. So
It made me
I
laugh.
mentioned Killzone Shadowfall to my girl, and sure enough, she did her best to remember this game. And the girl is not a gamer by any definition of the word. So anytime I mention developers and production houses or particular games or consoles or whatnot, it's not really her thing to remember them all in detail.
Yep.
But this was pretty hilarious because she brought up that she was going to get me a Christmas present, and every time I tell her to tell me about it, she always cracks and ends up actually telling me. But this time she wanted to really keep it a secret. That didn't last very long, and she ended up saying, "Oh yeah, it's that game that you wanted. Didn't you want a game?" I was like, "No, I didn't want a game." She's like, "Yeah, that Rise and Fall game." I'm like, "What the fuck is Rise and Fall? What are you talking about?" She's like, yeah, it's that Rise and Fall game. I know that it looks really cool, and I looked it up, and like she legitimately did research on it, from what I
Really?
understand. Yeah.
That's pretty great.
So, she goes through and starts telling me all these details about it, and so she's like, yeah, it got reviewed really well. This Rise and Fall game's awesome. Blah blah blah. I was like, okay, cool. So if it got reviewed, you obviously went to a website to read the review, right? So who reviewed it? She's like, oh, I did. So it was it was easy for me to figure this out. I was like, okay, so if you reviewed it, who's the developer? And she says Skyrim. She tells me that Skyrim was the developer behind Rise and Fall.
That's pretty great.
It was awesome. It just reminded me of how fantastic it is when you have a gaming-related conversation with someone who doesn't game very much.
Yep.
You're in for a treat.
It's not even like being mean about
No,
it.
it's-
though. Like,
it's-
we're not
No,
saying-
not at all.
Yeah.
Like
She asked me afterwards because she didn't want me to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the mean
Now
part.
you've told the
Now
internet.
it's gone out to the internet. So, yeah, she didn't want me to tell you guys because she was like, "No, they're gonna think I'm stupid."
like so that's the funny thing too is my girl is not a big gamer either. She doesn't really game, but there's this moment of like I bought the PS4 controller beforehand and was bringing it up to go to podcast, and she's like, "Oh, what do you have in your hand?" I mentioned, "Oh, this is a new controller." So she picks it up, she holds it, she kind of like mentions a couple things about the triggers, and it feels nice. And I was like, "Yeah, you've held that before, Riccio and Dan." And she goes, "Make sure you tell them that." It's like, it's
Riccio doesn't. It's not her name.
yeah,
Lindsay.
it's not her name. It's not her name, man.
But
And every time you call her that, I tell her. I send her a text.
oh jeez,
I say he did it again,
What do you call her again, Lindsay?
Lindsay. Yeah.
and
I don't know why.
she's going to.
No.
That conversation is lost in my mind. I don't even.
Yeah, I
know
don't
why
understand
that-
where that came from either. But
We've
I tell
told
her.
the story on the podcast, so we could probably go back and
Yeah.
find out why.
Yeah, but she will end you. I'm fairly certain that I'm just gonna.
This is how Riccio dies.
Yeah, this is how you die at the hands of my girl.
I love how Amanda and Lindsay don't sound anything alike either.
No, not at all.
They do. They haven't.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on, go on. Finish your sentence. Dig your hole deeper.
No,
Did she listen to the chat,
I'm pronouncing it with an EY.
All right.
Oh,
So
well.
So I don't know.
It doesn't change shit.
I'm going to find this little section, and I'm going to show Amanda this one part of the podcast, and then I'm going to press a knife into her hand and say,
Well, I remember.
"Shall
I
we
remember
do
the
this?"
conversation. I remember the conversation.
And it will be a bonding
No.
moment for us.
Dan, don't you remember?
where
Devin
we
was the
will
one telling me to call her Lindsay. Remember, he just kept screaming that on the rooftops and stuff. He's
Very-
like
he
throwing
can
money in my face,
He
like
can
Riccio.
show her the older podcast too. He just has to find it.
We will have a bonding moment over your dead corpse.
Jeez.
It's got dark.
Don't turn my.
NSA, if you're listening, please note that that was not the brown person who said that.
It was bad.
No, she wants to meet you, Kumar. She thinks
Does
you're
she?
pretty cool. Riccio, on the other hand, though,
I've done nothing but ridiculous, stupid shit.
I feel like
can't imagine.
I wonder how bad it would hurt if we pulled out your beard one hair at a time.
Oh my god.
Are you talking about Kumar or me?
You, Kumar,
painful.
is
Painful.
he could just rip through the bonds and then smash me with the chair.
I probably would hit you. If you touched my beard, I'd kill you.
Do you even have a big beard?
Dude,
You have
my
like a goatee-ish
facial hair
thing.
grows at a stupid, ridiculous rate.
Can you just grow a grizzly bear beard for the marathon? Just don't shave.
No, I actually cannot.
Why not?
There's
He's
a
a
couple of
prominent businessman.
significant things going on with work that
You
I
could
need
be
to.
a prominent lumberjack.
I could probably, but that's not entirely the career path I decided to go on. So I've got to make do with what I'm working with right now.
You never know. You can make a killing as a lumberjack.
Could you just grow a Fu Manchu?
Woo!
Just that's it.
Because,
Just a Fu Manchu.
well, for the, I mean, I'm saying that I can't right now, but for the reality of things is I could probably grow a beard in like 2-3 days.
I'm
So-
talking
Then
like,
you know what? Then you're gonna grow it during the marathon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could probably just do it.
can we do an hourly beard check?
Sure.
Just take a,
I'll
take
leave
a
it for as
photo
many
once
days
an
as I can,
hour.
leading up until the marathon, and then at that point we can keep going. We'll do a little
Alright.
time lapse.
Yeah, because we're gonna shave Riccio's beard again.
We can turn it into a GIF.
That was a little
Can
weird.
can we shave one of your heads during the marathon?
I
if we
was
pass the thing,
thinking- yeah.
If
my head's
there's a
fine.
certain donation that we haven't ever hit, and
Yeah.
if we pass it, Ricio's gonna shave his whole head.
Yeah,
But
So
leave-
not
but
eyebrows.
that-
But
Would I be able to
he's
donate
gonna leave
myself
the
as well?
beard though.
yeah, he's
So
gonna
he-
leave the beard.
Yeah.
So you'd look like
weird.
Max Payne.
Sure.
Yeah.
I look like a weird. I don't know what's going on in this.
We'll have to get you like a
bugs and
Hawaiian
like a
shirt.
gray suit or like a Hawaiian shirt or
Ooh.
something.
Hawaiian shirt.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Kumar, would you donate one of your suits to Riccio?
I think it would bust
Well,
the
he-
fuck out of
Yeah,
it.
he'd be jumping around on his table and stuff, so it'd have to be your like shittiest.
I'd be
suit.
doing cartwheels, so it'd bust out of
Yeah.
that shit. Only give me something 500 or more.
All of my suits are 500 or more, bud.
Perfect. I feel like shit now.
Someone who buys a suit
I don't have a
that's
suit.
fucking polyester just makes me mad.
I don't have a suit.
Fuck, now I gotta go check
Hey, bro,
what my
welcome to
suit
the
is.
Unity Suitcast.
Anywho,
Episode 1,
Yeah.
inaugural episode.
Are we
Well,
are we done talking, or is
we
Riccio
split
got
out
some
halfway
more?
through Rise, though. We'll go back to Rise for a second.
So you said Rise was really pretty. You
Rise
liked
is
it.
really pretty.
Oh,
Really
right,
good.
Rise and Fall. Yeah.
Gameplay. Rise and Fall is really good. No, it's a really good. Story was awesome. The game has a multiplayer component as well, which is a 2-player co-op. Where
Oh,
you,
right.
So
Campaign
one guy's
except
Rise
that-
and one guy's Fall.
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Yeah.
You actually both play as nameless gladiators that you get to slowly deck out in better and better gear as you level up, which is pretty cool.
So you get a name
Sorry,
eventually.
you
Is
say
that the
that this
ultimate
was,
prize?
Did you say that this was the same campaign, or is it a
No,
different?
it's
set of-
it's a co-op arena horde mode type thing.
Oh, cool.
The cool thing that's awesome about these gladiatorial, whatever the fucking
You actually had it right the
gladiatorial?
first time.
Yeah.
Matches is that you kind of go into an arena and there's different maps, so different settings. But the way the arena happens is you kind of walk in and then totally, I'm pretty sure this shit did not exist in Rome. If it did, where the fuck is it now? It would just be like, oh wait, you're in a forest. And like the squares would cut out and the thing drops and then like cogs fucking spin and then like boom, now you're in like a house area with like broken shit everywhere. Like the arena changes
They
as you're doing.
actually
like,
did
horde mode.
crazy shit like that back in the day, but what they did was they filled up the Colosseum with water and had fucking
Yeah.
ship battles.
I've heard about that, yeah, or something like that, yeah.
That's fucking baller.
Yeah, no, this is like
Also, there's a piece of Eden under it.
And lions, they had just fucking lions in there. So I'm assuming those lions were just swimming around.
From 2. Like, what the
yeah, no. But anyways, the co-op's really cool, but it brings me to my one thing that's super fucking weird about the Xbox One. Rise has microtransactions, which you can use to buy gold, which you earn through multiplayer.
Ew.
You earn like doing one multiplayer match.
Every game on the Xbox One has microtransactions,
Not Dead Rising.
it seems like.
Does it actually?
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So we'll get to that though. But starting with Rise.
Okay.
If you play multiplayer matches, if you do one match, you do really good with the person you're playing with, you'll probably end up with like 400, maybe 600 gold. Now the armor and stuff works in tiers. There's 5 tiers. To unlock like tier 2, you have to hit level 5 with your multiplayer character. The other one, I think it's 10. It goes up. I don't know what the numbers are. Tier 1, there's a it's like Mass Effect. There's a bronze, like silver and gold pack that you can buy. It gives you random shit. Buying the gold one guarantees you having a rare item and all that weird shit. When you go to tier 2, it's like 1,000, or I don't know what the numbers are. Let's say it's like 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000. As you go up, when you get to tier 5, it's like 6,200 credits or coins, which I'm guessing as you level, I hope you earn more coins, or else you'd have to do like 10 matches to be able to buy one crazy fucking tier 5 thing. Or you can spend.
I wonder
real
if some of the armor like gives you a multiplier to it or something.
Yeah, there's probably something like that too. Yeah. Or you can go ahead and microtransaction buy your way to gold millionaireness. Which is actually, I don't know what the packs
Also, you
were.
can do that in Forza, also Crimson Dragon.
Yeah, also Crimson Dragon, also Forza. But in this one, it's either like, it's like 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 60, $110 of spending you can put into it or something. It's weird tiers. And it's just weird to have microtransactions there. I mean, you don't need to use them. You can definitely still play the game normally, and it's actually better that way because you'll slowly get better at the fights. You'll learn all the levels and all the weird, cool arena objectives that you have to do.
I feel like that's a weird, shady way of doing like the time saver packs.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Like
because
EA and Ubisoft do those things, but it's normally like $3,
Yeah.
whatever, and just unlock everything. Yeah. It's a 2 kilobyte download.
the thing is that this is also totally cooperative. Like there's no arena 1v1 or PvP mode at all in this. There's no friendly fire either. Because everything locks on.
Chop off his arm?
No, that'd be really
You
You like the combat?
I really like the combat. I really it's pretty much like Batman's combat, a little bit simplified, but has way more force behind every chop or hit or punch or crazy life-ending kill thing.
To say it has more force than Batman is saying something, because Batman is decking motherfuckers.
But I feel like the punches don't feel powerful in Batman.
Fuck you.
I think
the only
finishing one, too.
explosions from his punch.
But I feel like everybody
Sweeping, like jumping slide kick right into their fucking nose.
yeah, and then they just sort of like
Yeah,
falling
he
like
shocked
just
them
really
into paralysis.
They shit their pants? Is that what they do?
no, they just sort of fall over like they're super heavy and weird. And this one you fucking like stab someone and they'll like fall to the ground and like do some weird shit. But I don't know, maybe it's
the
just
face animations as you were ending these
Screaming,
people's lives
just- yeah.
are a little disturbing, actually.
yeah.
I find the
anyways.
worst ones are where they slow it down.
Yeah, that's
Spin hook kick some dude in the face,
yeah.
breaks their whole
But
mouth.
still, like those don't playing through the Batman. All those ones were really awesome, except for I never felt like they were hitting hard. It sounded like it was fucking
Maybe
exploding
that's
a
'cause it
tank
was
on his face.
Arkham
But
Origins, he wasn't as strong yet.
no, I
So
mean
maybe
even
it's
the other
sitting-
ones.
I know. I'm just.
Yeah, in the origin. Actually, his arms look like tanks, and that one was fucking weird. Anyway, yeah, Rise is okay. I don't know. I really like it. I still go back and play a few arena matches here and there, just cooperative stuff, and it's still really fun. Just to kind of talk overall though about multiplayer on the Xbox One, nobody mutes their Kinect.
As we found out today.
Yeah, as we found out today, as we found out every day
Some
I've
guy
played on
just
it.
jumped to the match. Xbox home.
Yeah, I got into a Killer Instinct match. The guy just yells out, "Xbox, go home," and then it just players
Did he
disconnect.
leave the match? Is that what happened?
What? Yeah, he wanted to leave the match. Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
you'll hear people talking. You'll hear children, and the best part is when you're playing like Killer Instinct, which is also a really good game. I can jump into that one now because Rise, that was good. Whatever. Killer Instinct is really fun, but Killer Instinct is also a very competitive game when you're playing online. And people who don't know that their Kinect is always broadcasting their mic, and you're beating the shit of them, or they're beating the shit out of you, and they're just yelling shit that they are probably not used to other people hearing. It's really fucking weird. Like I was casting it, and one guy, like I play as like the spider chick. I dropped $40 on Killer Instinct to get all the craziness.
What was that, by the way? It
It's-
was just like character pack.
Yeah, it's
and...
character packs, some accessories, Killer Instinct Classic, and I think that's it. I thought it was worth it. It's really good. That's probably my favorite game to play in multiplayer right now. But yeah. Anyways, you want to Killer Instinct, and I'm that chick, and he's like, "Oh, look at this shouty, holy shit!" And he's just like flipping out over how I'm not using Jago, just like the normal character,
Tell me that was his accent.
something like that. Yeah.
Why
Did
would
he talk like that the whole time?
Yeah. Well, he kind of was. Then he was kind of silent. Then we started fighting, and he was like cursing and getting angry, and like just.
Because you were
weird-
beating him?
Yeah, or when he would be winning a little bit, like he'd just yell too. But it's like, man, I don't think he knows he's being heard right now, and I'm broadcasting this out. This is really weird. Or I don't know. The first match I ever got into
when
was
that Killer Instinct guy came in, I
Yeah.
thought he was yelling "Xbox go home" to like fuck
To
with
fuck me
you.
over? No.
but
that'd be really
I guess
smart.
he was actually trying to leave the game.
Yeah,
I wonder if that could work.
you can. Yeah, it works.
No way.
People can Skype in and do some weird shit to me. Dan and Devin can yell stuff from across the room.
Yep.
People,
Like Xbox on. Like
People
we can
have-
just say that.
yeah.
Xbox on.
Oh, you fucking jerks. Not again. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It's some weird shit'll happen. Like the first game I ever got into Rise was like I heard like I think the guy was clapping.
You
just-
heard
I don't
someone
know.
fapping.
No, just clap sounds or weird sounds. I was like, oh, that's
Say
weird.
again. You heard someone fapping.
Maybe, but he was also playing Rise at the same time, which is that's even weirder. But yeah. Anyway,
He was fapping over the glistening gladiators.
so Rise is really good. Killer Instinct was absolutely fantastic for a fighting game. It's kind of like it's weird because Killer Instinct is so much mind game stuff because the way it works is when it's like a normal fighting game. There's like special, there's ultras, there's weird shit. But the way the combo system works is that you do an opener, so it could be a punch or like but not just a normal punch, like a jump in punch or a special attack, and that's an opener. Then you have to link every special attack by a linker, which is just any attack, whether it's a low punch or a light punch, a light kick, just any of the attacks will link it. And then after that one hit, you can do another super, and you can just keep doing those things up until a bar ends where it's like, okay, we're gonna stop you because you're just gonna fucking murder them, and it just knocks them down and then it ends it. Or you can do things that'll reset that counter so you can kind of combo indefinitely. But between all of those punches, if the guy, let's say, is trying to link it with a light attack, and you are kind of seeing that happen, if you hit both your light attacks, so like your light punch and your light kick, you'll combo break out of it. So you can kind of go up against people, and they'll try to combo you, and you'll hit, let's say he's doing lights, I hit medium, it'll say time or lockout or something. And it'll have a red X, meaning that I did not hit the right combo that he was doing. If he's doing lights and I hit light at the wrong time, it'll be an orange X. And I know, okay, this guy likes doing lights. I'll keep trying to time it to combo break him out of his light things. But what's really interesting is you'll sometimes fight against people who will keep using lights until they see you get that orange X. And then they'll never do lights again until you see that orange X and like, oh, fuck. Now they know I'm doing heavies, then you swap. And there's just crazy like mind game happening in the background between all like the crazy fighting and the combo that you're still trying to master as well. That makes Killer Instinct really fucking fun. Like, I don't know, there's some weird shit. Plus the fucking narrator or the announcer voice guy just yells shit all the time. It's just like, combo breaker! Oh, God block! You're playing and you just feel like you're the fucking most badass person.
Did you scream cockblock?
No, godlike.
Oh God, like, jeez.
Well, they're Devin. Yeah, if they yelled cop block when you got a combo breaker, that'd be really funny. Just combo block. No, but anyway, the dude's yelling constantly, and it feels really great. It's definitely my most fun multiplayer thing to do on Xbox One.
We realized that you didn't have Kumar over to try his only Xbox game he'll be interested in.
We
Yeah.
gotta see how you do, Kumar.
Yeah, but it's a completely different game, though.
It is, but it's really easy to get into.
But are you not a fan of one of the original Killer Instincts?
I am, yeah. It was one of my first fighting games on the Super Nintendo, so naturally I have an affinity to it, and it was fun. I enjoyed it.
To be fair, the Killer Instinct Classic that comes with it, people were expecting it to be the Super Nintendo one or the N64 one. It is actually the arcade version.
right?
Yeah, it's the arcade version. So it's like the weird 3D. It's almost N64-like, but I think a little bit more messed.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good, apparently. There's no online on the Classic, Killer Instinct Classic yet, but apparently they're going to try to patch that in, which is interesting. So if you don't like Killer Instinct, you can probably go to Classic and still have fun there. Yeah, so I enjoyed Killer Instinct. I also played Forza 5. It's a good Forza game. Apparently there's a lot less, there's way less maps. There's no
Nürburgring's not
time difference. Yeah, there's no Nürburgring. There's no time difference. Like, there's no weather effects. There's none of that shit. There's also only 200 cars versus the 400 that I think were in Forza 4. It has some like buy tokens to buy cars for cheaper, but the tokens are really expensive. That's
They're
like
50% off now right now.
they're 50% off right now. That's true.
Everything in that game.
There's a VIP pack.
Sorry.
What was that?
Everything in the game's 50% off right now because of like a we realized you don't like it. So
Yeah, there's that. There's also a VIP pack which you can buy for $20, which doubles your experience and unlocks some random cars, and I think a Lamborghini car right now during the sale.
Does it just double your experience indefinitely, or is there a list?
It's just
like I said,
it's just a hey, double your experience.
Jeez.
I don't know about credit gain, but
coin
anyway,
doubler.
coin doubler pretty much for $20, and then on top of that, there's a $49.
Hold on. The coin doubler is $20.
Yeah, the VIP pack's $20. It comes with a few cars too, like 6 cars and some other stuff, which you still have to purchase in game. And then you also can buy a $49 season pass, which will slowly unlock cars for you as well. So if you want to get the full experience, you need to spend, I guess, $70 extra, plus tax, I'm guessing. But that being said, I'm not trying to talk down Forza 4 or Forza 5. It is still very fucking awesome. And the rumble effects that they were talking up all this time during every conference, holy shit, they had so much reason for that. Because it feels awesome, and it's pretty great. It's definitely my favorite experience.
I don't know if you remember, but you actually already talked about the rumble triggers earlier in this podcast. I know it's been like 48 hours since we sat down to start podcasting.
No,
but
but I just wanted to say, like, I know.
I just want to note. I'm having this time lapse here of Bronwyn thinking about buying Sleeping Dogs, asking us, downloading the whole thing, and now he started playing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Pretty great.
All in the span of this podcast.
Yeah.
Isn't technology wonderful?
It's pretty fast now. Yeah, I don't know. Forza's really good. You actually make me realize that the weird thing about the Xbox One is versus the PlayStation 4 is the install times are a bit longer on the Xbox One because apparently it'll try.
I've heard they're ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if a bit longer is.
Well, okay, so
really
let me explain the reason why that happens. On the PS4, say you go to, I put my Call of Duty disc in, let's say. Or, okay, let's use another one. Okay, no, Call of Duty. It's got a patch.
Assassin's Creed.
Sure, Assassin's Creed. So you put Assassin's Creed in, it'll just install. I don't know, on the PS4 version, it'll take like 3 minutes, and I'm in, and then it'll keep installing some stuff in the background until it's all there for what I use. On the Xbox One, you put the disc in, it'll prompt you for a patch. Now, it won't start installing that disc content until the patch is done. So if, let's say, you have a slow internet connection, and, for example, Forza has a day one 6 gig patch, like it does, you'll kind of put your Forza disc in, you'll hit, yes, install that patch, and it'll stay at 1% for roughly an hour before it'll be like, okay, patch done, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it starts installing normally.
Jeez.
So because the patches take place beforehand, it can sometimes increase that install time by a fucking really large amount.
Whereas on the PlayStation, they kind of did it right, where you
install it, yeah.
You're installing and downloading everything all at the same time,
Yeah.
and then the install's always going to finish first.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to play the game, and then it'll say, "Hey, the patch is done. You need to back
It'll download in the background stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem way crazier, especially because there's no download list. There's just go to your apps and see a little percentage bar below every app that's downloading or updating. There's just I don't know. There's a lot of weird missing stuff in the Xbox One's UI, but I still really like it.
There's a lot of stuff missing in the PS4's UI too, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like when there's a new redoing of the AI of the UI, it's gonna be really sweet. Yeah, now I played Crimson Dragon. That was pretty cool. It's really kind of not so great, but hey, $20 spent. I had enough fun with it. Also has some.
You
cool
had
rumble
the
trigger.
money from like some random super discounted purchase you made.
Yeah,
So,
and it has also rumble trigger support, which I enjoy.
Oh.
Makes it fun.
Do they constantly rumble out if you're like charging up shots and then?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
It'll be like a fireball, where sometimes it'll rumble a little bit, and as you let go, like, whoosh, and you'll kind of feel it in the controller. Which is cool.
Yeah, good. That's good.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm super psyched to see how both consoles are going to be when, let's say, like Titanfall comes out and when Infamous comes out. Like, if they're going to prepare like a nice
The
little,
heavy hitters.
yeah, like when it starts really splitting off, like crazy exclusives are coming out. And,
Are those both in March?
I think so. Yeah, pretty much. As well as Watch Dogs, I'm guessing.
Oh
so.
yeah! Wow. Okay.
So.
Oh, Watch Dogs.
It's gonna be a crazy March, like always. But yeah, it's pretty much, I guess.
Always. What the fuck?
March is always really fucking insane, aren't they?
No.
Is it
No,
May?
this
March?
is
May?
this is
Usually January, actually.
January is usually the insane one.
November and
Not
January.
really. January was like Dead Space 3 and like some other garbage thing last year, wasn't it?
No, it had like DMC and
Didn't Mass
DMC was
Effect come out
February though. Yeah.
January?
What?
Did Mass Effect come out in January?
Or was that the year
No,
before?
Mass Effect 2 did.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, Mass
January.
Effect 3 was March, right?
Yeah.
Mass Effect was March.
Yeah, March, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, I don't know. That's it for the Xbox One, I guess. I gotta
May,
spend more time
May
with
is
it.
huge.
Yeah.
I guess March has some stuff, but
May's
like-
usually Rockstar's
it's
time
like
to shine.
yeah.
Yeah, where everybody
Well,
else
and a
leaves
bunch of
them
other
the
stuff
fuck
for some
alone.
reason.
But anyways, yeah,
May, November, January.
I need more games from Xbox One to come out because once I finish,
Well, that's gonna be a weird thing because that's like this is the one where I get exclusives, whereas everything else is on the PS4.
but I think Titanfall is really gonna knock it out of the park and make me really glad that I have an Xbox One once I'm done a lot of stuff here. But yeah, good stuff. That's it for stuff I've played. Oh, I've played fucking Tearaway. Tearaway is fucking amazing on the Vita. And also we've all played Super Mario. But anyways, Tearaway is fucking amazing. I haven't played enough of it, but you can do some really dumb shit, and there is some cool cut out draw things that you can do.
And you are the sun.
What?
You are the sun.
And you are the sun, yeah. It keeps point. It's some weird shit. Tearaway does some really weird breaking the fourth wall shit and uses everything the Vita has to offer. It's really crazy. Tearaway is amazing. I honestly, if you
I've
have a
heard
Vita,
it looks great and
It looks
like,
so great.
graphically great
Yes.
and
it's amazing. It's
just
I will try and show you guys
childishly
some,
fun.
if I can.
Be great.
What my Vita is, but yeah, Tearaway's great.
I'll get it eventually. It was always something I was gonna get. It's just
Super Mario World, or Super Mario 3D World is something that I made you guys play before this podcast.
Yep.
And that game is super great too.
You played a lot of that this week, right?
I only
I'm
played a
gonna
little
kill
bit.
you both in your sleep. But yeah, that game
Yeah,
is great.
once again, continuing the trend of, hey, let's have a sit-down multiplayer game that makes us all hate each other, but having a great time sort of in between that.
Hey Dan, catsuit.
Catsuit.
Fucking
Catsuit's
get to
really
try
good.
it,
I
fuckers.
playing that game solo, it's really easy to kind of explore the levels and try to find all the collectibles. When you play multiplayer, it instantly seems like I'm gonna get to the end of the level first. Fuck all y'all. I'm gonna actually pick you guys up and
That
throw you
was
off shit.
kind of what I.
Why
was
is it because the
doing.
cameras are all weird?
No, it's just that's just it seems like the.
It's
mind
always going
thing.
to support the person that's further ahead in the level.
Yeah.
Yep.
The camera.
Okay.
So you're like,
But-
no, there's a star over here. That's
Although if you do, the nice thing is that if you get carried off screen, you don't die. You get put in a bubble
Yeah.
and you catch up to them, and then you still have all your power ups and stuff. So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you get picked up and thrown off the level.
Yeah. There's that. I feel like the game was all right up until that point.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, hey, we have an extra cat suit. You guys are both already in cat suits, so I'm going to try this out. Devin just rolls up, just picks up the cat suit anyways. Like, fucking.
When you do pick up something and try to have it, there was like a little thing you could use to summon another one, but
Yeah, it's great and all, but that was our last life, and he killed me.
good.
So
Yeah,
Good on
I
you, Devin.
just fucking like just picked him up and threw him off the edge. You were pissed. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
couldn't handle Luigi.
No, I had to end you.
I want to say Super Mario 3D World is actually another game. Like I've been saying that everything on the Wii U that I picked up has kind of made me happy in like a weird way. Other than Wonderful 101, that got really tough, but I still want to finish that, which is gonna get
The
done.
wonderful 101. Fuck that.
No, I don't mean fuck that. It's awesome. It's just I haven't put enough time in it because it's frustrating sometimes because it's platinum.
Imagine if you could just say, hey, what should I play? Boot up the Wii U. Oh, Wonderful
Zombie U.
101. Okay. No, I have to put in a disc.
Fuck you.
Well, if you could just.
I don't know what my disc.
All digital is treating me real good so far.
I'm only buying digital from now on. So,
But you're burdened with those discs you already have.
Yeah.
See, the only reason that
I
I'm
will
going to
make you
go
eat
all
them.
physical is just so I can get rid of the games that I don't play anymore.
I'll do the same thing.
I can
won't.
delete them.
yeah.
I want to get as much. If ever there's a sale on digital stuff, I'll jump on the digital stuff. But if there's sales on the physical stuff, I'm always going the cheapest route.
Yeah, no, cheap is good.
The time I save in the convenience and just staying up on my high horse, which I like.
Fuck
what
you,
do we got
Dan.
for news? Do we
What
have
got for
anything?
news? Yeah, sure. We've got
Starting on
It's not much.
news, like
It
what,
seems like
4
a lot-
hours
yeah.
into this podcast? Great.
3, but it's be good. A lot of stuff we already talked about as we've been going through. Battlefield got a patch, not so great. This dude who works at Epic Games, who worked on some Gears of War games, apparently I don't know the full thing, but he was moving from one house to another. All of his stuff was on a moving truck. Apparently, there was a crash or something. Everything caught fire. He lost everything.
Oh, wait.
Jesus.
So Epic's is they're selling T-shirts from Gears of War and some other stuff just to raise money to kind of
Just like random memorabilia and
Yeah.
stuff, that kind of
Help
thing.
him back
Nice,
up on his
it's nice
feet.
that they're at least trying to do that for one of their own.
Yeah. Just gonna read off the titles here because I'm gonna talk enough about them. Grand Theft Auto 5 got some audio files that were leaked that kind of give away some information about casinos and the heists and some racing stuff. Apparently, that's gonna get added into the game. I don't know exactly what they meant by racing, but there's some UI.
Yeah, weren't
some
they
AI
adding heists
audio
into
stuff.
online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
stuff's gonna be awesome.
If
Microsoft
we ever fucking play that game again.
Yeah.
Microsoft confirms that excessive profanity will get you banned. I learned that firsthand.
Fucking
We'll never do it again.
zombies.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did they do something to you?
Yeah, I got banned
You didn't
from
hear-
Xbox Live's online
No, they didn't.
upload stuff for 24 hours. Yeah, because I said fucking zombies in a video.
Are you kidding?
I also lost the
No.
ability to use Skype for that 24 hours.
Did you not
Wait a
read
second. Wait a
this?
second. Okay, I have a very serious problem with this. So this is a function of Xbox Live, right?
Yes.
So they're gonna make you pay for Xbox Live, and then they're gonna ban you.
The reason for that is how I explained it. Is it makes sense when you kind of know what's going on. So if I do like upload a video, that's totally fine. But if I go and edit it in and I use the Kinect to add video to it and add voice to it, where I said fucking zombies and then screamed into the Kinect mic, that video gets the second I hit upload, I can choose to put it to my SkyDrive or it doesn't have to. But it will also shoot out to everybody on my friends list, everybody who is using the upload center, so where those video clips go. Anybody in the world, it's going to get put on the, hey, like new clips. If you search for that game in that thing as well, it'll show new clips there. But if you also go to the store page, so like this was in Dead Rising 3, and like I explained earlier in the podcast, if you go to the store page to buy Dead Rising 3, you have like the price, you have screenshots, and then next to it you have recent clips, and it'll just start fucking playing them. Or to like show them kind of. So if you're just like a child or somebody just scrolling onto the store to see what's there to buy, and you're like, oh, let's check a video for it, and you're being screamed fucking zombies in a loud screaming sound, I'm of course gonna
You
get
made
banned.
children cry.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
could have
had
made
to ban
children
you.
cry. So that makes sense. However, there was no disclaimer. There maybe in the terms of use somewhere in that huge thing, but there was no warning like, you should probably not swear when you're recording stuff here.
Code of conduct. Code of conduct.
Yeah.
Code of conduct.
So, yeah. It
So
makes
ridiculous.
sense, but it's also kind of crazy.
I can't believe you missed that whole thing.
Yeah,
Kumar,
it was-
somehow.
Yeah, I
was a
did. I
big
didn't know
thing.
about that until this very moment.
Yeah.
'Cause we talked about it in the group chat. That's why it was shocking.
Yeah. Killzone Mercenary is apparently going to get some free updates, including
yeah.
maps
So-
and
There's going
getting
to
three
be
of them.
Yep.
4 updates. The
Yeah.
first one is going to resize the download and clear up 800 megs of space on people's Vitas. The second one is just like a stability patch. The third one has
two
maps.
multiplayer
modes
maps
or something
and
like that?
offline bot zone.
that's
Yeah,
what it was.
Yeah.
Bot zone. That's
Yeah. But it's cool. 2 free multiplayer maps for Killzone Mercenary, so great. Pretty
I
great.
think having bots in it right from the get-go would have been something that probably would have pushed sales for them.
You know what? Whatever. I've already got it. I'll just play bots. That'll be fun.
Yep.
And clearing up 800 megabytes of space is handy since 64 gig cards are not in North America yet.
So like we said with the PlayStation Plus stuff, what is it? Grid 2. I'm gonna open it up.
Borderlands
Grid 2, Borderlands 2,
Dyad,
Sonic All Stars Racing, and Urban Trial Freestyle. So there's that. PSN passwords did get reset. Apparently there was irregular activity. It wasn't that 2-year thing I was telling you. So if they detected some weird stuff on their network,
It happened to me, so.
you have to get your password reset. Not a large group of people,
And I
but
set it back to the same thing
great.
Security wise.
because it's already saved on my computer and all my systems, and I don't want to fucking change it.
Hey, if you're hearing this even live, hey, congratulations. PS4 is officially out in Europe now.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And with that, this
Like
week,
4-hour-old news.
yeah. But with that,
Wait,
we
was that
started
today?
this
Sorry,
podcast.
say just the actual date. Was that today?
it's tomorrow. It's Friday technically, but it's already Friday for
Yeah.
It's Friday right now for us.
yeah, it is. Anyway,
Whoops.
so PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Network had the prices up for games that you could buy, and they were all like £65, even for new shit. Like Killzone was actually some of those first party was 59 or 62, I think. And everything else was like 65, so ridiculously overpriced because they're like that ends up being like $100 for a fucking
Well,
game.
to do pounds, it's basically double.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna fix it, and then they took $3 off it or £3 off it, which is like what the fuck. And then they once again said like, no, don't worry, when launch comes around, we'll fix it. I don't know what it's looking like right now, so I don't know if there's anybody in the stream who has it.
Just
or
load up like uk.playstationentertainmentnetwork.com or whatever it is.
Anyway, so the prices were supposed to get fixed. No, it actually goes. No,
No, but can't you change the locale in the top?
I don't know. We'll try to figure this out.
Just
Anyway,
click that first one, yeah.
Anyway, so that's happening. That happened. I don't know what it's going to be
Sign and fail. There you go. Perfect.
Perfect. So this Sony store is having some issues. I can't seem to. No.
No.
It's going by IP, I think. Anyway, I don't know how that's going. Hopefully, it won't be so bad. But if you're buying it from the store, prices are still normal. So maybe don't go digital yet until they fix that. Steam Autumn Sale started. Lots of discounts happening. Go check that out. Swery
It's
65.
on day 2 right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Or day 3.
Day 2.
Past midnight.
Yeah. Oops.
It's 1
Swery
p.m.
I know.
Swery 65. The dude
What
currently.
a great picture.
Yeah, the dude who worked on Deadly Premonition, who's currently working on D4 for the Xbox One, which I'm so fucking psyched for. Ever since they showed gameplay, and it's pretty much exactly like Deadly Premonition, I'm so psyched. Also said that he's going to work on Deadly Premonition 2, apparently.
Sweet.
Oh
Which,
yeah, you know what game's coming to the Xbox One? Sunset Overdrive. And
Yeah.
that, like quantum thing.
Yeah, Quantum Break,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Quantum of Solace. I don't know.
Humble Store is also having some sort of crazy charitable sale where a lot of shit is just
It's a Thanksgiving
crazily
thing,
on sale as
yeah.
well. So
Yep.
check that out. Twitch is also so that's something that happened. Playroom
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
Playroom on the PS4 is something that you can use the webcam on the PS4 to kind of stream out stuff where you interact with robots and such, or do like a Pong game like Dan and I had, or like some people have been doing on Twitch recently is fuck their significant other, or get them drunk and then get them naked while they're sleeping, or smoke a large amount of drugs, or do drugs.
Yep.
So Twitch started
Awful.
off. Yeah, so Twitch started off by closing channels, which they should have. Then banning people from doing Playroom. Like if the Playroom stream would go up, you just kind of go into there, and then an admin would come in and be like, let's check like really quick, are they actually using it or not? Ban them. To say like, okay, Twitch is only gaming stuff. If you're just gonna use it and not do anything gaming related, like if you were to do a podcast on it,
Thank God we podcast about video games.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all weird shit. And now straight up, I think that they're just unlisting. If you're playing Playroom, your stream does not appear.
Wow.
Because they just couldn't handle it. I guess there's too many people
Too
trying to
many
do some
people
fucked
trying
up
to
shit.
do Playroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Playroom is just, yeah. I don't know what's happening so far for it, but it seems like they just unlisted all the Playroom streams, which is crazy.
It's
Smart
probably
though.
the way for them to deal with it right
Yeah,
now.
it's easy. It's easy, and I can't believe people went that far with that shit. Like, it's,
Yeah.
especially the guy
Cool.
who undressed his wife who was drunk and sleeping. Apparently,
So what
That's
happened
fucked.
with that? Like, does she know that happened?
I'm pretty sure because here's how it goes: is that they're sitting on the couch, and then she passes out, and then he apparently reveals her boob. Okay. Then the stream cuts, comes back, and then she's sitting as she was on the couch, but all of her clothing's gone.
Okay.
I
What's
don't know,
really concerning about that is that it's like, dude, that's your wife.
Yeah.
or something.
Not,
but
not that it makes it okay if she wasn't, but you'd think that there'd be even
Some
more.
respect there.
Yeah, like, dude, you fucking married this woman, man. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
But the thing is, it seems like she was almost in on it, or like it's some sort of weird
Oh,
fetish
okay.
thing that they would have had, or something. Just people
Well,
watching.
the reason we
weird
should
shit.
explain the reason this all exploded is because of the
Spartan. What was it?
Spartan show. Is
Spartan
that what it's
Cast?
called?
Spartan show. Yeah. There's a
It
podcast.
was like a talk show basically, but it was about video games and stuff, but they used the Playroom as a like film your living room webcam type thing, and they just had the little Asobi
Guy
floating
floating
around
around,
the whole
yeah.
time. But yeah, that's what kind of got it on people's radars, and
Yeah.
then everyone realized, hey, this is installed on every PlayStation, and then
Then some people were reporting
Stuff
on
went bad.
on Reddit where people would do Playroom and then point their PlayStation 4 camera at like a TV and then just play games like another
oh, yeah,
console
that's right.
to stream that.
Was it like someone playing
Wind
Wind
Waker,
Waker?
HD,
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And it was just like, okay, I didn't think of that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. Starbound, which is a game that's a lot like not Tearaway, like Terraria, is officially starting their beta on December 4th. So check that out.
Cool.
Man, Terraria comes out in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
Is it actually?
Yeah, on Vita.
Ah, man, I'm excited for that actually.
I'll probably
Rainbow Moon comes out next week. I'm
forget
excited
what
for
that
that. Fucking turn-based tactical whateverness.
No.
It's on PS3
Typing
right now.
If you guys have Typing the Dead Overkill on Steam, you just got the multiplayer patch to play multiplayer for free. As well, it's a free patch. It's
All
not an
day
add-on.
Friday stream, Typing the Dead Overkill multiplayer, right? Yeah. Okay, good.
And there's Shakespeare DLC that came out for $3, which adds Shakespeare words into the possible dictionary that you can type.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently a cricket game that came out on Steam was promptly then removed off Steam and just no longer is released.
What happened?
Because it was just bad,
There's
apparently.
a John Palm quick look of
Yeah.
it. Maybe go check that out,
Yeah.
everyone.
It was just Garbo?
It's pretty bad.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so
great.
that's kind of crazy. I think we'll just say go check out their video because that'll explain
that
everything.
summarizes everything.
You'll understand. You'll understand.
Yep.
Xbox Live's Black Friday deals are still going on right now, and they'll be going until December 2nd. I don't know
They
what the hell
do
they
have
are.
certain ones that are only tomorrow, like the 29th.
Okay, persistent ones. So Black Friday will be Diablo 3 33% off. With WWE games and accelerator stuff. Halo 4 Champions bundle. Nope. X-Men Destiny, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, One-Chan Bara. Onichan Bara. I fucked that up.
Whatever. No one cares.
Starter Man. What the fuck is wrong with my brain? Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, and Friend of Foe,
Worst
and Edge of Time.
superhero ever.
All on
Starter-Man.
sale. And Magic 2014, 50% off. As well as Rayman Legends, actually 50% off. That's pretty great.
That's pretty cool.
Cyber Monday has Blood Dragon, Red Dead Redemption, Witcher 2, Dark Souls, Battleblock Theater, Rayman Origins, LA Noire, Fast and Furious, and Men in Black.
I might pick up Battleblock Theater.
I'm going to pick a Men in Black. That sounds amazing.
Cool. And there's a shit ton of ones going on through the entire week. Most of them Fallout, Cave, Tomb Raider, Sleeping Dogs, Sarasota,
Tom Bradder?
Amy, Dust.
Tomb Raider.
Hey, you guys need to play Tomb Raider because it's on our Game of the Year.
I will start that up. I have it downloaded and preloaded. So
Hey, if you guys have the Games for Gold stuff by having Xbox Live Gold, you will get Gears of War and Shoot Mini Robots for free in December. Is that Gears of War
Which Gears
1?
of War?
Yes,
Yeah.
Gears of War 1.
Wow.
Seriously?
yep.
Well, that shit.
Platinum Edition.
It's funny, ever since I stopped subbing to Gold, all the games that they were getting out for free are ones I have already.
Nice.
It's like, okay.
You're okay with that?
Hey, if you have an Xbox One, by the way, and your disk drive is fucked,
yeah.
either by doing scratchy noises or not reading discs, you get it repaired, I guess. As well as
And
you get a
while
free
you're
game.
waiting for the repair,
They send you a free game.
You need to look at the game that they send you.
Yeah.
no, it's
Is it a digital download for it?
yeah,
or
it's a digital
download
So
for
they give you a digital download code for their first party games.
yeah. So Rise, Forza, Dead Rising, and
Or Zoo Tycoon.
or Zoo Tycoon. Yeah.
Cool.
So, there's
It's better than them doing nothing, right? So,
Yeah.
Well, it's so you can play a game while your disk drive is fucked.
yeah. Yeah. So there's that. That's pretty much it. Done with the news.
That's funny.
What?
You
I
just closed the big chat, but
yeah.
yeah. he
Somebody asked
really
what the-
coincidentally asked us, hey, about those games.
Yeah.
We
Um.
solved that problem.
Yeah. For next week's releases from December 1st to December 8th, we've got Rainbow Moon, as Dan was talking about, for the PlayStation Vita, Tiny Brains for the PlayStation 4, Yesterday for the Android, which is a PC crazy point-and-click adventure game, and Gran Turismo 6, apparently, for the PS3.
Yeah, cool.
I did not know that was coming out, but
Man, release on each PlayStation platform next week.
Didn't Gran Turismo 5 just come out like a year ago?
I think last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
2 years.
2 years ago?
Huh.
Nice.
I literally did not know Gran Turismo 6 was even in development.
Three.
Well, that'll fucking blow your mind. Go pick mime. Blow your mime.
Five came out like before we met and stuff. Like that
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got for comments?
That's it for that. If you guys have comments, let them be known in the chat. We'll be reading off questions that you have right now. In the meantime, here's the comments on the last podcast
Refresh
on
it.
YouTube. I'll refresh it. We've got Madfire Matt saying, "Great video once again. Quick question: what console do you think is the best, Xbox One or PS4? And best game coming to Xbox One or PS4?"
Best
me,
game
I
coming to
really
Xbox
like the
One
PS4.
is Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yep.
What?
Some weird sound just came out of my headphones. That was odd.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Titanfall definitely seems like it'd be really good.
For like 2 seconds.
But weird.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Titanfall looks really good, as well as like Quantum Break. I think would be really interesting. Depending on what the Alan Wake. What's their name again? I forget. People make Max Payne. Remedy. Depending on what they do with that shit, that'd be pretty crazy.
They're
For
not the people who make Max Payne anymore.
Yeah, for
That's
PS4, I guess Infamous for sure.
Yeah, Infamous.
Yeah, Infamous is the like number one. Yeah.
Or Watch Dogs. I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, it's going to be on both.
Yeah.
Multi-platform, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people were going to get it for PlayStation 4 anyways. So.
Watch Dogs.
As for consoles the best, we talked about it earlier. Honestly, both are pretty awesome. Pick whatever ones.
Yeah.
You're
Pick
fine
one.
with.
For media, Xbox One. For games, kind of PS4 at this point. But
But
it depends
still,
on the exclusives.
Xbox One is still good.
Get what your friends have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, too.
Ed, do you have any? What do you think? Xbox One or PS4? What do you think for games, Kumar?
He just said it.
Well, for me, I mean, I prefer the PlayStation just generally.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, I should say I prefer Sony generally right now.
Okay.
They're not perfect. No one really is in the industry, but at the same time, they've just catered to my liking a whole lot better than the Xbox has, than Microsoft has.
Also,
period,
Resogun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Resogun is so good.
All right, moving on to Andrews Davidson's question. He says, very enjoyable podcast, Unity.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Read
What
more.
happened?
Oh shit.
So, very enjoyable podcast, Unity. If you could go back in time to any point in your own timeline and see it from a different perspective without interfering, essentially time travel, what memory would you go to?
I'd go back and do high school over again.
Fuck that. Actually,
No, you can't interfere. That's what it
No.
says.
You just get to watch.
Oh, I just have to watch. Oh man, I was a fucking idiot. I'd probably watch myself go through high school again.
Just to
That's
confirm
creepy.
how much of a fucking idiot you were.
I had a lot of fun in high school. Oh my god.
I go watch.
Everyone was an
I go
idiot
watch
in high
Kumar
school.
go through high school. That's what
That's
I do.
what you would do.
Yeah,
You'd see some X-rated shit,
Yeah,
man.
I think we'd all go watch Kumar go through
Yeah,
high school.
that's what
'Cause
I
now,
would do.
Now he's brought up that
I would just fucking
You
film
guys
it.
you're fair warned. You'd see some really fucking X-rated shit.
My high school was garbage, so hopefully yours
This
will be better to
respectable
watch.
businessman has a fucking dark past.
Oh man, high school was so much fun.
High school was garbage.
So was university, for that matter. I mean, but the only reason that I pick high school is because there's things that I think of all the times in my life that I wish I could have changed some of the decisions I made. High school was the most predominant.
I don't know. I'd probably go back to watch whenever I first started casting to see the dumb shit that my brain could not handle about the internet.
can't you?
I can technically, but I mean, just how I was like back then. Like that's when internet streaming stuff was just there wasn't really much of it, and
Would you go back and just do it in better ways, or
well, it's not without being able to change anything. I just mean like see kind of how. Yeah, I guess I can go back and see that now because all the clips I have. But I don't know. I don't know when I'd go back to for my own life. I don't know.
would you go back to being Baby Riccio?
Oh, I was a shithead though.
You're still kind of a shithead. What are you talking about?
Whoa,
You press
now.
X to move your right arm, and then you press B to move your left arm.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
All right, what else we got?
His next part says, "What's your opinion on not owning games anymore? That is nowadays the end user license agreements states that companies are selling you licenses of games, licenses that can be revoked whenever and are even applied to physical versions of those games. Basically meaning that if Steam servers go down and will be erased, all your money spent into your account doesn't mean anything and will be all gone. You can sue them because you never owned anything there in the first place. We're simply loaning the ability to play that game. Steam, however, has posted that if ever their servers go down, they will give you the access to everything.
EULAs, like just they're
But,
going to
yeah.
turn on offline mode for everything.
Not just
That's
that,
what they
but
said,
a
right?
quick word on that. The legality behind it is set up in such a way that if that ever happened, consumers would collectively ban and destroy that company, whatever company it was.
EULAs are not completely legally binding. Like
Yeah,
they
exactly.
don't hold up in court too well.
Nope.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that's in them are pretty ridiculous.
And they actually hold up even less so now because of the fact that everything is license based as opposed to physical ownership.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling, again, like if they ever did some shit like that, they would have a huge shitstorm coming their way, one that they really wouldn't want to deal with.
I would bring this question to a different thing that I think we talked about, which is more that he says when the Steam servers were to go down, you'd lose everything. I just find it crazy that there's the possibility of you picking up a game now and then in the future just not even being able to play it if it needs some sort of connection to the online or some weird stuff. Like I don't know.
MMOs that
MMOs
have
and
been
such.
shut down are
But I mean,
that right
yeah.
now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Matrix Online, Star Wars
Like
Galaxies.
30 years from now, like when PlayStation 4's like how you're going full digital, like what's gonna happen if ever they're like, yeah, we're not gonna really keep up these servers for this shit.
Then everyone else that bought a digital game ever will come with me, and we will go burn Sony to the
Yeah,
ground.
that's what I want to see. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen in 30, 40 years
Yes,
from now?
Dan. Yes.
I'm excited to see.
Kumar, you won't be able to play Resogun anymore. You and I will be on the front lines.
Of course we would.
Yeah.
I almost already have those Molotovs ready to go.
I bet
planning
you.
this for
do you have like?
years.
Do you just have a milk crate with gasoline-filled bottles, and you're like,
Yep.
screw the top off, stick a rag in. All right, I'm good to go.
I'm not pissing off Kumar ever.
How many times have I threatened you with Molotovs? More times than I probably should.
Should we get Molotovs in Dead Rising 3?
That sounds good.
Why? He hasn't been in real life.
They're rad. Yeah, we can't
Yep.
burn hundreds of people in one throw.
Why play it when you can experience it?
Because if you were to burn people in real life, they'd actually kill him. He'd like the cops.
Not if it burns all the cops.
I wouldn't hurt real people. Only company.
Okay, good. Just the face.
Just their signs, really. That's all that needs to burn to get your point across.
Andrew Davidson also says, on my mind, I have the The right strength lasers. And it says L.A.S.E.R. I don't know if that changes anything.
What?
They're all lettered out. Anyway, now I need to figure out a way to get the right lenses without it costing about $1,000 USD. Also, try to figure out a more efficient energy system using a car battery might get annoying. But once I got all that, I may finally do some testing with this laser rifle.
Jeez. Sounds really intense.
Sounds really intense, yeah. He says, Devin, how do you like NGC 6670?
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I had looked that up last week. That's
you looked it up live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's called the Dolphin Nebulas. It's these two galaxies that are 50,000 light years apart, which is in space distance not very far apart.
How far are they from us?
They're about 400 million light years from us. But
Jeez.
It's just a brisk walk.
between the two of them, there's only 50,000 light years apart.
Just a brisk walk.
And
You heard me.
they've hypothesized that these two galaxies have actually interacted before and have
Wasn't
touched.
that one turned the corner and the other one dolphin dived and then just like...
Well, one's kind of like this in like a spiral, and it looks like a dolphin jumping out of
Oh, wait
water.
a second. So why
It's-
do you say that 50,000 light years is not a whole lot? Is that just relevant to, or
It's
not relevant?
relevant
but
to the
that-
size
Compared to
of-
the size of the galaxy.
Yeah, to the size
okay,
of the
okay.
galaxies and everything. That's fucking
Yeah.
tiny.
Okay.
And so they're hypothesized that they have actually interacted before, and
Yeah.
stars have been transferred from one galaxy to the other.
Okay, just to confirm here, this is going to sound like a dumbass question, but a light year is basically the amount of, so if we are, say we're 10 light years away from something, it takes light 10 years to hit that point, right?
Correct.
That's
Correct.
the actual,
Yeah.
okay.
Correct.
It's a unit of distance,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So, but they've hypothesized that within the next like 50 million years or something like that.
God damn it, I was hoping you were going to say like 10.
No, in the next 50 million years, they're going to actually interact again, and they'll because they're opposing rotations, that they'll actually interact again, and more stars will be transferred between.
Well,
galaxies.
it's happening. We'll just see it in 50,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be sure to check that out on my death calendar.
You will.
On your death
we're not
calendar?
going to die.
I really hope
We're
that
going
if
into
I,
cryo, though.
I really hope that if I die, that I can just kind of go explore the universe. Be fucking sweet.
Shoot me into space.
Like in ghost mode?
Yeah. Just be fucking
What,
awesome.
what if the spectate mode's garbage and you can only like flip through camera angles? Like, here's more.
What if you can't even get first person view?
Well, what else
You know
is
what?
there?
I'll still take what I can get.
What games do that? Gears of War.
Gears of War and some other one. Anyway, Sompy star study is the HCJ31 star, aka new forms to such ancient beings. The star is the Hickson Compact Group 31.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
So let us know what you think of that. My stomach rumbled.
Live right now. You have 10 seconds.
Raymond Hudo says, I have finally listened to all podcast
these-
episodes. I should get a silver trophy for that one. Bro, you deserve a platinum trophy for
Yeah,
that one.
plat for that one.
You should all fucking episodes. Holy shit.
Well, the platinum is when you finish everything, right? So technically, he probably couldn't ever get a platinum, but I'd say a
The
gold for
platinum is unobtainable yet.
Platinum is now. DLC comes out next episode.
No.
Yeah, but DLC doesn't count towards the platinum, though.
Well, shut your mouth. I hurt my neck doing that. I'm sorry. I hurt my neck. I apologize. Zardoz 3031
Zardoz.
Awesome name.
Says hookers, handcarts, sitting on people's faces. Brilliant. Love the podcast, guys. Wow, is that really?
Is he just referencing stuff that's
Yeah.
happened within?
He said sitting on people's faces. Perfect. Didn't I say shitting?
Yeah, you totally.
You
said
know what?
shitting.
It's not good either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
really not.
PVC pipe idea too. Just
See,
That was the
we
worst
talked
idea. you
about
ever-
hookers and handcarts. What?
when was that?
We need to pay attention.
Last week, apparently.
Jeez.
It was. I don't even fucking. I'm
Was
gonna
I-
forget this
was I in the
podcast the
cast last
second it ends.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were, sadly. Only at the end, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
Oh fucking.
Jazzmaster 909
We're
says...
on 93. What even happened?
Jazzmaster 909 says, will you guys be doing any more Valkyria Chronicles Let's Plays? It's been a while since you did an episode, and put a sad face.
When Ricio's fucking done school.
When I'm done school, we don't know what we're going to do so far, whether we're going to record some or sit down and literally just live stream the fucking rest of that game in
just
one sitting.
Highlight it out in
and
parts.
highlight it.
We don't know yet, but we'll do something when
I would like to pick
My
up.
schedule lines up with Riccio's.
Yeah.
Because right now it is the exact opposite of that, except for this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we are able to do more stuff, I would like to get back into the swing of things eventually. But for right now, sorry.
I'm going to have to say, to explain things that's going on, the main editor dude has kind of just started, let's say, streaming all the time, and I keep forgetting to edit anything, and we don't also record much because I'm live streaming all the time.
But
do
also,
have an
we
idea
have
for
no
you,
time.
Ricio.
You're live streaming when, like, the rest of us are at work.
Yeah, so like that's not a problem. It's the fact after the fact.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Ricio,
go.
I have a suggestion that you may want to consider.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can just have? So remember, I think we had this conversation really briefly in group chat, but can't like I'm sure people would want to contribute in one way or another. Why not just let people comment on what they thought was great or whatever, and then you can post those little clips, those little snippets.
From the
And
stream.
if you have a little
Yeah,
Nope,
remember
that's
telling
beside
people
you.
to, like, keep an eye out. And
Oh
the
yeah,
time mark,
yeah. That's what I've been trying to do. For anybody, I haven't had a stream yet since we've had that talk. But yeah, from now on, when I do live streams,
you did.
well, there was
right
some Mario
before this.
today. There was Mario. That was still the stream.
But that whole thing should really be highlighted
Yeah.
and put out because
yeah.
it's fantastic.
But yeah, what I want to do is ask people now when I stream, if ever something funny happens, to kind of like either tweet me or just kind of keep a note of like what time it's happening at, or like you were playing this at this point, that was pretty funny, and I'll go search and find it and edit it myself, so you guys don't even have to do that part. But yeah, because sometimes it happens where like I'll do like a 12-hour stream. Okay, I thought you were leaning in.
I'm trying to read the fucking chat.
'Cause you're big
Cover
chat.
The big chat.
Okay, anyway, so I'll have like a 12-hour stream, let's say when the PS4 came out, and I don't remember most of the funny shit that happened, but I know there was a lot of funny messed up moments, and then I'll kind of be like, oh, I don't, because I'm the one playing it and doing it. Something funny will happen, and I just won't. It's not registering for me, so I'll just keep going and do stuff. But if there's some good moments, let me know, and I want to try to cut them up and kind of get them out there so more people can see that.
I really like this chat message here. Shots are fired because it's never said like that. This makes me giggle.
But the forever skip,
of course it was.
You say shots fired. You say
Shots are fired.
yeah.
It's great.
But anyways, to speak about the YouTube channel, there hasn't really been any uploads. I haven't really recorded anything else for like System Shock and such. I think during Christmas break, I'm probably gonna try to play through System Shock in a live stream. I don't know. What I would like to hopefully do is if ever like any of like if Dan or Devin or everyone, if you guys want to record stuff, to show you or get you guys set up to edit properly and get it up, because at least now during school I don't pay attention to that stuff
live stream out
anymore.
of PlayStation 4. That's what I do now.
I can edit it. I just need to get some of the
Yeah.
stuff that you have.
Because
I'm completely set up to edit.
Yeah,
I just need to.
now my mornings are I wake up, I live stream, I go to school, I come back, I kind of like play a little stuff, and then I just go to sleep again, and then just
you
do
wake
that.
up, live
Just
stream, go to
and go to
school.
school, do stuff.
So
So
the only difference is Thursdays where you live stream, then you live stream.
yeah.
Oh, it's a hard life for you,
If
Riccio.
I had more time, no, I know
It's a hard life for you.
it's so hard not having any
Oh
money though.
God, it's so hard not having any time.
I wish I had
all I'm
money,
doing
though.
is live streaming and hanging out with people and oh God,
The thing
no.
The thing about me is that
Shots are
my
fired.
money is going down this way very, very quickly, and then yours is just going up real quickly. So that's what sucks. So I could be having a grand old time, but
First
I am
world
slowly
Riccio,
losing
for
like,
sure.
so much fucking money. But hopefully, if I keep
Shots
up
are
streaming, hopefully I can get lucky enough to slowly get more and more people. Because I'm getting a decent amount of not subscribers, but follows a day, which has been pretty great, and it's making me real fucking happy. Every cast, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Yes, I had a good day today. And if that keeps going, I'd be really happy to one day get
I
partnered.
had a good day today.
Devin, you're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
But
Kumar,
yeah.
you're not a piece of shit. Dan, no.
I don't know.
Shots are fired.
I would like to hopefully get lucky one day and get partnered on Twitch.
Click
but
that GIF.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I think it's going on the right path. Right?
Yeah, it's going the right path. But what's tough is I don't know. My scheduling for cast is really weird. It really lends more now
See, I
to
think
attract like European people during the weekdays because it's early in the morning. People are normally at work.
even then, though, I'd say despite the fact that your schedule is all weird, I'd say maintaining the consistency is something that you should
Oh, yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
make sure you're doing.
Which I've been doing
And
for a good 2-3
yeah,
months.
you've been doing it well. So I'd say just
I've
keep that
noticed
up.
that you
I
start
think,
putting out tweets like "Cast is today here, this time to this time."
Yeah, been
Great.
tweeting a shit ton now. You know what's funny is there's a lot of people who followed me recently since like the PS4 crazy stream who I'll tweet something and they'll tweet back, or they'll tweet me stuff during the week, and it's kind of like awesome. There's a lot of just
Back
random
and forth
dialogue.
Great.
And it's pretty great. I'm happy.
All right.
I'm so happy, you guys. Anyways, moving on to other questions or comments. Tyler Jenkins says, "Me and some friends are all about the same level in most games that we do play, so we decided to settle some bets with push-up competitions. If you guys did the same, who do you think would win?"
Kumar.
Not me.
I'd probably win. Every workout. So I am on a 5-day cycle for the week. So at the very least, I'm working out 5 times a week. Every one of those times, I break every one of my exercises with between 15 to 35 push-ups, depending on the day. So at any given workout, I'm doing just over 100 push-ups or just over 130 push-ups.
To put this in perspective, I've watched him break clams with his abs.
I thought you should say his ass. I was
I
like,
thought you were going to say ass, dude. I was like, I think you're thinking of the wrong dude here.
It's watchkumarbreakclams.com.
I break controllers with my clammy hands. No, anyways. I don't know. I would definitely lose.
There's a redirect from watchRicioSleeps.com.
Yeah, push-up competitions, anything physical, I think, for me, for sure, I would lose. Yeah. Cody Rex says, "You guys plan on doing something on RimWorld?"
I don't know what RimWorld
What
is.
is RimWorld?
Kickstarter, RimWorld. This looks like, and
Is
it's
it a Kickstarter?
seconds to go 0. Yeah, it's apparently something that looks kind of like a top-down sort of prison architect almost.
Yeah.
I
cool.
don't know what this is. We'll look up into it. I will throw that on my desktop and I will look at that.
Thank you.
Possibly.
Hey, it's from guy from Ottawa, Ontario.
Holy shit.
What
Perfect.
is that?
We'll do it.
Who
Tyler?
commented asking that?
Cody Rex.
Okay.
I thought it was like the dude who like
Because there
made
was
the
Tyler
game.
right before. I was like, hold on a fucking second.
No, it's not Tyler. It's Tanan.
Oh, it's hard to read from here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll check that out, Cody Rex. Blargan Sniper says, "Hello, just want to say hi, heart. Much love for the Unity crew, by the way."
Thanks, Blargan.
Can we open the RimWorld thing now? I'm kind of more interested in it now. It's
There's
from
a
Ottawa.
video.
Not the fucking
Actually,
video. Just
speaking of-
scroll
Why
the
do you
fuck down.
do this?
What are you doing? Scroll down and
piece
you
of
find
shit.
where-
You
Yeah.
can't read, you said.
the game.
You piece of shit.
You were having trouble reading stuff
Dwarf
over here. I was
Fortress
trying
and
to
The
be nice.
Sims. There. That's
Hey,
all I
broski.
wanted.
Perfect. I was trying to save you.
Where did Blarden Sniper go? I feel like I haven't seen him in cast, or sorry, not cast, but I haven't seen him in the chat room for a while.
Oh, he was there today.
He was there earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Kumar does not care about the fans.
I care so much about them. They're the only reason I keep doing this.
Ouch, wait. Come on.
Thanks.
Well, I'd see you guys anyways.
You
right?
piece of shit.
Piece
Anyway.
of shit.
Piece of shit.
Anyway, Staggerman in the chat asked, back when you were talking about the Xbox Party chat, asked you how the PS4 chat is compared to it.
We don't really use either.
Yeah, we
Actually, I
used
used
Skype.
it. I used it a whole lot this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess because
Yeah,
you were playing
I used Party
Extinction.
Chat on the PS4 a whole lot, and it's significantly improved from what I feel like the 360 was in certain ways, and I also feel like it's limiting in ways that it shouldn't be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in terms of just like the quickness of it, and it's nothing serious by any means, and I'm glad that it's at least there because it wasn't even available on the PS3, I believe, right?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so it's nice to have it for sure. And what I like is that it automatically shuts off your in-game chat, obviously, because you're going into like through a different channel or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's quick that way, and then switching back and forth between game and between the party is pretty quick. But even then, I feel like it's not like I still wish that things were one button response
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Wish
And-
there was more tiny UIs that would come up whenever you like push it while playing a game or something, so you don't
Like
have
a
to.
quarter
quit out of
snap,
the
but
game.
like the
Yeah.
top
I don't
corner
have to go
of
to, like
the
a full screen.
Yeah,
an overlay.
that'd be pretty great. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used both of them because
You
I
gotta
haven't
scroll down that
really
big
hooked.
chat, yo.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I'll have to try more of it. I haven't actually tried the Xbox One at all because I don't really have many people to chat with. But I'll see if I can try that out for you, Staggerman. I know you come into the streams normally, so I'll try to see if I can get that answered for you. The other Matthew says, question.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Okay,
How-
don't answer this because we worked with him. So fuck you, the other Matthew.
What did he say?
I don't know what that means.
I worked with him.
Okay, how did
And-
Lindsay and Amanda even sound remotely
He
similar?
worked with me and Amanda, so
Oh,
he's being a shithead.
What did he? Wait, no. Now we got to know. What
I
did
didn't
he say?
Lynn say it better as the right way. Also, I wrote with an E, but that's okay.
In your mind,
In my mind,
Yeah.
it's Lindsay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even. Bronwyn says, if you have one, what is your Xbox gamer score?
Like,
Mine-
the fuck if I know. Like,
I loaded
10
it up.
Gs?
82,464. I
Compare-
still have that fucking offset thing because of.
compare. I think there's 1.2 million DJ Hero or something.
I think I have
Yeah,
33,000.
it's the DJ Hero one that fucked me over.
I thought it was the apples to apples. Or you
Yeah,
don't
I
know
thought
Jack.
Yeah,
don't know
you don't know
Jack.
Jack.
You don't know Jack.
I was fucking there for that one. That was great.
You don't know Jack. Because we like randomly decided like, okay, he has to get this achievement. You were like, fuck yeah, I have to get this achievement. We didn't look at the point value before it happened and destroyed you.
Dan is 64,112.
Booyah.
Cabby
What do I have?
4.
30-something thousand? 33,000?
Yeah,
You guys have
Why
played...
does yours not fucking
I don't exist.
work for search?
it's a space. You have 9,000.
Yeah, see, you guys have played a fuckload
Five
more.
digits, oh god.
You've played a fuckload more 360 than I have.
Well, there was a time that I loved the whole achievement system.
It died out for me pretty quick.
Same here, actually.
I found that I was playing games.
Apparently not as quick as with you, but
I found I was playing games for the achievements instead of actually
oh,
enjoying
instead
them.
of ones that you wanted to play.
And then I went, "What the fuck am I doing? This is stupid," and stopped.
Riccio and now Dustin are the only people I know with higher gamer scores than me.
Woo. So you guys.
I used to have a higher gamer score than Dustin.
And they shit all over your face.
I think that's it. I think that's it
Well,
for
no,
questions.
I started playing a lot more PlayStation stuff and PC
You
stuff.
don't know
and got a
Applejack.
Game Pass. And then it was a mistake to ever add Riccio as a friend.
That
on
was
Xbox Live, 'cause,
supposed
It's just has a higher
to
score than
be
me,
a
and I
joke.
can't handle it.
What?
So if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, hi.
Oh, okay, it's that time.
Yeah.
If you guys are not
You
listening
don't
to
want
us
to go
on
for another
iTunes,
4 hours?
hi.
We're about to hit 4 hours.
If you guys are watching us on YouTube, hello.
Leave a comment. Leave a question.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of an outro is
This
this?
is Devin's garbage.
Hey, you shut your mouth,
Something-
Kumar, or I will
something
end your
awesome.
Skype call.
Okay.
That's what I thought, motherfucker.
If you guys want to see some cool stuff for the Xbox One or PS4, tune into my channel. I will
Yes.
be streaming a lot of that stuff for a little bit longer until Christmas break starts, until I go to XCOM Enemy Within.
Are you gonna go back to PC stuff at that point,
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
XCOM, nothing else fucking matters.
I don't know. That's the only one I'm super excited for. There's something else I know.
So if you guys are tuning into us, make sure you leave comments and
Ride
such.
to Hell Retribution. Right?
God
That's the other
fucking
one.
damn it! I'm doing this goddamn outro, and you guys are talking.
Oh yeah, some more.
Am I gonna have to silence you guys too?
Mario Sun.
You know what? Fine. I'm doing this anyways. I'm gonna keep
I
talking over
think Ride to
talking.
Hell Retribution.
If you guys
That's
are just tuning
developers
into us
made
on
Ashes
iTunes,
Cricket.
come check us over at YouTube. We have some videos that we haven't really been updating, but it'd be still great if you come check them out and see what you like. If you guys are listening to us on YouTube,
Where's the
make sure you
PlayStation
write
sticker?
comments below. We do read them out every week on the podcast. You can come check us out on the live stream. We normally start at about 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Sometimes we start earlier, sometimes we do not. And if you guys are in Canada, it's cold out. If you guys are in the States, it might be cold out. If you're in some other part of the world, why don't you say where you're from? It'd be cool to see where our listeners are. So I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I have been Sompy. In front of me, to the left, is Riccio. Over to my left is Dan. And on Skype, we've got the Kumar.
Goombar, buddy.
Well, we've got the.
Goombar. My name is actually Kumar.
We
don't
see
worry.
your mouth and your nose.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Worth it.
I don't understand.
Nothing.
Are you doing
worry.
something ridiculous with my face again?
No,
Yes.
No, it's fine. We're good.
So thank
Yo,
you
why
guys
can't
for
you-
tuning in, and have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Happy Thanksgiving.
A happy Xbox
is
One
true.
launch for the Europeans.
America,
Happy-
best wishes to you guys over your Thanksgiving holidays. Be well, be safe, eat well, have fun.
Good luck in like 4 hours when the store's open for Black
Yeah,
Friday.
absolutely. Please, absolutely be
Be
safe.
Don't
safe.
trample anybody.
Be safe.
Happy Riccio birthday.
We'll see you guys
Yeah,
next
Riccio
week.
birthday on Saturday.
Oh, don't.
It-
Don't
Yeah, Riccio turns 5.
Ah.
It's about time.
24. Oh,
You want
break off your
Kumar?
Yep.
We need to show up with a 2-6 of rum for him and make him do 24 birthday shots.
Are we giving him birthday beats as well?
Yeah, with belts.
Jeez.
It's got serious.
I don't want to give him alcohol poisoning though.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
well-
be at home because I have to move the next day.
We can cut him with water.
Dan, are you moving somewhere?
Someone says 24.
Yeah, to
not
another
bad.
apartment.
I feel so young though. I think I'm the dumbest out of all of us. Just yelling stupid shit like a child.
I'm the youngest.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
tuning
but I feel
in.
like I'm the
23.
dumb.
Take
Have
care, guys.
a
All the best.
wonderful
But I yell shit.
time.
Bye.
Take care, guys.